Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Turin. It's time for a surprise stream. It's about 4 p.m. or about 4:30 on Friday afternoon. So let's get down to business, guys. So just gonna wait here a minute, let a few of you guys join up here, and then we'll get things rolling with some quick battles. Probably do some subscriber cockfights, and it's pretty early in the day, to be honest. So we have a lot of time. It's actually St. Patrick's Day, I think. Yeah, I think it is. Actually, I don't even know. So unfortunately, I don't have any like leprechaun hat. What's going on, Mike? How's it going? Yeah, it's probably going to be a very, very heavy chaos stream. No, it's not Sunday. No, Kakamali, to answer your question, we're just going to have some fun. Just kind of had some free time tonight, so why not, right? I think Lady Turin's here as well. Can help regulate things. All right, we're good to go. It's showtime. Cool. So just we're going to give it another 2 or 3 minutes here, and then we'll get started with some quick battles. So yeah, I think we're going to try a lot of Chaos games. You guys will see, actually, in the next few days that a lot of the games I'm going to be posting are Chaos versus New Bretonia, and kind of, finding a way to make them work. When I initially played with them, I would get, the big flying goon squads and things like that with the manticores, and I don't think they work quite like that anymore in the meta. So definitely some good times. So, well, yeah, Pharaoh, I know it's 1 a.m. where you live. For any of you guys in chat, Pharaoh War, he actually started a YouTube channel as well. He's doing casts, a multiplayer cast as well, so check him out. Zaki Mali, like Zaki Mali, kind of like in English. Okay, Zaki Mali, got it. Okay, I'll try and get that right. So yeah, let's just jump into some quick battles. All Bretonian Air Force with no infantry. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we're gonna jump right into a quick battle here. Play some, depending on who we get, play Chaos. Yeah, Chaos versus New Bretonia is really fun though. It goes about 50-50. It's a really hard matchup for Chaos to win, because New Bretonia with the Foot Squire core is just so incredibly hard to beat. But Chaos can do it. It can be done. So, all right, so we're playing against Vindicator. So it looks like he's playing Borderlow. Borderlow, I think is how you say it. So we're going to go ahead and... Oh, he picked Chaos. Darn it. Okay. I guess you guys just want to put him to the test and see how he does against New Bretonia? I think that's probably fine, right? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So we're going to get the Fan Enchantress, put her on the Unicorn. And something that's nice about the Unicorn, guys, is it actually gives her 500 HP. So normally she sits around 2,500, but when you get the Unicorn, she gets pretty sturdy. So we're going to get rid of these, just keep the healing abilities. We do have the Fan Enchantress's Bombardment, which I actually like. It's not terrible. Aside from that, Foot Squires are obviously the way to go. Do I have a core build in mind? I do for Chaos. Yeah, but against Chaos, I'm actually going to just try and pick what I think is the most optimal build against Chaos, and I'm going to see how my opponent deals with it, because if he can beat me, that's going to be great. We'll all learn something. So, all right, so we're going to get that. We're going to get a single group of Royal Pegasus Knights, who are obviously very, very solid here. And I don't know if we want any arrows. Probably like some Questing Knights will be pretty good. So we're going to get 2 Questing Knights, I think. And they're just so good with their armor piercing, and even against like large units, they do pretty well. But 2, actually, I don't know. Maybe just 1 is fine. Although, do I want to get the anti-large knights just in case he gets like Shaggoths? I could get like some Knights of the Realm or something. I think that might be a bit of a more conservative, safer choice there. So, all right. So as far as other infantry go, we can go ahead and get 2 of these men-at-arms with pole arms. And do we want to get the Green Knight? Probably not, because again, the aspiring champions can do pretty well against them. So we are in a very open field though. So I might be able to get away with like Blessed Field Trebuchets or something. Yeah, a core of Questing Knights. Yeah, I think the Knights of the Realm might be okay. I have enough armor piercing in my infantry, and the Knights of the Realm are just going to help against Shaggoths with the Royal Pegasus Knights. So as far as other troops go, I mean, the Fan Enchantress covers my... I just feel like I have so much money. I don't know why. So I guess we'll go ahead and get some Pox Arrows, just to kind of have a little something there. And then in the back line, I could get some Peasant Mobs, I guess. Or maybe I just cut one of these Foot Squires. What will that give me? That'll give me enough for 2 more Men-at-Arms with Polearms, which I think should be pretty good, to be honest. Although I could get some Battle Pilgrims. Choices, guys, choices. Struggling a little bit here. We're struggling. So we're going to get another group of Men-at-Arms, and then on top of that, we can go ahead and just get... I want to get like some mounted yeoman archers or something like that. That could be kind of fun. Yeah, let's just get them. Why not? Let's experiment. I mean, I don't think it's optimal, but if he does have like Forsaken or some other unit like that, they could be okay. So we'll give it a try. And actually, no, let's just actually chevron up our front line. I think that's probably going to be a little bit of a better choice there. Cool. So we're ready to party, guys. Let's have some fun. So you want me to do the whole stream in an Irish accent? That's brutal. Or a squatting leprechaun? I think I could do a squatting leprechaun, although I am half Irish, give or take. So, since you're a Slav, yeah, I'm an honorary Slav because my lovely girlfriend is Polish, so I get the honorary Slavic title there. Yeah. But I'm very good at squatting. Very, very good. And when I was in Poland, I actually got to see a live squat. Like the first time I went out there, I didn't see a single one. Like I didn't see anyone squatting. I was pretty disappointed. But the second trip out, we saw a gentleman sitting, squatting, smoking a cigarette on his lunch break. Like I think he was working in like the back of a restaurant or something. So, yeah. Hey, what's going on, Camille? Yeah, welcome. Oh, you're from Poland. Cool. Maybe I'll see you out there someday. I'm gonna be out there during the summer as well. Yeah. Glad you guys getting in on the stream. So to answer your question, Jill, I think it is Jill. I actually live in California, in the United States, in Northern California. So in the Bay Area, essentially Silicon Valley. You know, pretty close to like Google and Yahoo and like all those big tech companies. So, how long have I been streaming? About 5 minutes. We just started Juggernaut, so timing's pretty good. We're playing a Bretonia versus Chaos match. I think it's very hard for Chaos, so I'm really eager to see how my opponent deals with this. It's a very tough matchup. I've had some pretty good success using like Kolek and like Dragon Ogre Shaggoth and things like this, but Foot Squires are just very, very strong. So we're going to go ahead and just set up a front line like so. We're going to get the Grail Reliquae, of course, front and center. We're going to get these Pox Peasants just to kind of, poison Forsaken and units like that might try and get around our flanks. We're going to go ahead and actually, you know what? I think I'm going to pull a group of Foot Squires in the back, because if Forsaken do happen to get by, I want to have something that can like meet them. So we're going to stretch this front line a little bit thinner just to kind of make up for that lack of that group, and that should be fine. So then the second polearm is going to go right here on the side. My first game, a little bit rusty, but we should be okay. Then we'll get this this group of men-at-arms right here. So very, very good stuff. So we're going to get the Fey Enchantress in the front. She's kind of like serves like in a similar way that, Mortis Engine would. You want to keep her in the front line and just, get as much value as you can out of that. So then we're going to get these bad boys over here, and I think we're ready to go. So let's lock this up. Oh, you just made some blackened Atlantic salmon, some buttered corn, and glazed rolls. That sounds absolutely delicious. And yes, I will be your entertainment for the next few hours, guys. So hopefully you don't mind. Oh man, he went pretty heavy duty on the Air Force there. That's a little bit scary. Okay. So I'm going to have to actually play defensively with my Pegasus Knights. A lot of Chaos players won't bring an Air Force anymore because, Bretonia can really contest it, but he went hardcore. But, as a result, his ground force is going to be very weak. And if he decides to land here against these anti-large knights, and, the Pegasus Knights are faster than Manticore, so I can simply run and just use the, the poison arrows to help. And I can also cast a regrowth, which is going to really, really make them, like, very, very threatening against the Chaos Force. So he's got some Marauders as great weapons. I really like that pick. He's got Halberds on the back, which I guess he's kind of anticipating, like, a Bretonian Cav Force, but in most competitive multiplayer games, no matter what faction you're playing, it's usually, you don't want to overload on Cav too much. It's better to have like 1 or 2 Cav units, in my opinion. Although there are some matchups when that's like not true. So yeah, guys, it's time. So we're going to get in there with some poison arrows. I'm not sure what he's going to do. We're just going to kind of run with these guys and just keep my Knights of the Realm like, close to these Halberds here. And we do have the Foot Squires here, and if he does come in, we can collapse with like a lot of units there and do some serious work. He might try and snipe the Fey Enchantress. He does have Lore of Death. And I think what does he have, like a Chaos Sword? And he does have Filth too, so that's something else to take into account. But thankfully, my units in the front line will be immune to Psychology, during most of this battle here, so that's going to be pretty nice as well. So when the battle starts, we'll actually put these peasants in group 4 and just have them shoot separately. We'll probably do that right now, actually. So cool, we got our Knights ready. We got our Pegasus kind of just chilling in the back, just waiting things out. And man, I think our front line is just going to put his in a can. So as far as the Lore of Death Sorcerer, it is coming in right now, and it looks like he's using some sort of a debuff or what is that? Spirit Leech. So he uses Spirit Leech, but he also takes like a ton of like poison arrows at the same time. So definitely not too worried right now. So we're going to go ahead and get our front line engaged like so. Get these guys going in here, kind of get everything going across the front, and we should be fine. Very, very cool. So right now, we're just going to get the Fey Enchantress back up to the front line, and it looks like he's using some sort of an ability there, so we're going to send these Manticores. We're actually going to have the Manticores go after the Poison Sorcerer, and we're going to switch these guys here and these guys here, keep these Knights relatively close by, and get these Halberds here as well. So we probably want to use a big heal here in the front, just to kind of get everybody topped off. And the Royal Pegasus Knights are going to hunt that Wizard down pretty aggressively, but he might come in here with these Manticores, and if he does, I think we'll be okay. So we're just going to run the Fey Enchantress here. You can see he engages with his Lord, and he's engaging with the Manticores here. So far so good. We got everyone kind of where they need to be. Let's go ahead and buff these Foot Squires here and just kind of run her up and around here, and you can see that his Wizard is going to be in really, really tough shape here. So we do have these Halberds on the flanks. We're just going to kind of keep them on auxiliary and get them back here to help out, and good. So the Fey Enchantress, I don't want to fight this Chaos Lord. It's obviously not like a pretty situation to be in, but yeah, you can see his Sorcerer is being caught pretty hard here, and the Knights of the Realm with their anti-large are going to do very, very well for me here. So we're going to pull our casters out. Looks like the Chaos Lord is trapped. I don't know if there's anything we really want to like use right now. We're going to go ahead and use this bombardment here, and I think honestly it's going really, really well. The Knights of the Realm were able to kind of get a good sandwiching going, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can poison him. We're going to shoot the Manticore here, and you can see he's trying to get the Fey Enchantress, but putting her on the Unicorn is really, really solid stuff. So we get a nice little bombardment over there, which is quite nice. We're going to send these troops over here, pull the halberds back, and yeah, should be good. So the Fey Enchantress, we can pull her here. These Knights of the Realm did finish off that Manticore, so let's go ahead and pull them over there. And the Pegasus Knights are just an absolute force to be reckoned with. So we're going to go ahead and use the regrowth on them, just because they're fighting, you know, two pretty heavy flying units. And the Knights of the Realm with their anti-large should do pretty well against the Chaos Sword. So let's go ahead and push these guys over here. And I think everything's going relatively to code, guys. So we're going to go ahead and use a nice juicy heal here in the front line. Hopefully be able to get, you know, both of those groups. The Poison Arrow is doing a decent job here, so we're going to pull these halberds over here. And it looks like he does decide to kind of pull out at the last second. So we're able to do pretty good, chase off that Chaos Sword. So right now we just need to keep winning this front line engagement and just playing it, you know, relatively conservatively. So he does have this Manticore back here still. So we want to split these guys up, get these halberds engaged here. And it looks like he might go for the Grail Reliquary. I'm not sure. But the Royal Pegasus Knight's doing a pretty good job. They chased off that caster for the most part. So we're actually going to go after his Chaos Sword now. So let's go ahead and pull these guys in the front line. We can just use the Knights of the Realm, those other units in the back to kind of chase off that Manticore. And we should be A-okay there. So the Fey Enchantress does come in. A little bit of a risky kind of move here, but I do have the Royal Pegasus Knights that are essentially engaged on the Chaos Sword now, so he's sandwiched. They're very fast. They have a big, big anti-large bonus. So things are going well, pretty well for us in this first matchup. And the Poison Arrows in the back are actually doing good. I mean, it's baiting in a lot of these Manticores. Knights of the Realm doing a very excellent job mitigating a lot of those large threats. And you can see the Chaos Lord is wavering. Probably going to go down here in a moment. The Manticore, unfortunately, did isolate this group of peasants, but, you know, not much we can do about that. So we're going to pull the Knights of the Realm over here to kind of chase those guys off. Hopefully the halberds can finish this bad boy, and it looks like they did. Perfect. So, yeah, let's get these guys engaged on them. And the Fey Enchantress, I still should have enough for one more heal. It looks like the Chaos Sword is, you know, has essentially been routed off, but we want to get these Manticores like up in the air and start chasing some of his wizards. We don't want them down in sustained combat because they have pretty low combat stats, like in terms, not combat stats, but very, very low defensive stats, I should say. So let's keep these halberds here to protect them. The Knights of the Realm here. Yeah, we can just use them kind of back here, and it looks like those Chaos Marauders are actually still chasing them. So let's go ahead and ride those guys down and see if we can save them. So we'll use the Favor of the Fae here on the front line to just buff some of these front line units, and we'll go ahead and finish that Sorcerer. We should be able to. And we'll actually probably have enough for another Earthblood here in just a moment. So very, very good stuff. So I think the Chaos player is going to start having some issues with army losses here in a moment. So let's go ahead and pull in those Knights of the Realm and see if we can kind of protect a little bit. And man, we cannot quite finish that Chaos Sorcerer. So he's definitely doing a pretty good job. So we're going to get the Fey Enchantress here. We're going to go ahead and use a heal on this big blob in the front line, which will be nice because she just takes like a big, big amount of shock damage from that Manticore. So we're going to get these Knights of the Realm back. We're going to pull our Fey Enchantress back and kind of use these guys to protect them. So we should be able to finish off these Manticores on the wings. They did a pretty good job of actually kind of doing good work against my back line, but honestly, I don't think he has like enough infantry to really survive this. Like you can see everything's wavering due to army losses. The Knights of the Realm are here. That's all she wrote. Yeah, pretty good stuff. That was a good game. It was pretty fun. So well played to my opponent. It was a good first match of the day. I like his build. I like it. I don't like the heavy Air Force against Bretonia. They just have a lot of really good anti-large options. I personally think it's a little bit more cost-effective to go on the ground. I also not a huge fan of the halberds. Like I would honestly rather have like Forsaken and things like that. Just my opinion though. Yeah, the Hounds are super good, Chris Platt. To answer your question, I agree with you. Hounds are an extremely good choice. If this game was a bit competitive, you should totally be a caster. Yeah, that's. It's a little unfortunate that, you know, I decided to choose a game that didn't have like a massive flourishing esports scene, but you know, it is what it is. This is my, you know, I love these type of games. So RTS games. I thought about starting a channel back when I was playing like StarCraft 2. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Matt Rothwell and Gabe? Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining the party. Yeah, there was some trash canning right there, a little bit. You know, I would say that was pretty good. That's a very hard matchup for Chaos, though, and you know, I think my opponent played pretty well. He did a pretty good job in the back line, like chasing those bad boys, and you know, just applying some solid pressure. So can't knock him at all. All right, guys, let's keep this train rolling. So we're playing this guy. So let's see if I can get a Chaos game in, and maybe he can pick Bretonia. Come on, play Bretonia, man. I know you want to. Hopefully, if you're watching the stream, Doge Goad. Chaos versus Greenskins is rough. It's a very rough matchup. I could play the Dwarves. You guys want to see the Dwarves? Yeah, I need better lighting. It's funny because I have like all the lights in the room open. Like you'd think it would be pretty good right now. I don't know what's going on here. So, let's see here. You guys want Chaos? Chaos versus Greenskins is a matchup I actually don't do often, so I'm pretty amateurish at it, I would say. We're gonna go ahead and get Lore of Shadows. We're gonna go, you know, relatively, you know, a ground build. So we're gonna get the Mind Razor as well as the Pit of Shades, which I think should be pretty good. So, do we want to get the Mind Razor? It's pretty good. Yeah, it allows you to really hit like a truck. So on top of that, we're gonna get a Shaggoth. Yeah, probably not the Dragon Ogre. So I really like the, you know, the big Shaggoth here, or the big Papa. So where is he? We're gonna get some Poison Hounds with him, And then as far as our main army goes, we're probably going to get like a combination. Aspiring Champs, obviously very, very good choice. And let's see, do I want to get Chaos Warriors with armor piercing? I want to get some of these guys maybe. I don't know though. Against like Biggins, they just get cut to pieces. I feel like I need a little bit more sustainability. And these guys do have 100 armor, which is pretty nice. So hopefully they can hold up against some Black Orcs. Oh, and of course he switches at the last second. Darn it. Okay, so who do we want to play? So if he's going to play Vampire Counts, maybe we could switch to... I mean, Chaos versus Vampire Counts. Yeah, you know what? Let's try this. Let's do Chaos. So we have to rebuild our army a little bit. So we're going to get Kolak, of course. We're going to try him out, see if he can work. I don't think he's like the best choice, but again, I'm kind of theory crafting. So we're going to get a Chaos Sorcerer with the Lore of Fire. We're going to go ahead and put him on the mount here, give him the Flaming Sword of Ruin and the Piercing Bolts. And let's see, what else do we want to do? Yeah. This is a tough one though. This is definitely a tough matchup. So let's see. How much harder do these guys hit? So they have 37 weapon strength against 28. That's a pretty big difference. So we're actually going to get 2 of those guys. And then for the frontliners, we're probably going to get maybe some Chaos Warriors. Oh, and then he switches back. This guy's trolling me, man. Come on. Stay with your faction, dude. So, okay, so now we're going to go with our original build and just kind of, continue to iron it out a little bit. So against Greenskins. So, of course, I want the Big Papa Dragon Ogre. I want some of these Hounds. That should be fine. And as far as frontliners go, against Greenskins, you need to have a pretty sturdy front line because, they hit pretty darn hard. So we're going to get those guys. We're going to get some Aspiring Champions. And, man, we're already pretty deep in the resources, so we're going to get rid of these to save a little bit of money. And what else do we want to get? I would like to get, like, some Chaos Knights or something. So maybe we cut these guys. We can get some Chaos Knights with the Lances. Although the Lances, these Chaos Knights have pretty good defensive stats, 50 melee defense. So let's try them, and then maybe we'll get some Forsaken. And I feel like I still need a little bit of... That's a very heavy cav force. I don't know if that's necessary, to be honest. Let's see here. So probably just a little more unit density. Although... Yeah, I'm struggling a little bit. Trying to figure out this build here. I haven't played against these guys in quite some time. I could get like some Master Marauder Horsemen and just kind of like throw a wrench in things a little bit. But I don't know. Yeah, the Wolf Riders and other things can just chase them down so effectively. I think a single Manticore actually won't be a bad choice. Just for having a little bit of like mobile pressure. And as far as units go, maybe we cut one of these guys and we just get like another group of the armor-piercing troops, which should be okay. It's a bit of a janky army though. Like I don't feel terribly comfortable with it, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna see how it goes. So these guys are gonna have to fight Black Orcs probably. Forsaken, we got some mobility. We have the Shaggoth, we have a Manticore, and yeah, I agree, Sanior. That's definitely what I actually just saw your comment. Decided to cut those bad boys. Although the Manticore is probably one of the things I'm a little bit on the fences about. A little bit on the fence. But Manticores are pretty good for like sniping Greenskin casters. So if he does have like a Night Goblin Shaman or something, I can just kind of stick the Manticore on it and he can kill it pretty quick. So, all right, let's give it a try. Norska fodder. I know that's my one apprehension about this build is I would like to have some Marauders, but Greenskin Infantry cut them up so quick. Like Biggins and Black Orcs just annihilate them. So yeah, we'll see. I'll probably lose this game, to be honest. Normally I feel very confident before games about my builds and whatnot, but with this build, I'm feeling a little bit insecure, guys. I'm not going to lie. So, but Chaos versus Vampire Counts is a battle I actually like. It makes for some pretty good games usually. So we're going to set these guys up to a little bit. Yeah, we can go a little wide. It doesn't really matter. And we're going to get the Aspiring Champs here. We're going to get these guys in the back here in the wings and just kind of help them out in, the cav fight or things like that if need be. Big Papa Kolek, we can probably put him with his goon squad back here so they can be rolling dirty together. And what is he? He's playing Greenskin, so he can't really like dive my back line too aggressively. So the Manticore we can also put over here. And I think that's good. So let's go ahead and get started. And oh, I accidentally brought the pendulum. Darn, I didn't mean to do that. So yeah. Oh, you got to leave, Gabe. So all Greenskins? I know bulk. I should do some Greenskins. I will. They're probably my favorite competitive faction. Like if I were to play in a tournament, I would play Greenskins like mostly, or Vampire Counts for sure. Yeah, the Manticore just gives you utility. It's like flying. The Greenskins don't really threaten flying much. So having a single flying unit like this, I feel is good. I don't know. I haven't played a Greenskins versus Vampire Counts or a Greenskins versus Chaos in a long time from the Chaos perspective. Thank you, Anna. That's very nice of you, darling. Yeah, you're helping me get through my insecurities here. I love it. So 10 seconds left. Yeah, my army's really small, guys. Look at that compared to his. I hope he does like a Savage Orc build. That would be interesting. Slaaneash's perverse glory. Yeah. So okay. So it's good. He has like Black Orcs and things like that. So I just have to be very careful with Kolek, not to like let him get sniped out by like the Rusty Arrows and like all those missile units. So Looks like he has some Goblin Archers back there. He doesn't have any Cav. He does have Warzog, so he's going for the Warpaint build. You can see he has Savage Orc, so these guys are going to have pretty heavy magic resistance. And but I could do a massive Mind Razor infusion, which will be pretty solid. And oh, I was wondering like what that was, but it looks like the Hammer of Gork is doing a little bit of work. So we're just going to fly over, and if he does have missiles, we're going to, you know, get eyes on him and, you know, hopefully be able to do some work. So, and yeah, he doesn't look like he has any Cav. Does he have any? Yeah, he doesn't have any sneaky business going on. So what we want to do, obviously, is get our Shaggots, like, laying the smackdown on that that Arachnoid Queen. We need to, like, shut that down. So the Hounds we're going to put in Group 4. We're probably going to have them kind of do a long scurry around here. We're going to fly the Manticore over just to get eyes on everything. And, yeah, just keep marching down the pipe, guys. So let's have some fun. So, yeah, it looks like he just has Goblin Archers and Rusty Arrows, so he might go... Yeah, it looks like he's going to take some fire here, which is fine. I just kind of wanted to, like, draw them out so I could see where they are. So the Hounds we're going to pull up and around the back like this. We're going to fly the Manticore, like, over the top of them. And the Forsaken, also, we're gonna dart out there. So, oh, that's sloppy. Let's go ahead and pull those guys back. All right, so we get a little bit of baiting here in the front, which is fine. So we're going to go ahead and get these Forsaken here, get these guys here, get this guy fighting here, get these guys here, and very, very good. So right now the Manticore is taking a bit of damage. We're going to get these guys on the Hammer of Gork, and yeah, let's do it. So we're going to get our big goons on the Arachnoid Queen here. Oh, and it looks like we were able to find a Goblin Big Boss. Oh, that's a Goblin Big Boss. Okay, so we're actually going to overcast right here and use the Occam's Mind Razor on Big Papa Shaggoth here, and it looks like the Hounds are able to get on that Hammer of Gork, which is a pretty nice like freebie in the beginning. So on top of that, let's also use the Lightning right here, and hopefully the Shaggoths can actually like work on this Arachnoid Queen. So we're able to kill the Hammer of Gork, which is great. So right now we're going to kind of come in here and just chase into these Rusty Arrows, and we do get that nice overcast here, but he's taking a lot of damage from that Goblin Big Boss, which is a little bit sloppy on my part. So what we might actually do is like pull them back, and if he keeps chasing here, we can just like, you know, get them with the Shaggoth. So we'll keep the Dragon Ogre fighting him, and we're going to get Big Papa Kolek just smashing this guy's world. So we do have a Pit of Shade, so let's go ahead and see if we want to use it like right here just to kind of collapse this middle line here. And the Poison Hounds are able to get on the Rusty Arrows, which is quite nice, but we do get a Foot of Gork here. It doesn't do that much, to be honest. And we're able to get rid of that Dragon Ogre, which is really nice. And now I think we can focus Wurzog, because, you know, his whole line here is essentially going to collapse. So let's go ahead and get our Sorcerer over here. The Shaggoth is doing a pretty good job fighting the Spider, but honestly, I think we should probably just try and snipe out some of his more, like, you know, important units first, because it's going to take a lot of time to get rid of that guy. So the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, let's go ahead and get it over here on Wurzog as well. Our Poison Warhounds are able to just do some serious work here, but we are losing the flank in some respects over here. So let's go ahead and just keep collapsing down, just try and take out this Lord, because we need to take advantage of the power of our Shaggoths, and it looks like Wurzog is on foot, so he's not going to be able to get away. He's just going to have to take the Kolek D all day. The Dragon Ogre, a little bit of an awkward position. Let's see if we can kind of loop it around here. We do have the Manticore back, so let's go ahead and pull them over there. And man, these Poison Warhounds are doing great work for me in the back line, but yeah, we need to kill his Lord. Like, we really, really need to. It's very important here. Because if his Lord's gone, I think we can, like, take advantage of our Terror and all those other mechanics. So I'm going to go ahead and look for his Wizards and Sorcerers and things like that. And yeah, Kolek, yeah, he might shatter here. Yeah, and it looks like he's going to shatter, which is great. So Kolek right now, we're going to kind of pull him around. We're going to see if he has like any casters or anything left, any Goblin Big Bosses, and it doesn't look like he does. So we have a little bit of a pocket here, but honestly, we don't have like too much left. But this Manticore able to get in here, which is very, very good. And Big Papa Kolek is obviously getting chased. So yeah, we just got to kite around a little bit right now, which is fine. So let's go ahead and just kind of run Kolek this direction, see if we have any troops kind of doing their thing that are not really fighting. We do have some Forsaken here. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, though. We don't have much left, guys. So we might save up for another Mind Razor right now. So let's go ahead over here and just kind of keep running Kolek around and just using this Manticore to like snipe things out. And it looks like he does have a Goblin Big Boss. So Kolek needs to scurry. The Dragon Ogre doing a pretty good job. And a lot of these guys, they're still confident, though, which is a little bit concerning. So let's go ahead and collapse over here and, you know, just keep things going. And Kolek, yeah, it's good. We're able to get him away, which is solid. So the Manticore is probably going to go down here, which is fine. So we're going to kind of pull Kolek around. Let's go ahead and use a Lord of the Storm right here, see if we can like make some decent contact. But we do need to keep this Sorcerer alive, because in the fourth quarter, yeah, that's nice. We get a pretty good little Lord of the Storm right there. And the Goblin Big Boss is going to catch Kolek, but that's fine. So we can probably just honestly crush him real quick. And we do have enough for a Pit of Shades here in just a moment, which is going to be nice. So we want to draw this battle into like a really, really tight pitched battle. So let's go ahead, just keep running from the Spider. Just keep the fighting going the best we can. We do have some troops back from out here, so let's go ahead and pull those guys in as well. So we're just going to try and get a Pit of Shades here. So Pit of Shades is right here, so let's go ahead and just cast that right here in the middle of this blob. Can we do that? Can we do that? Is it too close? Okay, that was good. So we're able to get that. Kolek's able to run away pretty well, but yeah, I'm hoping I don't like suffer army losses like soon. So we get a good Pit of Shades there. It's doing some solid damage. Hopefully it'll like help break a lot of those guys. And Kolek's just kind of scurrying around because I don't want him to get low, because then, you know, I could start to run into some issues with army losses and things like that. So my Sorcerer over here doing a pretty good job. The Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, unfortunately Black Orcs are immune to Psychology, which is a little bit unfortunate, but Kolek's doing a good job kind of scurrying around. So let's go ahead and charge him over here, see if we can kind of crack the lines a little bit and just keep this Dragon Ogre fighting. I should probably do some cycle charging, to be honest. Just really, really take advantage of that. So we're going to pull him out here and just kind of charge Kolek into this line here, which is a little bit dicey, but it's okay. So we get him in there. We're just going to keep running because, man, I do not have much left, guys. So even though we're able to kill Wurzog, like, I feel like I didn't have enough like density to really deal with his army, so that was a little bit unfortunate. But the Shaggoth here, we need to just form like a mobile goon squad and just start gooning around and just, you know, getting as much value as we can out of that. So we don't have like any infantry left, so we will have a Lord of the Storm relatively soon. And as far as magic goes, yeah, we do have 5 wins of magic, so we might want to like wait for something there. And it looks like he does get another Maternal Instinct, which is really, really tough. So let's go ahead and run over here. We do get some Aspiring Champs back, so look how fast those spiders are, and I think they do poison also, which is tough. So let's turn and get and fight this Goblin Big Boss here, because I don't think we're going to get away. So let's see, what does he have left? So we can go ahead and use this Lord of the Storm right here, which timing-wise, he should like run right into it. So, but you can see that the Shaggoth is going to start, you know, taking a bit of a beating. So we get a nice Lord of the Storm there and hit those guys. But unfortunately, Kolek's shaken. This is looking pretty grim, guys. So let's go ahead and get the Dragon Ogre on these guys, and hopefully we can start to get like some sort of a terror thing going on here. I don't know how that's going to work, but and we don't have quite enough wins of magic to get anything out of this. So again, a pretty tough matchup. I think the Manticore wasn't a good choice. Yeah. The pony's doing good. I mean, like he's not disappointing. He's hitting hard. This other Dragon Ogre in here, we might be able to get lucky with like a terror route. To be honest, it's gonna be tough still, but you know it's possible. Like it could happen, especially if these like Warriors of Chaos get back before like I actually start to route off. And you can see the balance of power is like starting to change a little bit. So yeah, let's just keep these Shaggoths fighting, man. This is a pretty wild battle for sure. So 7 wins of magic, pretty good stuff. I really need some of these Aspiring Champs and other troops to get in here and trigger the rear charge bonus, which is going to be pretty devastating. And now I'm steady, guys. So, oh man, this Arachnoid Queen is starting to go down. Unfortunately, that other Dragon Ogre is shaken, and these troops are coming back. So, man, are we going to win this? Man, this is great. I'll have to cast this game if we're actually able to win this one. So let's go ahead and use this this magic here and see if we can kind of keep getting this Arachnoid Queen down. And man, is he suffering a mass rout right now? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh my goodness, guys. I think we did it. The balance of power is shifting. The fire rises. Man, I think we did it. So that guy's shattering. Let's go ahead and see what he has left. Man, very, very cool. So these guys are broken. So we're going to chase down like some of the more dense units. And we can, yeah, I think that's it. Like, what does he still have fighting? So he's got some Savage Orcs over on the far side. But obviously Big Papa Kolek and his Shaggoth Bro are not going to have any of this. They're not going to have any of this. And I still, now I have the Mind Razor, which is going to be really, really tough. So as far as the infantry go, let's go ahead and kind of get them together right here and just unify. And it looks like he's going to try and regroup with this Goblin Big Boss. We're not going to have any of that. So let's go ahead and start chasing him down. And, you know, Kolek's pretty quick. He's hard to run from, you know, for sure. So, in honesty, with the terror and things like that, I don't know if my opponent can come back. Yeah, we did it. We did it. I mean, despite, like, a pretty rough, like, I don't know what he can do. Yeah, really good game, man. Yeah, apparently he said he watches the channel, so... we're going to charge these guys, see if we can kind of like start to clean up. My opponent's probably going to want to engage here like in just a moment. So let's go ahead and get these guys kind of going there. Pull my Sorcerer back so he doesn't get, oh man. And yeah, the Goblin Big Boss might actually be able to kill this Shaggoth over here, which would be pretty tough for sure. So we're going to just kind of keep our infantry like with our leadership, and we're able to shatter him. And what does he have left? So he has some troops here. So let's go ahead and just kind of group everyone together. And let's see. All right, so he's got some big ones over here. These guys they're all breaking to army losses. So man, great chaos game. We'll just call it that. Yeah, really good game. Wasn't that awesome? We were able to do it. Can't believe that. What a cockfight. Really well played to my bro here. The guy it'll pull up his name in just a second. We'll give him a shout out. But man, the Shaggoths, they did their work. Like against the Arachnoid Queen there in the 4th quarter. It's a really good game to Doge code. That was awesome, man. I like the Savage Orcs. A big part of it is we were able to kill Wurzog like early. The one thing I'd probably replace is the Manticore. That was like a waste. I should have just gotten like more infantry, you know. Yeah, that was incredible. Oh, Gabe, Gabe, you're in chat. Good game, man. That was super close. Oh my goodness, I thought I was gonna lose that 100%. Hey, what's going on, Onion Knees? Welcome, man. Yeah, Onion Knees and I was playing 2v2 with Black Iron, who, if you guys saw the Foot of Gork game the other day, that was him, Black Iron. We played some 2v2s last night. It was me and Black Iron versus Onion Knees and one of, I'm trying to remember the name of the other gentleman. Sorry, I'm just totally blanking, but we actually, yeah, they did really good. They were just punishing us for a lot of those games. I'll cast some of those for sure. It was rough. It was really fun. All right, cool. Yeah, oh yeah, Stretch, right. So yeah, guys, Chaos is fun. Like, they're one of those factions that, they're an underdog faction, but you know, once they figure out the meta, they can't compete, you know? Yeah, you know, it's funny, because to answer your question about Bruce Lee, Like, a lot of people hype Bruce Lee as like one of the greatest martial artists of all time, and yeah, he's a great martial artist in his respective Jeet Kune Do, I believe it was called. He was a great martial artist, but I honestly think if you threw Bruce Lee against like any of these, UFC, lightweight fighters or whatever weight class he is, they would just crush him. Like that, a lot of those Eastern martial arts, they're just kind of like sport oriented, more like showmanship than rather like practical stuff. It's just my opinion. Just all right. Yeah, I did fumble with the Manticore for sure. But the Pit of Shades was pretty good. We were able to crumble that middle line with the Pit of Shades and then collapse on Wurzog, who was then alone. And, again, Wurzog wasn't on his pig, so he wasn't able to scurry away. Yeah, hail to the king. That's right, Anna. Yeah, when I was in Poland, Anna and I, or Lady Turin, as you guys refer to her as, we were binge watching the Ash vs. Evil Dead. We watched the entire first season in like 3 or 4 days. It was so good. It's so good. You can just binge that show, man. You know? Oh, dude, I agree. Chuck Norris is like one of my heroes. I love Chuck Norris. Yeah, okay, Jeet Kune Do was combat oriented, but like, I don't know. Like, I think like contemporary kickboxing or any of like, MMA style stuff is just superior for sure. So we're playing Cruza Noob. What do you guys want to see? Is there something you guys want to see here? Yeah, Muay Thai is lethal. But again, Muay Thai does struggle against like the takedown because of the way the stance is with the leg and everything. So, I mean, Muay Thai is a great martial art though. Yeah, Muay Thai is awesome. Huge fan of that. I do jiu-jitsu myself and Western boxing. So I did boxing for about 5 years. And then I did jiu-jitsu for about 6 months. So pretty amateurish at both. But yeah, very fun stuff. We're playing Cruza Noob. What do we want to play? Oh, it looks like he dodged. So we don't have to decide anyways. Conor McGregor, yeah, he's awesome. I love watching Conor McGregor. And as an Irishman. Hey, what's going on, Vlad from Russia? Welcome, man. Thanks for joining the stream. Speaking of Russian, when I was in Poland with Lady Turin back in for New Year's, we went to a Georgian restaurant, and I believe there was a Russian gentleman sitting across from us, and he heard us speaking English, and he got like all rowdy with us, started like telling us to be quiet and stuff. He was an older guy. He was like 60 and just drunk. It was pretty funny. Yeah, pretty good stuff. All right, guys, we're going to get into another game here. So far, so good. 2 very, very good games. So we're playing King Jubilee. Actually, this is one of my favorite maps. So we got to play the Green Tide, guys. We're going to get Wurzog because I honestly think he's the best Greenskin Lord now. Like, he's just so good. The effigy of Deget is just such a playmaker. So Foot of Gork, of course. There's no question about that. We're going to also get this, this is really good, the Bonewood Staff. So whenever you cast a spell, it gives all your units 16 melee attack. It's incredible. For 20 seconds, that's like so insane. It's incredibly insane. So we're going to get that. 3 Goblin Big Bosses obviously are just so good. So we'll probably put them on the Wolves just to be stingy. We'll get 1 Spider just so we have like some additional poison there. I think should be fine. Also, guys, like if you're worrying about it, just cut Slippery because I never use it and I always forget. So might as well save money. So we're going full on Savage, guys. We're going to go full Savage. Just shirtless beatdown. We'll get 2 of the big uns. I don't know. I guess they have the anti-large. I don't know if that's even necessary, really. But we're going to get some Night Goblin Archers. Probably 2 groups. Do we want to get 3 groups? I think that's fine. And then what else do we want to get? So Hammer of Gork's pretty good. I do like the Doomdiver Catapults quite a bit. But we're going to go ahead and get the Hammer. And let's see here. The Morgrim Smangy Marauders. It would be nice to have like some Vanguard. But we're going to get some Goblin Wolf Riders here. And let's see. What else do we want to get? We probably... Yeah, I think they'll do well against the Treekin. We could get some regular big uns. Who's, in your opinion, the worst legendary lord? I'd have to think about that. I mean, Sigvald's pretty terrible. I mean, he's just like... He's like a regular lord that can't be on a mount and just like... is just super janky, So we're going to get 2 of these, and then maybe do we want to get like... Maybe if we put him on this cheapo mount, we can get... How much are those fancy ones? I don't know. What do we want to get, guys? We have 1,200. That's quite a bit to work with here. So definitely don't want trolls. Doomdiver Catapults aren't bad against the Wood Elves, but again, he's gonna have a pretty scary little Flying Lord squad. So I guess, do we want to get these guys? What do they have? So they have bigger and harder. So do they have a bonus versus large? Doesn't look like it. And what do these guys? These guys do have an anti-large, and let's go ahead and see what that is. So yeah, plus 12. That's pretty big. But these guys do have the frenzy. Yeah, we'll just get these guys, and then we're just gonna maybe just kind of chevron these guys up, do our thing. Maybe actually, do I want to cut 1 group of these? Yeah, let's do that. Let's cut 1 group of those, and then we can get some nasty skulkers for the back line for the smoke cloud, which is going to be really good. So, all right, let's do it. Yeah, the Sigvald's tough. Kazrak got buffed though, and at least Kazrak can ride a chariot, and he has some decent Vanguard deployment and some different builds. I don't know. It's hard to say, guys. Like who the worst lord is. I could tell you if I look through the menus real quick. Yeah, no chariot against wood elves because like pretty much all the wood elf infantry are spears and missiles and like cav, so they can just shut down chariots very easily. Yeah. So thank you guys all for joining on this surprise stream. We actually have a lot of people right now. I think it's the time of the day because it's good for both America and Europe right now. I mean, quote unquote good for Europe because I know for you guys it's like what 1 or 2 in the morning. So you guys can thank Lady Turin for talking me into streaming. It was her idea. So give her a shout out if you guys like. Yeah, Sigvald does make everyone question their sexuality. Yeah, Kemmler's pretty terrible. He's pretty terrible. There's so many like yeah. Yeah, he's Heinrich, yeah. Yeah, Kazrak's okay. I mean, he has Vanguard, though, so he can be pretty fun. You know what, guys? That's actually what we need to do. Yeah, oh, yeah. Gelt's really bad, too. Gelt's terrible. There's a bunch of really bad lords, guys. It's midnight. Where do you live, Royal Cabbage? Are you in the UK? Yeah, probably. No sleep, just war. I know, I agree, man. I agree, so do some hand stretches here just for a moment. How's the weather in California? Oh my God, it is so nice right now. It's like 80 degrees. Just warm, sunny, just beautiful. Just beautiful. It's insane how nice it is. Like I was actually at the beaches. Well, not at the beaches, but I was driving along the coast yesterday, and it was just incredible. So, all right. So we got a pretty savage pack here, for sure. I don't know how good they'll be against like Treekin. If he gets Treekin, it won't be as good because Treekin obviously do magic damage, so they can cut through the Savage Orc's physical resistance pretty easy. So aside from that, let's go ahead and set these guys up like so. Get these in the secondary line. I really want to get that hill first, so I can kind of have have the kind of dominant position. So we're gonna put the nasty skulkers right here. So if he does like land with the Flying Lord, we then poison them, with the smoke bomb. And we're also going to put the Savage Orc Biggins in the back and just kind of figure out where we want to use them. So, all right, let's move this back. And Greenskins are like a stressful faction to play. They're just so micro-intensive. Like, you wouldn't think like the Greenskins would be micro-intensive, but I honestly think they're one of the most micro-intensive factions, like hands down. All right, so let's get our Goon Squad here. We'll just put them over yonder. And I'm tempted to start like one of these Gabos up on the hill just so we can like get that initial sight. Let's go ahead and do that. And we'll maneuver him from there. So. All right, a little bit of lag here. So, all right, let's go ahead and start the battle. 80 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius. Oh man, I don't know off the top of my head. I would check for you on Google, before or after the game perhaps. Yeah, pretty low winds magic. Oh, okay, so what the heck's going on over here, guys? We got some funny business going on. A little bit of a weird deployment. That's okay though. Our Wolf Riders are chilling, so let's actually run him up and see like if we can get like eyes on the rest of his army. So this is fine. Let's go check over here, and these guys can just follow in suit. So yeah, we don't want to like run into anything obviously, but we have been discovered, so we're gonna kind of keep scurrying around, and it's probably worth losing this unit just to know what my opponent has and know if he's like up to any funny business or anything like that. So these Goblin Wolf Riders can go scout there, and they're very good scout units, and you can see he's like, yeah, okay. So he's got Treekin back here. This is fine. So if we can get them out, that's a win. But if not, I don't really care. So he's got Treekin. He's got some War Dancers. We should honestly crush this army just based on the initial composition. Because Savage Orcs just annihilate Wood Elf Infantry, and he's going to land his dragon here and maybe kill like a goblin or two, but nothing like to write home about. So he's probably going to hide in the forest, which is normal for Wood Elves, I would imagine. So we're going to kind of move our siege forward, just kind of park these guys here and just wait for the battle to start. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to have pretty good... oh, man, did they just get routed off the battlefield? Oh, did you guys see that? So they got terror routed off the battlefield and just went right off the corner of the map. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, that sucks. I mean, it's only 300 resources, honestly, so it's not like backbreaking, but just it hurts, guys. It hurts. So the Treekin here, let's see. He's got some Eternal Guard. He's got a Glade Lord, a Lady Lord over there, and I don't think he sees these guys, so we're gonna go ahead and pull over there, just kind of scurry away. Again, we don't want to get terror routed like that. That's pretty rough. So yeah. He's coming over here pretty aggressively. I'm not sure why. I mean, maybe he's suspicious. The way his build looks, oh, he has very small. So he does have like a tree-centric army, I think, actually. If he has more Treekin, I could be in trouble. But the Restieres and those units just put the trees down pretty aggressively. So, yeah, we're almost in range to kind of Hammer of Gorkim. So we'll just keep these Gobos kind of scurrying, just doing our thing. And I don't mind fighting in the forest. I know they get some advantages, I would imagine, but we should be okay. So, what is that debuff they have? I think that's one of Wurzog's things. So, all right, so let's go ahead and march over here into the trees. Just kind of keep our Goon Squad over yonder. We'll pull these guys around the back. Just get ready to go, and let's have some fun, guys. Oh, it looks like he has something behind me. So what are these, Wild Riders? Okay, so that's interesting. So what we can do here is we could use, we're going to get them. So what we're going to do is actually use effigy to get. So let's go ahead and posture here, pull these guys like yonder, and we're probably going to use this, just trap them down here, and that's a free kill. So we're trading a Hammer of Gork for essentially a bunch of these guys, so we're going to go ahead and use this to really just punish them, and we should be able to just put them in a can pretty aggressively here. So cool, so we're going to pull back a little bit, just finish off those Wild Riders before we decide to engage elsewhere, and yeah, you can see they're taking pretty huge damage, and I think my cannon crew will come back. So that's a pretty good situation for me. So our missile crews, yeah, and it looks like his lord is continuing to kind of fly over, and we're just going to position right here, just kind of hang tight, and yeah, we're able to just annihilate those things. So great, that's good. So we traded. I think that's an even trade, a little bit more resources in my favor. So let's go ahead and advance here, and you know, it looks like he's going to try and clip the wings a little bit, or he's thinking about it at least. So let's go ahead and get these guys going here, these guys going here, and these guys going here. And then our missile troops, we want to have them focusing on the Treekin, because again, they're a big target. They're very, very solid choice. So very good. So we're going to get our gobos going around the back. We're going to pull our flying goon squad over here, or not our flying goon squad, but we're going to use Ere We Go on the front line, which should do pretty good for us. And these gobos are going to probably get free range on some of these missiles back here. We'll go ahead and find out. And Wurzog in the company, we probably want to get them like somewhat close, but yeah, we're getting overloaded here, so we're going to send the big uns in, just kind of hang tight, park them right here, and the goblin big bosses can go ahead and just kind of start fighting a little bit. But you can see our goblin firing line's doing pretty well, so we're just going to kind of keep rotating between the Treekin, and we do get caught on spears over there, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I don't know if we want to use like a foot of Gork right now. We're just going to kind of wait and be patient and get these Savage Orc Biggins in here, who should do pretty well against some of these War Dancers. So just continuing to focus. We're going to keep Wurzog here so he gets that buff. We're going to keep the pigs right behind him in case the Lord decides to land. And let's actually buff these Biggins over here and just use the Fist of Gork on them. So our Goblin Wolf Riders did get kind of punished by spears a little bit, but he is coming in with his Lord, which is very, very risky. So we're going to turn and focus him with our Goon Squad here. Just keep our Goblin missiles firing. And they're doing a very, very good job of working down a lot of these Treekin. You can see we've already taken out like essentially 2 groups of those, so that's very, very good stuff. So we're just going to pull these guys back in here, just keep Wurzog fighting. We won't have effigy to get for a little while, but I think we're able to do some really, really good damage to his Lord, which is solid. So we're going to pull our Cav back at this point, just kind of try and regroup, but we're taking a ton of damage from those from the nets and everything. So we want to look for his last group of Treekin and just continue to like work our way down on them. And he does use the Prey of Anathrama, which is very, very good stuff. So let's go ahead and do we want to get a Foot of Gork in here? I feel like this might not be terrible. So we're going to go ahead and try it. You know, we have Wind's Magic to spare, so let's go ahead and just kind of pop it and see what happens. So we're just going to keep pushing these Savage Orcs in, and we get a Foot of Gork, and it does okay damage. It wasn't, like, super devastating or anything. The Goblin Wolf Riders do get caught by his Lord, which is fine. The Hammer of Gork crew is back, so let's go ahead and get those guys online as well. The balance of power is pretty even. Like, it's honestly very, very tough to tell how this battle's going, but I think we're working down a lot of his Treekin, and his frontliners are starting to have a little bit of problem. But we do get some Wolf Riders into these, which is good. And do we have any missiles? So we do have some armor-piercing troops. Let's go ahead and move these Savage Orc Biggins up and just kind of keep focusing those guys down to the best of our ability. So over here, we're able to get these Savage Orcs back in. Hopefully they can finish. And let's kind of get our Goon Squad and start like riding around the sides, seeing if we can get some good value out of that. So the Nasty Skulkers, we're just going to send them in at this point. Just keep these Savage Orcs back on guard duty. And the rest of the Heirs did come back. So let's go ahead and pull those guys back as well. So very, very good. So right now, we just kind of want to wait and see what his Lord decides to do. And let's just push some of his missiles here. Or maybe we can actually probably get this Spellsinger with the Lord of Life here and just kind of assassinate it really quick. So we're going to pull these guys in here and go ahead and use the Smoke Bomb to kind of lock them down. And these Savage Orcs we want to push in. And yeah, his Glade Lord did heal, but yeah, if we can kill the Spellsinger here, that's going to be really, really nice. So he does get some spears kind of in the way, which is pretty good. You know, very, very well played there, but hopefully we can assassinate her. That's going to be really, really solid if we can. And the Savage Orcs, I think, are doing pretty well in the attrition battle. So let's go ahead here and see how she's doing. We do have 3 Goblin Big Bosses on her, so we should be able to do some work. We do have Ere We Go also, so let's go ahead and cast that back here just to give us that extra punch. And we really want to finish her off because that'll take away a lot of the sustainability that the Wood Elves do bring to the table. So we're going to push these guys back, just kind of check here, just keep moving everyone forward. And yeah, we're able to do some excellent work here. He might land his Glade Lord. This is a very risky move for me. So he lands the Glade Lord, and we're able to kill the Sorcerer, it looks like, which is solid. So right now we're just going to charge back to these guys, get these Savage Orcs pushing onto these Archers, and that'll give us a little bit of a pocket here. So we're going to go ahead and use the Snare right here and get my Savage Orcs. Oh, and it looks like did they tear her out? Oh, that's so unfortunate. But we actually do lock him down, but you guys see that? I used Effigy to get, and he's able to get away, which is such a buggy thing. But we do have some troops coming back here. Let's go ahead and get these guys focusing here, these guys coming here. And yeah, so the Hammer of Gork actually looks like it did get chased off the battlefield. We do have some Goblin Wolf Riders. Let's hit them on those guys. And it looks like he's going to land his Lord now. So, man, this is not good here. So, our Lord's actually taking a bit of a beating. So, he's going to rout, which is actually a good thing, because now the Goblin Big Bosses can hopefully, lock that guy down. And yeah, we're doing some good damage here. So let's go ahead and just kind of keep pushing our troops through, see if we can get them to the back line. And let's see what we got over here. So the Goblin Wolf Riders are back in action. They should be able to get on some of these guys. And we're doing some good work here. And now Wurzog did get away, which is great. So we're just going to kind of go put him in a safe position and keep these Goblin Big Bosses just fighting right here and just kind of working his Lord down. Because you can see he just had to use his potion, which is really, really good. So I think in the main battle, we're actually starting to win. Our Infantry Corps is doing very, very good. Some Wild Riders actually did come back. So let's go ahead and turn and crossfire on them. Let's go ahead and get these guys kind of coming down here to shoot at those guys as well. And just keep doing our thing. So let's go ahead and get the Goblin Big Bosses continuing to chase. And it looks like, oh yeah, we're able to actually finally like crumble a lot of his troops. So let's go in the back line. Yeah, this is a really, really good battle for sure. But he does get a really nice ability there on Wurzog. I would really like to get, and let's go ahead and get some Savage Orcs chasing those guys. So good, we're able to collapse those Lords there. And yeah, Wurzog's leadership is pretty low though. It's making me a little bit uncomfortable. So we do have a pretty big blob here. So we're just going to kind of push through and try and stay as one. And our missile units are back online. So let's get them coming over here. And man, those Wild Riders are doing very, very good for my opponent. But he only has 10 left. So it's could be worse. So we're going to capture some of these guys. I need to keep Wurzog safe, just so we can get Effigy of Deget, and he actually does have some spears here, so let's go ahead and finish those guys off and just keep Wurzog nearby. We did get the Goblin Big Bosses and some other troops through. Let's go ahead and get these Savage Orcs going after these guys as well. Wurzog is so low though. I'm just going to use this buff because in case he does get like cheese and just kind of push down, you know, I want to, you know, get the best value I can. So let's go ahead and also use Ere We Go because I don't know how long he's going to live, so we might run him over here. I'm concerned about like suffering a mass rout, and yeah, he might get sniped out here, which is going to be tough. So let's go ahead and just kind of keep polishing off these ground forces. And thankfully, we do have 3 Goblin Big Bosses. Yeah, and it looks like he's just going to break right now. So that's why I'm kind of running him, so his Lord has to go chase him. Because he was going to break regardless. So yeah, he's going to run off the battlefield. So we need to just kind of move around in a big Zerg right now and just stomp out as much of the Greenskin forces we can, or excuse me, the enemy forces we can. And I still do have 3 Goblin Big Bosses. So assuming they can like maintain their leadership, I think we're okay. So let's go ahead and just get on these Wild Riders right here. And yeah, we just have a bunch of Goblin Big Bosses. That's all he has though, really, right? I mean, what else does he have left? So he has some spears over here that are kind of on the edge of routing. And we do have these guys coming back, which is really, really nice because those guys are super strong. So Wild Riders are broken. Yeah, just kind of ride around and keep finishing things off. Those Glade Guards with the Starfire Shafts. And these guys are breaking now as well. How's the balance of power? I guess he still has his Lord. So, yeah, I don't know how it's, but yeah, look at my guys. A lot of them are wavering, which is not good. And he could mass terror out me, which is going to be really tough. So very, very well played regardless. Like, my opponent wins this. That's kudos to him. It's pretty awesome. So the Arrow of Kurnus, that should be his last one. He should be just about out of those. So unfortunately, one of my Goblin Big Bosses does kind of break here. So very, very tough situation. The Nasty Skulkers still are here, but they're wavering. And oh man, he has like nothing left. It's literally just his Lord. So he's going to be forced to land here. So we're just going to kind of chill in the trees and get these guys coming here and just kind of wait for it. You know, we're just going to wait for the final showdown here. So he's coming in with the Glade Dragon. So we're going to go ahead and jump him with everything we have. And we might just have a mass terror route, though, which is going to be pretty tough. So this Goblin Big Boss gets a little bit of, yeah, look at that terror route. Wow. Really well played. I mean, if this is indeed the end of the game, but I think a lot of my troops will come back from terror here. So let's see. Let's go ahead and look here. So yeah, thankfully they're all running in the same direction, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and try and regroup to the best of our abilities. And his Lord is here. So yeah, you can see I do have the Savage Orc Biggins who are wavering. And let's see. Oh, that's not good. Everyone's terrified. Man, well played. Great loss. So I'm going to cast that one. That was a really good game. I can't believe that. The terror route was really good. That was really good. So very, very well played to King Jubilee there. That was awesome. So yeah, we did good with the Goblin missiles in the beginning. We were able to punish the Treecan. The effigy of Deget on the Wild Riders was good, but it actually came back and was able to get that Hammer of Gork. So that was really intense. The Savage Orcs did well. Savage Orc Biggins, I don't know if they're worth bringing, to be honest, but yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so let me just stretch out for a second. Yeah, I actually was expecting to win that one. Yeah, the effigy of Deget was bugged. It's kind of bugged because I was able, you guys saw that I trapped his Lord there with the effigy and he just took off. It's very, very buggy, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, not sure what to do about that, but, you know, like the other day I had a really good game where I was playing against Boris Todbringer, and I was able to trap him, actually. Like, he landed and then he just took off and it just, you know, screwed it all up, so. No, Luke, I don't do full-time YouTube, no, to answer your question. I work as an athletic director during the day. That's my day job. So I run like community sports programs and things like that in the Bay Area. Yeah, so I just do YouTube when I come home at night. So yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun. That was a great game though. I hope I play him again. That was awesome. So we're playing Egypt Falcon. He's playing the Greenskins. All right, guys. I know what needs to be done. No, not Von Karstein. We're going to play Vampire Count. So hopefully he's not watching the stream. I don't want to give anything away, you know. So we're going to get Lady Karstein. We're going to go ahead and get our Chalice. We're going to get... Do I want to get Winds of Death? Probably not. I'm pretty sloppy with it. So, yeah, we're just going to get these abilities. That should be fine. Yeah. It is a good job, Luke, but to be honest, it's very, very tiring. I work like 60 hours a week, and then I do YouTube when I get home, so it's a lot of work. All right, guys. You guys see this? You see the coach? You guys see the coach? I hope you guys are grateful. I'm getting a black coach just for you guys. I'm almost tempted to get 2 of them. Let's go ahead and get a Banshee just because she's good against the Greenskins. And let's see. So we got Cryptors. We got all kinds of spooky, scary stuff. I feel like I don't have any like Cav. You know? It just feels haggard. Oh, this build is just... The black coach is just so freaking haggard, guys. I don't know how you guys talk me into getting that like every game. So we're actually going to cut the Banshee. We're going to get some Blood Knights. And then on top of that, is there any abilities we can get rid of? I do like her flying here, though. I want to keep all those, which is fine. We can... Von Hells is probably pretty good, too. So let's get that, and then we can get, like, some Direwolves or something. So it's a pretty traditional army with the exception... Although, I do need that Banshee, guys, because with Von Karstein Lady, it really, really is powerful with her. So we're going to get that, and then I need some sort of a mobile threat, guys. I need something, like, quick. So maybe we get some, like, some Hounds or something. Maybe we get some Dire Hounds, and then we can get some, like, Fellbats or something. Yeah, why not? Oh, God, this army just feels bad. Ugh, gross. Oh, did I actually get 2 Dire Hounds? Oh, that's not good. I actually only meant to get 1. That was a mistake. It's okay, though. I mean, you guys know this is a troll build anyway, so if I lose, I mean, it's okay. I won't cry about it. Yeah, the army does suck. It's a pretty terrible army. Like, really terrible. But the only reason I'm doing it is for the black coach. You know? It's all about that black coach, guys. Nobody expects it either. You know, they're just going to tremble in terror when they see it. One of my buddies actually started a YouTube channel. You guys check him out. His name is Italian Spartacus. He's going to be doing, like, a bunch of lore stuff on, like, tabletop. But he was telling me that, like, in tabletop, the black coach is, like, one of the worst units also, which is really funny. Like, it's just terrible. So it's funny how they actually, like, translated that over. So, all right, cool. So we got here. Let's go ahead and just Vanguard. Why not, right? Might as well take advantage of that. So we're going to go ahead and get these guys pop, locked, and drop. We're going to get her. We're going to get the Banshee in the front line as well. Let's go ahead and get Lady Karstein over there. Toggle these up. The black coach can be in group 3. The Hound's in group 4. And these ones can be in group 5. So we definitely have a lot of weird units here. So we're probably just going to put the Fellbats with this group here and just put them in group 1. I don't even know. Yeah. I'm going to try. I mean, I don't know how good the black coach is going to be. It's just an incredibly janky unit. All right. So let's go ahead and advance here and just do our best. He has a giant, actually, which is a little bit concerning. So I'm going to just start running these Hounds around the back, see if we can find any goodies here. Oh, is he using Trolls? All right, so we're both using Haggard builds, which is comforting in a way. So we're going to kind of run the black coach, try and get on those black orcs. And let's go ahead and see what he has. So he has Goblin Big Bosses, which aren't really an issue. I'm sure he has the Rusty Arrows or something back here, but the Hounds, what we can actually do to make them effective is just wait for the Trolls to rout, and then we can just feast on them. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and just kind of fly over, kind of feel things out a little bit. We'll probably summon some zombies to break his charge, and let's see if he has any, does he have any missiles? He does. So, oh, those are nasty Skulkers. Okay, so then back here he does have, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, give me that. Give me those sweet, sweet goblins back there. So we're going to fly over there, summon some zombies right on top of these bad boys, which is going to be a very, very rough day for them. We're going to posture these guys up. We're going to get the black coach going in here. And, man, we're able to just capture those guys and just probably do some serious work. So, great. So, yeah, the black coach going in on these black orcs is going to be very, very scary for my opponent here. And in the back line, it's going very, very well so far. The Hounds are able to just feast. So we're going to pull all these Hounds back, just kind of go over here. We can keep the zombies fighting, however. So, cool. So far, so good. So on the front line, let's go ahead and get everyone engaged, just like so and like so. And the Cryptors, obviously, we want to have them on, you know, armored units like Black Orcs. So we're going to kind of send them over there. The Black Coach is taking a bit of work, so we're going to put that out here. We're going to get these spears over here. And the Fellbats, we can probably stick on some of these Goblin Archers over here as well. So let's posture these guys over here. And it's probably, I don't know if it's time for an Invocation of Nehek yet. Probably not. So yeah, so far so good. Let's go ahead and get this Mortis Engine over here as well. And the Skeleton Spears are fighting against Trolls, which is just outstanding. So great. So the Black Coach, we're going to bring it back in, see if it can do some work against these Black Orcs. Let's get these Hounds going over here, and these Hounds can kind of come collapse on the back of these guys as well. So Lady Karstein right here, we're going to go ahead and summon some zombies in the back line. And no, we do not want you diving in, Lady. I don't know why you dove in there, but that's A-okay. So we're going to go ahead and use an Invocation of Nehek right over here, because again, that Mortis Engine is taking some damage. So we're going to pull it over there, and I think it's going pretty well. The Hounds are feasting for the most part. He gets a really good Fort of Gork Gork there, actually. So, man, people are all hyped on the Foot of Gork lately. So we're going to go get those Night Goblin archers over there. Lady Carstein's in pretty good shape. So let's go ahead and just keep summoning zombies, like, you know, every chance we get. And, yeah, we just have this very scary mobile force, which I think is feasting on a lot of his things. So over here, the Black Coach continuing to fight, guys. It's doing its thing. So we're going to pull it up and around and maybe go after some of those nasty skulkers. I don't know. Actually, we can probably just, yeah, keep it fighting. So Warzog is right here, which is very, very dicey for my opponent. So we're actually going to kind of see if we can Zerg him real quick. And our mobile squad is just going back here feasting on these goblins, which is great. So we do have this, so we're going to use the Master Bagamut on the Giant, which should lock it down. We're also going to summon some zombies on top of it to make it a little less effective. And now I think we're able to swarm Warzog. So let's go ahead and see what the Black Coach is up to. It looks like it's actually in here doing some work. So let's go ahead and pull these troops. And you can see a lot of the trolls are routing off. So we're able to deal with like a lot of his gobos and things like that. So we're just going to kind of keep running from these nasty skulkers. And how is my Banshee doing? So she's in perfect health. So I don't even need to use the Chalice yet. And it looks like I think we're able to just dumpster Warzog. So let's go ahead and jump on this Giant here, which should be fine. And it looks like Warzog's actually right there. So I think Warzog needs a little bit of Black Coach in his life. So yeah, let's pull these guys in, collapse on the back of these nasty skulkers, kind of keep this Banshee fighting over here. And we should have an Invocation to Hex. So we're going to go ahead and use that. And oh, guys, it's time. The Black Coach, look at it. Oh, he doesn't know what's coming. So he gets rammed by the Black Coach, takes a little bit of damage, which is fine. He actually gets a pretty decent... Oh, that was a miss summon there. But the Black Coach needs to probably scurry a little bit. And yeah, look at this Banshee in here, just continuing to hold the line. But Isabelle is very tanky. She has the self-heal, so it's very tough to kill her. And you can see my opponent knows that the Black Coach is a huge threat, so you can see he's chasing it. And... And the Goblin Big Boss and some other units are in here, so we can go ahead and have Isabella kind of turn and fight them. And you can see the Giant's starting to get worn down a little bit. So the Banshee in pretty good position. Let's go ahead and pull it over to our Death Star. And yeah, we don't need to use the Chalice yet, which is good. The Black Coach does get surrounded by some trolls. So we want to pull back and just have it kind of... Let's see what buffs it has. Oh no, we don't want to lose the Black Coach. We need to pull it back in here. So let's have it go. I don't know. There's not really like any great infantry blobs. So let's have it just go after some of these nasty skulkers. Let's pull the Banshees in there to help with the terror route. And we'll give it some more armor piercing. Why not? So... It actually has 18 kills. All right, that's good. So it's kind of riding around doing its thing. So we're going to get another Invocation to Heck, which will hit the Black Coach, which is going to be good. And our Hounds, how are they doing? So they're doing a good job surrounding these Goblin Big Bosses. Another very good Foot of Gork. Hits a lot of my troops, but at this point, the Giant is steady, his leadership's low, and he's surrounded by like Skeleton Spears and Cryptors and things like that. So let's go ahead and see. So Warzog is back in action. So what we're going to do is detach our Goblin Big Bosses. Actually, let's put the Banshee on them, and let's also get the Hounds and just have them swarm him, which should be enough to finish him off. So the Black Coach, let's have it charge into some of these big ones over here, see if it can do a little bit of work. We'll pull Lady Carstein and have her help out, and we can probably summon some zombies over here as well. So, oh yeah, he's getting feasted on by the Hounds. That was pretty funny. All right, Coach game. I gotta save that. I have so many games to cast, guys. I'm just getting backlogged. Yeah. What's going on here? Is chat getting out of control? I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm sure it's anarchy. But did you guys like that game? Did you like the big Black Coach, all 30 of its kills? I mean, it just goes to show that the Black Coach, I mean, he had a competitive army for the most part, with the exception of not having Durustierres, and the trolls, I probably wouldn't say they're competitive either, but yeah, we're doing our thing, guys. We're doing our thing. So let's keep going here. More Black Coach. Do you guys need 2 Black Coaches? Is that what you guys want? Dose Black Coaches? Is that the only way to up the ante? I think so, right? Let me take my shoes off. Getting serious here. Yeah, the Black Coach is always really fun, man. It's just a haggard unit. And you guys saw that he was like chasing them, right? Like he was chasing it with a lot of resources. So can we see some Steam Tank action? Yes, Jesus Hernandez, the Lord and Savior. I am indeed from California. I live in the Bay Area, so... The Black Coach is extremely derpy. So a lot of you guys are asking if I can post more than 1 game a day. So starting in July, I'm actually going to be changing my work schedule. I'm going to be doing YouTube almost full time. So I'll be posting 3 to 4 videos a day. So Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. It's going to be my job, essentially. So, all right. So what kind of cheesiness do you guys want to see? 3 Black Coaches. 3? I don't know if I can get away with 3 Black Coaches. Oh, that's just so haggard. That's too much, guys. That's too much haggardness. So let's see here. Do I want to get the... What do I want to get against the Beastmen? You know what, guys? You want to see some Empire? I feel like that's kind of something you guys... I'm not good with Empire. I'm probably going to lose this guy pretty horribly. Like, Empire is one of my worst factions by far. Oh, it doesn't let me cheese in Boris anymore. You actually have to unlock Boris now. Oh, that's so disappointing. Oh, that makes me sad. Oh, well. So I guess we'll get Karl Franz, put him on Deathclaw. Yeah, probably not going to get any of the buffs. And Foe Seeker, yeah, we don't need those really. Cool. So you guys are asking for it, so we'll get a Steam Tank. Why not, right? On top of that, we're going to get some Flagellants here. We're going to get the Tatter Souls, and then we're going to get some Halberds to kind of mix in, which should be pretty good. Then we are going to get, I don't know if we want to get these guys. We can probably get away with like 2 handgunners. And then, let's see, I don't know if we want to get like another cannon. I feel like that's way too much. As far as other heroic units goes, we do need to get some magic. So probably a Jade Wizard would be pretty good. I mean, healing is always good. Like, you really can't knock that. So we'll put him on a big fancy mount. We're going to get rid of these. And when you do have Karl Franz, I think you do need to have like some healing. It's a big liability not to do that. So let's see. Do we want to get the silver bullets? Let's go ahead and do that. And if we can cut a little bit more money, although I really do want to keep Karl on his big fancy mount. So we're actually going to cut these guys and just get another regular group, which will, how does that look? So then we have 1,000 now, so we can get some spears for the back line to just help out. And let's go ahead and just mix up our army and get some free company militia. And yeah, let's see how this freaking game goes. All nets. Nets are very frustrating to play against. Steam tanks for the Russian army. Yeah, I like it, Jesus. I like it. Yeah, and honestly, I don't know how good Lore of Life is going to be, like, with all these weak units. Although with the Steam Tank, it's pretty good. Dude, it's all about the guns, bro. I'm just having some fun here. Yeah, we're playing the Beastmen. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. The Steam Tank's hard to kill for the Beastmen. If you can kill their, like, Centaurs and like, their armor-piercing units quick, like, they're going to really struggle. Yeah, this is just the modern army. Yeah, basically. We do have the Free Company Militia, which are going to be pretty fun. So I'm excited to see how they go. It's not a good army, I don't think. Like, I don't know how good it is. I don't know. I'm just kind of expecting Gorbals, you know. So I'm kind of like, you know, worried about that. So I want to just have all that armor piercing for them. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. This map, you can be really obnoxious on this map too, depending on which side I start on. If I start on the side with the lip, this side is the better side to start on over here. Like right over here. Like if you start here, you can deploy there, and it's so hard to crack that position. But what I'll probably do is like deploy right here in this little valley, and use the Steam Tank to just kind of poke them down. How does health work in Warhammer? I'm console gamer. I'm not sure exactly what your question is. Like HP, you're saying, or yeah. So after this game, guys, we're gonna go ahead and do some multiplayer games. So we're gonna do some team games, I think, or maybe we'll do a subscriber cockfight, and then we'll do a team game after that. That could be fun, just to give me old hand a rest. Yeah, health is distributed among models, if that's what you're asking. So basically, each model in your group has a certain amount of individual HP. So when that HP is eradicated from that model, it then dies, etc., etc. So I think Chaos is probably one of the weakest factions. To answer your question, Dead Maz, the Total Wars I've played is Shogun 2, Rome. I played the original Rome. I played Shogun 1 and 2, and Total War. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Take care, Malte. Have a good one, my friend. All right, so let me see if I can remember how to play Empire. So I honestly haven't played them in like a month or two, probably, which is going to be interesting. So these guys we can deploy. What I'll probably do is have like a main firing line, and then have these guys deployed up on like the hill back here. So when he does engage, like I have a pretty good like slope to fire. So let's go ahead and kind of mix up my front line a little bit like so, which should be fine. Very good stuff. Get these handgunners back here just a little bit. And again, I'm not sure where he's going to come from, so you know, I'll probably need to readjust my army accordingly, but we'll kind of posh them up like so for now. We'll put these guys in the back a little deep because, again, the guns, you do need some depth. So the spears back here, we might leave like a group of halberds, although how do we want to like secure our flanks? Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to like turtle too much. Yeah, you know, I'm not going to turtle. That's super obnoxious. Although this isn't too bad of a turtle, and with guns, this actually makes sense, this deployment. So I think it's fair. So let's go ahead and put this halberd over here, put this group over here like that. And now we do have some spears, so we can go ahead and just kind of put these guys kind of... Do we want to put them in front? I feel like we can just put them next to these guys. I think that's probably a good choice. And we do have the air superiority, so if he does have like harpies or anything like that, we should be able to like shut them down pretty quickly. So cool. So we'll posture those guys like so. We're going to get our spears in the back just to help out against like centaurs or hounds or anything like that. They should be fine to fend those things off. We have our goon squad here, and these guys can be in group 4. So I'm going to keep these guys back here and just kind of keep my flyers kind of guarding them and see where my opponent wants to, you know, make this fight happen. So yeah, the Steam Tank's going to start shooting right away. Pretty good utility. So he actually has Minotaurs with shields. Interesting choice. Does he have any Gorbals? No, but of course he does have Morker, the Shadow Gave, which is obviously, you know, the best sword that you can get, in my opinion, for the Beastmen. And yeah, let's see what he does. So we're getting some free pot shots here. I think it's shooting. Yeah, it looks like it is shooting right now. So he's probably going to come here and maybe just use some of these Centaurs with great weapons to kind of sneak around here. So what we'll do is just attach some of these spears over here, pull them over, put them in group 5, and just use them to kind of like screen these guys out, which should be more than enough. And with these guys here on the hill, when they do come over there, we should be able to just gun them down. So yeah, so far so good. We're getting some good HP damage. You can see we've hit these Minotaurs, and I have Halberds and, you know, a lot of pretty good units against them. So what do you think the best way to play Bretonia is? Infantry with like very light cav, I think, is probably the most optimal way. But man, this steam tank's doing some serious work right now. It's poking these guys down for sure. So good stuff so far. So these Centaurs, like, it's going to be really hard for them to be effective if I'm on top of my micro. If I slip up, he might, you know, get some value out of them. But, you know, Karl Franz is ready to party. You know, he's always good to go. So, yeah, let's probably turn my army just a little bit to kind of face him in a little bit of a little more of an optimal position here. And, yeah, the steam tank, we're just going to keep shooting these guys here. And let's, yeah, get these handgunners up here on the hill to shoot down these guys. Cool. So we're repositioning here. The steam tank continuing to poke away at these Minotaurs, which is great. Looks like he does have some sort of Flock of Doom business, so, and Weissen's Wild Form, which is actually really interesting. So, yeah, let's go ahead and just get these guys a little bit closer so they can like shoot sooner. And you can see he might try and sneak past me, but it's gonna be pretty hard if I'm paying attention. If I could easily miss that though, like no problem. So, we do have a bit of a slope here, so let's actually pull these guys back to the slope and see if they can get like a better angle when they're shooting. Puts them out of range of my opponent a little bit, and we have uncovered some hidden foes. So it looks like, okay, so yeah, the steam tank's doing some great work on those Minotaurs already. So that's really, really good stuff. So we'll have it keep shooting. It looks like he's trying to, you know, get around me here. So we're going to shoot here and just kind of, you know, keep scurrying to zone them out to the best of our abilities. We'll also pull Karl over here to protect. And you can see, yeah, we do some massive damage to them right away. So very, very good stuff. So we're going to send those flagellants over there to kind of shoot these guys. We can, you know, pull the steam tank into melee there. And yeah, right now he's trying to get around me, but honestly, it's going to be really tough. And he does have the silver bullets shooting him. So yeah, that group's essentially done for. So we engage in the front line across the board, which is fine. So far, so good. And we probably want to use some Lore of Life, like initially in the front line, because he's going to use a Flock of Doom, it looks to be right here. So we're going to go ahead and use the Lore of Life to keep their HP up initially. And we're able to really, really just put down these Centaurs with great opens here. So yeah, the Flagellants and other guys are able to do some excellent work. So let's go ahead and get the steam tank, turn it around, have it start fighting here. And yeah, we're able to put those guys down pretty aggressively. So we're going to have our missiles here start shooting at those Minotaurs. We'll have these ones start shooting at these Minotaurs as well. These halberds we're going to pull into support also. So very, very good stuff so far. So the Free Company Militia, we can have them start shooting at these guys, posture these guys here, and get the spears over here to protect. And yeah, it's looking good. Karl Franz is kind of flying around, trying to feel out where he needs to be. Our missiles are firing pretty effectively here, I would say. Let's go ahead and just get these spears kind of back in position. And yeah, we're shooting well, I think. So we're going to send our goon squad maybe to go take those guys out. And you can see he's trying to like get around our flank right now, which is fine because we have additional spears. So I'm really not terribly concerned at all. So Karl gets in there. He gets a nice little jump. I do need to be careful not to like let Karl get surrounded by stuff. So let's go ahead and use the leadership. But guys, I also do have regrowth. So I'm feeling really, really confident. And you can see that the Minotaurs with shields are just getting put down like very, very brutally. So yeah, so Karl is able to isolate this caster here, which is really, really good. We need to make sure he stays focused. Let's go ahead and cast another overcasted heal right here, which I think should be pretty good. And yeah, those Vestigors are trying to sneak around us, but you know, these Free Company Militia are gunning them down pretty effectively, and the spears are able to zone them, which is good. And our guns have really, really good positions on the hills. They're able to just like do some excellent work right now. So let's go ahead, and we probably don't want to shoot at Morker. Let's see if we can shoot that Bray Shaman with the Lore of Beast. So let's go ahead and get Karl on him. Actually, let's pull Karl back and get him up. And yeah, you can see these guys are just having a bad time. So right now what we're going to do is get a little bit of crossfire. So no matter what group he goes for, you know, he's going to have a little bit of a rough time. So let's go send our caster over there to help out. And yeah, these guys are going to just get slaughtered right now. So they just get gunned down Last Samurai style. So let's turn these guys around. We'll get our guys over here. And Karl needs to go ahead and finish off that caster. That's very, very important stuff. So right now we're going to have these guys shoot in here. We'll reposition these guys to shoot here. And yeah, so far so good. So these spears will just be conservative. Just keep them here. And man, we're able to get some good work on those guys. So yeah, the wizard actually doing a pretty good job like stepping in and protecting these guys. So he did summon some chaos spawn right now. So we're going to go ahead and just gun those guys down with our position. Man, this positioning is just so optimal right now too. So the steam tank is in very, very good shape. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of push it into the main core of his army here and just have it chase Morker and start to route things off essentially. So let's go ahead and reform our ranks. And yeah, honestly, I think my Beastmen buddy's done for. It's pretty tough to crack this type of a position. And yeah, we'll just save the heal. Let's go ahead and use the regrowth on the steam tank. Should be pretty cost effective. And yeah, it looks like my Lord's in good shape. His caster is not in good shape. So we're going to go ahead and push the steam tank back to these guys. Although Karl's actually taking a bit of damage, so we're going to use an Earthblood on him. He does summon some Chaos Spawn here, so let's go ahead and turn these guys, pull these spears in, pull these guys back as well. And yeah, that other group of Chaos Spawn should degenerate pretty quickly. They only have like 1 or 2 models left, so man, it sucks that the Silver Bolts are having to fight them though. Yeah, we're able to get that caster, which is good. So let's go ahead and, you know, just push on a Morker, just keep him chasing those guys, get the flagellants over there. And it looks like a mass route for the beast for the most part. So right now, I think we just use the steam tank to just keep chasing things off. And he does have some of those guys coming back, so I do have to be careful of that. But these Chaos Spawn doing a pretty solid job. So we're going to pull these guys up. I don't know if there's that many great targets to shoot right now. So let's go ahead and just get these guys over here, get a little bit of a better angle, make sure Carl finishes off that caster. And that's all she wrote. So Empire game. I know a lot of people wanted an Empire game, so I might as well save that, right? So yeah. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. You guys like that one? I thought that was pretty fun. So yeah, Empire, when you have like a hill position, you guys saw how good those guns were. They were just incredible there. So well played to my opponent. That's a hard position to crack, but honestly, I don't think that the Minotaurs were a good choice. Minotaurs just aren't good, guys. They're not good. Like, he could have had so many more infantry, like, flanking and taking advantage of my gaps. Like, I had just enough infantry to match everything, and, you know, I was able to really perform there with that. So Minotaurs aren't good, though. I really don't like them. I know people try and make them work, but they just get gunned down so easily, so. Luke, to answer your job, I like my day job. It's very rewarding, what I do for a living, but it's also very stressful. Like, I work so much, and on every weekend I have work. Like, it's just, I get phone calls 24/7 from people in my program and their families. It's very taxing. I do love it, though, but again, I'm only going to be working there probably till July, so. Yeah, the Empire does endure. So yeah, guys. GG. Hey, see you, Doosan. Take care, man. Thanks for joining the stream, man. It's good to see you as always. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and do some subscriber cockfight. So I'm going to host the battle. I'm going to be casting. So the password is Turin, lowercase. So I usually just do this to kind of rest my hands. So hopefully you guys don't mind. It allows me to stream longer. So game's up. We're going to have you guys fight on the Warpstone Mine. And let's go ahead and turn on spectators. And yeah, we'll wait for the first two of y'all. So should be fun. Some good quick battles so far. Some very close games. Some good cockfights. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun one. Thank you guys for joining today, by the way. It's always good to see all of you guys. You know, double steam tank. I don't like getting double steam tank. I feel like I hate playing against it. I feel like it's kind of cheesy, so I don't know. But Empire is very strong. To answer your question, Dead Moz, the RTSs that I play, Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness, Warcraft 3 was my biggest one. I played StarCraft 1, I played StarCraft 2. I was Masters League in that. Warcraft 3, I was top ranked in ladder as well. Let's see, what else did I play? I played Age of Empires pretty much the entire series. Yeah, I'm a huge RTS guy. So yeah, just kind of waiting. The password is Turin, so if anyone wants to join, this is a subscriber cockfight. So essentially, two of you guys will fight, and I'll cast it. My voice is kind of rough today, so I apologize, guys. I'm already losing my voice a little bit, so I'll do my best to cast. Triple steam tank. I don't know about that. Yes. I do not know about that, my friend. So. Oh, it's okay. If you haven't played in 5 months, don't stress it, man. Get up on here. Maybe I need to turn my Steam on. Hold on, because I'm actually like appearing offline right now, so I don't know if maybe that's affecting the way my game is showing up. So cool. My most hated game, RTS. I don't know. Like, I didn't really like Halo Wars. Yeah, Senior. I just switched it online, so hopefully you guys can join now. So let me go ahead and invite someone. So let's see, who do I have on here that I can invite? Oh no, he's working. Hey Senior, you want to play? Oh, it looks like we got Zeva in here. All right, cool. I was just about to invite you. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it for saying my voice is smooth. Those are some kind words. So Bulk and Zeva, I need you guys to close the slot, and I'm going to rejoin as a spectator. Okay. So here we go. Multiplayer battle. Let's go to the lobby. Should refresh here in just a moment. Come on, spectate. Turin. Cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on the faction blocker so you guys can't see what they're using, and let's go ahead and do that right now. Very good. Yeah. So we got a cockfight between Bulk. Oh, sorry, Pippington, you're late, man. Yeah, you're late to the party. Yeah. So. Yeah, no worries. We're going to do a team game after this. So we'll get a bunch of you guys in on that. That'll be really fun. The team games are always a party. So we got Bulk McLarge Huge versus Zeva Hazard, who I actually, if you guys saw the game I uploaded today, versus, I think it was a team battle. Zeva was actually the gentleman I was playing with, Zeva Hazard here. So, yeah, really good player. I'm excited to see what sort of funny business comes, though. Some shenanigans. I play on the West Coast, California server, I would imagine. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say. So, Bulk, I hope you're ready, man. I hope you're ready for this Wood Elf army here. I know Zeva's a good player. I don't know if I've seen you play, Bulk. I know you sent me your... I still got to watch that replay you sent me, so my apologies. I'm a little backlogged right now. I literally have like 30 games to cast. Do I like anime? No, I don't. Not really. I mean, I watched Dragon Ball Z when I was in like 5th grade, but that's about it. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it, I guess. It's just, I don't know. I never got into it. Oh, Luke, you're in universities. Why aren't you playing in university, man? Some of the best gaming times in my entire life were when I was, you know, in the dorms. Oh, Bulk, it looks like you switched. You're going to have to repick your army, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, DBZ was fun when you were a kid. I like, my favorite type of shows are very grim, dark shows. With, like, kind of gritty realism. I mean, comedic stuff. I love Ash vs. Evil Dead. Hey, what's going on? I cannot read the characters in your name, but you just said Sup Turin, so hello, my friend. Display the fan art. Oh, Bulk, I don't have it ready yet. I'll do it next stream though, Bulk, I promise. If you're there, you just remind me, all right? Yeah, Bulk McLarge Huge actually made me a custom screen blocker for the quick battles, and I totally forgot to upload it. It's funny. My favorite StarCraft 2, I played Protoss. I was a Protoss player. Yeah, I was Masters League, and Warcraft 3 I was rank 16 on ladder at one point for one-on-one and during the Frozen Throne. And then what else did I play a lot? I'm trying to remember, guys. I'm getting old. I'm almost 30, you know. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Orcs are great. Orcs are a really good faction. Yeah. Yeah, I played Protoss, to answer your question. All right, Bulk. Let's see what you got, man. And Hazard, this is going to be a good cockfight. Oh, so you party hard in university. Very good. You see, I never really partied. I mean, I got blackout drunk a few times, but maybe once or twice, or only a few times in college. But for the most part, I was gaming and reading. Like all the Game of Thrones, the Song of Ice and Fire and all that stuff. The hardest starts, yes, StarCraft's very difficult. It's very, very unforgiving. But again, Total War Warhammer is really hard. Like, if you put someone down and make them play like a Total War Quick Hammer game, or a Total War Warhammer quick battle, like it's gonna be tough for sure. It's gonna be very tough. Yeah, I don't know. StarCraft's hard too, though. Warcraft was one of my favorites. So Warcraft 3, probably my all-time favorite. All right, so Bulk is ready. Bulk McLarge Huge is ready. It's on you, Hazard. Thanks, Luke. Appreciate it, man. It's Turin time, yeah. I'm gonna set up a Discord soon, guys, for all of you guys to join in on and chat and stuff, so you guys can just hang out with me when I'm messing around. So it should be fun. All right, I'm gonna hide the image and go ahead and get ready to cast. Some right choices there, young Joshua. Oh, Lady turns back. She's been quiet for a while. If any of you guys are in chat, my lovely girlfriend, Lady Turin, is there. The Hateful Raspberry. If you want to see what I look like, you can look at her YouTube picture. That's her and I, actually, out in Poland. Don't creep too hard, though, guys. Come on now. Yeah. I actually really like Warp Sun Mine. It's one of my favorite maps. Like, aesthetically, it looks really, really cool. Yeah. Man, I haven't put an engineer in my dwarf army in so long, to answer your question. Ages. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. They're just kind of clunky for me. So yeah, Holden, I don't know what the kind of the situation is with DLC and stuff like that until the next game. It's probably going to be a little while, I would say. Maybe they'll make like balancing changes and like hot fixes and patching and stuff, but although I don't know when the release date is. Yeah, I have no idea, to be honest. I'm probably just, you know, rambling right now. So looks like both of our homies are ready to go. Man, I need to get some water or something. Yeah, you can, console gamer. Of course you can. What's your name on Steam? You want to add me on Steam? Oh, you want to look away? Okay, so we got our boys deploying right now, so I'm just going to kind of look over into the great beyond. Yeah, the first game is done with DLC, for sure. I was just wondering about, like, patches and stuff. Yeah. But, yeah, console gamer, I need a... And for any of you guys who want to play in the quick battle, or the team battle after this, just make sure you're... I mean, just do us a favor. If you have a really bad potato, I mean... It really lags the whole game down. It's horrible to say that because I want to play with all of you guys, but yeah. Call of the Beastmen. Yeah, all the DLCs are off 25% right now. Yeah, the engineer sucks. I agree, Senior. It's just really hard to make it work. So are they done? Oh, they're still deploying. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can look down the middle. We're not giving away too much, so. Yeah, we're going to get the Skaven in game 2 up, maybe, hopefully. They're going to be fun. Man, this game, the meta is going to be so insane when they add all the races in. Oh man, I really wish that Creative Assembly would have some sort of a sponsored tournament, like even like twice a year or something. Like they actually put on like a company sponsored tournament with like even like a $500 prize pool. I mean, that's nothing, you know? Like I could even maybe afford that. Anyways. All right, guys, let's get right into the game. So today we have a battle between the Greenskins and the Dwarves. So the Dwarves are going to be piloted by Bulk McLarge Huge, and he's going to be facing off against the Greenskins, who are piloted by Zeva Hazard. So definitely going to be a good cockfight, guys. So let's get into the army composition. So in the front line for Bulk McLarge Huge, he actually has a bunch of Dwarf warriors with silver chevrons. So very interesting choice there, but it does bring their melee defense up to 48. Still, though, their combat stats are still somewhat low with only 28 melee attack still. When buffed by High King Thorgrim, you can see that the melee attack over here in the front line is actually 40. So again, for a very cheap fodder unit, it's going to be pretty good. So if he's facing off against like a Savage Orc build or maybe a Biggin type build, these guys are really going to shine. But if he's facing off against like a very traditional Black Orc line, he may suffer a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see how they perform. In the secondary line, he does have the Grumbling Guard, but the Grumbling Guard guys did get nerfed. They actually, I still think they're a must bring, but they did get their vigor percentage brought down to 18. So very, very interesting stuff there. Of course, on top of that, he does have the Peak Gate Guard, so definitely going to get pretty crunk over there. They hit hard, 50 weapon strength, 68 melee attack, which is pretty insane, but he's already getting bombarded by the Hammer of Gork. So over here, you can see that Zeva is actually using the purple Son of Zareth right here, and is definitely tossing the salad to some of these Peak Gate Guard, but it's not doing that much damage. But you see he's definitely going for style right here, and you got to give him props. So he actually used a Spirit Leech on High King Thorgrim, but did a little bit of damage, nothing too devastating. But guys, this is definitely one of the highlights of the game. So Bulk McLarge Huge actually brought 2 Iron Drakes. Everybody give him some props. Very, very good stuff. 2 of these Iron Drakes, so they're hopefully going to roast some Savage Orcs or Goblins or something like that, and they are protected by Dragonback Slayers and a regular group of Slayers. So that's pretty much it for the Dwarf army. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bad boys over here, the Greenskins. So the Greenskins do have a Hammer of Gork, of course, an essential choice against the Dwarves. Let's go ahead and take a look right at the buff here. We'll try and get in there and look, but it does do negative melee defense and melee attack and accuracy. So accuracy isn't that big of a deal, but the other debuffs are quite good. On top of that, he does have some Savage Orc Biggins here, the anti-infantry, armor-piercing troops, so these guys are going to hit pretty hard. Aside from that, he has a very, very interesting dynamic army. So he's got a combination of nasty Skulkers, regular Gobbos in the front line, which the Dwarf Warriors will do well against, but still, it's going to take him a while to cut through all this. But of course, he does have a very, very scary line of Black Orcs here. So I'm very interested to see how this Dwarf-centric army, he only has like the Peak Gate Guard and, the Grumbling Guard to deal with like 3 groups of Black Orcs, so that's going to be very tough. In the back, he does also have some Night Goblin Archers, to Rustiers, and a 3rd group of Night Goblin Archers. So very, very good game so far. I really like the builds from both players, and I'm interested to see if this Dwarf build, I think the Dwarves have a very, very, kind of a rough situation here. It's going to be interesting to see how they pan out, but you can see a group of Slayers goes for a little bit of a Vanguard attack right here, but they do get jumped by some nasty Skulkers who use the Smoke Bomb, and this is a very rough trade for the Slayers. They're going to take massive casualties, and though they will win against a single group of nasty Skulkers, for the amount of money put in, the Slayers are going to underperform a lot. And you can see that Bulk McLarge Huge, his Savage Orc, the Savage Orcs come in and jump these Slayers, and this is a very dicey situation. But on that one coin though, he is able to shut down the Hammer of Gork temporarily, so perhaps a bit of a repose. But you can see Hazard doing a very good job cycle charging over here. Definitely a very, very frustrating thing to deal with for the Dwarves. And that would be probably one of my critiques, is that the Dwarf player's army is so spread out, which honestly I don't think you can get away with in a build like this, because you're just going to get surrounded and get your troops picked off. Because again, the Greenskins are a somewhat mobile faction. They do have a lot of mobility and can do pretty good on that respect. But these Slayers here are actually really performing. They're able to shut down that Hammer of Gork, take out about half of these nasty Skulker group, and they might actually be able to rout them here. So very, very well played there. But over here, guys, the Hammers are going to jump in the front line, and they're going to fight Goblins. Obviously, they will crush the Goblins, but they're taking missile fire. They're probably poisoned, so definitely a very rough situation. But High King Thorgrim is here to back them up, and these Goblins will probably rout extremely quickly. But guys, look at this. The Iron Drakes, having been left untouched, are roasting some of these Night Goblins. But again, they only have 1 kill, even after a volley. I feel like they should have killed a lot more, but Iron Drakes are one of those units that are so hard to make work. But we'll see if Bulk's able to do it. And you can see he's actually roasting some of these Gobbos here, definitely cooking them up a little bit. And, again, they're probably going to rout here pretty quickly after being toasted. So very, very well played so far. I'm really enjoying this match. So this other group of Dwarf Warriors is pushing up the hill. They may be able to catch these Orc Boars who are not being microed at the moment. It looks like they're kind of just chilling, but these Dwarf Warriors definitely got some grudges to settle, and they're going to get in there and do some pretty good work against the low armor of these guys. Over here, the Slayers are still just absolute bosses. Look at them, 117 kills. They destroyed the Hammer of Gork and those nasty Skulkers, so awesome stuff. But you can see that Hazard's front line of Black Orcs now have engaged, and they're doing very, very good against the Peak Gate Guard, who are steady, and they're definitely going to get cut up here. In the center line, the Dwarf Warriors are holding somewhat well, but once the Black Orcs get in there and really saturate, it's going to be a very, very tough situation. So it looks like these Iron Drakes are actually doing a little bit of roasting on the Savage Orcs, and this group of Auxiliary Slayers is getting called in. But Zeva with Azog the Slaughter is, man, just putting some serious pressure on these Iron Drakes, who are a very expensive unit. And you can see they've gotten 11 kills and 1 kill here. So that's almost, what, 2,000 resources that have done very, very little for him this game. So very, very tough situation. But the Slayers, as a result, might get a little bit of a surround here on some of these Savage Orcs. But still, if we look across the front line, you can see that the Black Orcs and the Goblins, especially with Azog here, are definitely going to start cutting into this line and really, really doing some work. But, you know, the Dwarf player might be able to pull this one back out from the pits if he's able to kill Azog here. And you can see Bulk actually swarms him. The Peak Gate Guard, the Dragonback Slayers are doing some excellent damage against Azog. He is wavering, but unfortunately, it looks like he might be able to get out of this because, again, he's not poisoned or anything, and the Wyvern is quite fast with 88 speed right now. So he does get away, but the Dragonback Slayers in hot pursuit. So very, very well played there by Bulk McLarge Huge. Over here, it looks like the Hammer of Gork is going to be back online. These Slayers are also here. Excuse me, not Slayers, but Bulk McLarge also does have some Dwarf Warriors that chased a little bit too far. These guys definitely want to come back down the hill because, again, you know, they've been out of the battle and they're just kind of wasting their time on a broken group of Savage Orcs, whereas they're really, really needed down here to help kind of hold this main line that is now crumbling to all of these Black Orcs. So these Slayers over here doing a good job continuing to fight. I mean, these guys are probably the MVPs of the battle, racking up a ton of kills. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think Bulk, you know, put up a really, really good fight. You can see the balance of power is just so heavily in the Greenskins' favor. But those Iron Drakes, though a bold move, I think at that point it just kind of, you know, it cost him at the end of the day. They're a very expensive unit, and they racked up 1 kill and 11 kills. But you got to give him props for trying. I mean, he's more bold than I am. I'm actually even more cautious to using those, but you can see Azog kind of riding past the camera, looking very, very cool. But it looks like he has some Dragonback Slayers here, some here, and that's pretty much it. I think the rest of the Dwarf army has been crushed. So very well played to both players, for sure. Very, very well played. That was a great game. So, yeah, GG, guys. GG. Yeah, that was a fun game. And you can see that he did some good damage to Azog, was able to put in a little bit of a dent on him. And I think I actually need to play a Dawi game after this to kind of give him a little bit of props. But that was great. Well played to both parties, for sure. Yeah. That was cool, man. You got to give Bulk props for trying to make those Iron Drakes work. But, man, I mean, that's 2,000 resources out the doors, like, right away. That's a very, very tough thing. And also, he did chase a little bit with those Grumbling Guard, which is also a huge loss because you needed those in the front line supporting. And also, the Peak Gate Guard did take a bit of damage before the battle started. So, well played to both parties. That was really fun, guys. Very, very fun. So, I'm actually going to do one quick battle, and then I'm going to join in for a team game. So, I just have a kind of an itching to play a Dawi game. So, what's going on in chat? Is it getting out of control in there? Yeah. Luke Waterhouse, to answer your question, I would love to play a game against Air. I have played him on ladder. I played him once as Beastmen versus Wood Elves, and I was actually able to do okay. And I sent him a direct message, Air of Carthage. Oh, Bulk, you did great. So, yeah, I sent Air a direct message, and he never got back to me. But I have played with Indie Pride. I played with Tokshen. Yeah, I'd love to play with Air. He seems like a really nice guy. If any of you guys want to campaign for me and tell him to play, please do. That would be really fun. Really nice guy. All right, so Chief Chirpa right now is looking for a game. He's so creepy looking, Chief Chirpa, the Ewok. Yeah. Yeah, very, very creepy stuff. So the game looks like it's frozen now, so I have to go back. What do you guys want to see? You want to see a Flame Cannon? Slayer King? I'll see what I can do. Maybe we'll get a little bit of the Slayer King in here. So, man, I hate when it bugs out like this. Okay, so multiplayer battle. Let's go back here. Go here to quick battle, and yeah, should work. No, it's kind of bugging out. Yeah. That was a very expensive build for sure, like by Bulk, but it was cool. Like he tried to make it work, but like Iron Drakes, you guys saw that, right? So his Iron Drakes got like 2 or 3 full volleys on goblins, and what? It killed like 20 models. They should do much more damage. Like if they go unimpeded, they should roast things. They should roast because they're so vulnerable. Like they really, really need to do better than that. So yeah, just trying to get into a quick match here though, guys. And you know what? I might actually change shirts because this one is like so sweaty and gross right now. I've been wearing it, and ugh, man. I'll, of course, off camera. Don't get your hopes up, guys. All right, Dwarf Warriors. We're going to play the Dwarves. So let's see who Homeboy wants to play. Man, I haven't played Dwarves in a while. Against New Bretonia, good. So I would get the Slayer King, but I probably need to use a bit more of a competitive build here because, again, Bretonia is very, very tough to deal with. So We're going to get these guys. We're going to get the Grumbling Guard, of course. We're going to get several of those. We're going to get runesmiths, of course, which are essential here. You need to have a bunch of runesmiths. It's very, very important. So one of them will have all the runes, including the Master Rune of Grungni, and this one will just be kind of a stripped down runesmith. They're very good combatants as well. So having them is very, very good in my opinion. So we're going to get the Goblobber. We're also going to get a cannon. I think it's an open field map. Somewhat. Yeah, it should be. So we're also going to chevron this bad boy up like so. I think that should be pretty good. It'll do a very good job of like putting down cavalry and things like that. So maybe one group of Thunderers should be fine. And then we probably want to get some more Dwarf Warriors with, I don't know. Yeah, I want some Slayers. So maybe we get these guys and then like, what can I cut here? I feel like I've already like cut so many corners. The cannon, I can just like de-chevron the cannon a little bit and just go like silver. I think that should be fine. So on top of that, let's go ahead and get another group of Dwarf Warriors. Or maybe do I get the Dwarf Warriors with the armor piercing? I feel like that's probably the better way to go, to be honest. Because, you know, most people are just going to spam, you know, armored units now against the Dwarves. So, all right, let's do it. Let's do it to it. My manly breasts? No, guys. No, sorry. You guys are getting neglected today. My apologies. I'll be back. Just give me one moment, boys. All right. Almost back. Don't abandon me, my people. All right. All right, guys. Yeah, I have chest hair. Not much though. I'm pretty light on the chest hair. Yeah. I don't know if Irish people are very hairy. I mean, I'm like half Irish, half Italian, so you get a little bit of everything there, I suppose. I mean, because Italians can be a pretty hairy people. Some of them. I think it's the southern Italians, like folks more towards the Sicilian area, are kind of more hairy, I guess. Yeah. This is actually a Game of Thrones shirt. It has like House Clegane, you know, the Hound and everything. And he never returned. Oh, I returned. I'm here, guys. I'm here. The gods have abandoned us. I don't think they've abandoned you guys. This is a pretty cool little skull here. It'd be funny if like you could hide like a dwarf in there or something, like in its nose or its eye. Yeah, guys. So the dwarves, it's very, very tough for New Bretonia. It's a very uphill battle, I think. But I think we can pull it out. I've had some good success. The games are always very close. I mean, if you're playing against a good player. Yeah. So let's see what we can do. Looks like the game's about to start, and thankfully for me, it is an open field map, so I can really like dictate the pace of the battle with my cannons and stuff. So we might actually start. We're gonna start over here because if we start over here, it takes away like a whole flank. We're not gonna necessarily corner camp, but we're gonna kind of sit right here and just chill because, you know, let him come. I mean, he has the foot squires, he should be fine, right? So go ahead and put these guys in the front line. We're gonna put we probably want to pull these guys back actually and put the Grumbling Guard in the center just like so. Good. All right, that's looking good. I'm pretty happy with that positioning, I think. So let's actually go ahead and see if we can deploy them a little bit better. So yeah, what you need to do though is you put them in the middle like this, and then you deploy like that, which is fine. We can get these guys here, and let's go ahead and deploy it like so. Great. So then the artillery, you want it to be a little bit deep. We're obviously going to put the cannon right here because again, the cav are probably going to swing around the wide way. We're going to put this guy here to focus down some of the foot squires. High King Thorgrim, you want him in the front line, kind of holding it down. And the one with all of the ruins, I usually put here, and the other ones I put on like the wings to like help with cav and like things like that. So, all right, guys, cool. So just deploying. Sorry, I'm a little bit focused here. So we're going to put these guys over here who will, you know, help defend that flank, hopefully. The Dwarf Warriors also can kind of sit over here. And I don't think he's probably going to try and sneak around this way, but we will have a group of Slayers here, which should be good for defending in the back line. And this group of Thunders, let's actually go a little bit wider here. So these guys can go here, and these guys can go here maybe. And we can get the Thunders over here, but I feel like the Thunders are going to need, yeah, is there a little bit of a slope here? I think there is, so we can probably put them right there, which is good. All right, so these guys here, and these Dwarf Warriors kind of chilling, and these guys can go right here. So, all right, so these guys be group 2, and these guys can be group 3. Let's do it. Ironbreakers are okay. Yeah, they can work in some matchups, I think. I don't think they're like a defunct unit, yeah, I would say. So he has a bunch of Spearmen at Arms, actually. Very, very interesting army. But battle programs, he does have some foot squires, so let's go ahead and kind of scoot that going that way just a little bit. In the cannon, we can just start shooting into, what does he have here? So he has the Fey Enchanter. So a little bit of a different army, actually, which I definitely dig. It's very cool. So we're going to scoot these guys forward here and just kind of get ready to fight. We might need to scoot our front line just like this. Actually, yeah, so let's deploy like that, and then we can get these guys in the back here. Just get these guys positioned like so. Because now we don't have to worry about cav, so we can just kind of look and just, you know, kind of get a little bit more of a comfortable engagement, I would say. So he actually has a lot of like battle programs, so he might actually do well against like my armor-piercing army, you know. It's going to be a little bit different, so let's go ahead and posture these guys up like so. Get these guys here. Get these guys here. Get these guys a little tighter. And yeah, so we're doing some good work with the cannons and whatnot. I mean, you can see we're getting in here and doing a little bit of damage to some of these foot squires and things. And maybe we actually want to shoot the Grail Reliquary with the cannon. That might actually be a good choice because it's a very tough thing. He actually has two of them, so. But High King Thorgrim does magic damage, so High King Thorgrim, you know, fighting against the what's it called? I forget what those things are called. We're actually going to put these guys right here and put these dwarf longbeards behind them, and these guys supporting these slayers. He doesn't have any cav, so we can probably honestly just pull these slayers up and around like so. This runesmith can go here as well. So cool. So yeah, we're getting in there. I think it's going to start shooting into the Grail Reliquary, but we've done some massive damage to these foot squires. And yeah, the cannon it's missing the Grail Reliquary, but you know, yeah, Thorgrim on the Green Knight for sure. So we're going to get these guys in here, have them start shooting probably at. Honestly, I don't know. We probably want to hit the foot squires, obviously, but they're kind of like hidden back there. So we're just going to start shooting out whatever we can reach with our thunders. Let's go ahead and pull this guy over here a little bit. And yeah, we probably want to scurry this one group of dwarf warriors around the back and have them like help out with that flank. Cool. So we're getting some free shots in here. Nothing too devastating though. Let's go ahead and see if we can like start shooting at the Grail Reliquary with those thunders, doing a little bit of damage. We want to start aiming at like stuff further in the back probably. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be tough. The cannons are actually a bit of a wasted investment simply because like he didn't bring like a ton of like cavalry and things like that. So a little bit tricky to say the least. But yeah, we're just going to kind of use runes to wear down his front line. We don't want to like use it on peasants obviously, but you know, I'm just trying to, oh no, we don't want to use that. So go ahead and go here and let's get the charge in here. So we get a little bit of a charge. We get a charge here. High King Thorgrim, we're going to park here, and it's going to be tough for my opponent to crack my main line, I think, with the runesmiths and like all those buffs right there. So since he doesn't have cav, we can kind of just position these guys here. We'll get these guys going here. And these slayers, we can kind of just run them up and around the back. So great. So it's kind of just a Death Star battle right now, to be honest, which I'm totally fine with. So High King Thorgrim, we want to pull him back a little bit. We don't want him to get surrounded. So let's go ahead and get these guys going here. And the Thunderers, how are they doing? So they're in pretty good position. So we're going to try and shoot that Grail Reliquary. We're going to get these guys going over here. And the slayers, when they collapse into the back, he's trying to Death Star me, basically, which is interesting. So the dwarves are pretty scary into a Death Star type situation. So we're a little bit obstructed here. So we're going to pull these back just like so. And we're actually going to pull the cannon over here and see if we can, you know, over the course of a long battle, get a bit of a better engagement here. So let's go ahead and see if we can hit the Grail Reliquary. And these slayers, we're just going to collapse them into the back. Although he does have mostly foot squires in the back. But let's go ahead and get them on the back of those men-at-arms. So we need to be very, very on top of using the Ruin of Wrath and Ruin. So we're going to use that here. We're going to go ahead and use this. We don't want to use it on a peasant mob, obviously. We'll go ahead and use it. Oh, and he's using the Shield of Thorns, which is pretty cool. We're getting some good fire right into the side here. So we might, yeah, with that Grail Reliquary, though, I don't see his leadership tanking anytime soon. So we're going to pull back a little bit because you can see High King Thorgrim is kind of getting hit a little bit. But my troops are taking like almost no damage right now, which is great. So we do get a nice little kind of surround here. These guys we can kind of just honestly bring, and let's just bring them to bolster the main line. You can see he was actually targeting Thorgrim. It's really funny when you see like people, you know, doing those type of plays. But the cannon is just getting ready to position out on the side here. Probably don't want to shoot into my own troops, but we're going to pull these Dwarf Warriors to like help High King Thorgrim out. We're going to, you know, start trying to focus that Grail Reliquary. So just keep shooting in at this Paladin here, and we want to be checking for Ruins of Wrath and Ruin and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, everything's being used, you know, somewhat optimally, but we can't afford to lose High King Thorgrim because if we do, we won't have any way of like really dealing with the Green Knight. So we're just going to kind of keep shooting in this blob. And yeah, hopefully our Thunders can, you know, start to wear these guys down. Let's get these guys engaged. I don't know why they're kind of standing awkwardly like that. Let's go ahead and use all these ruins. What a strange build my opponent is using. But yeah, hopefully High King Thorgrim can get away here. We'll probably get him to start fighting the Green Knight now that these Dwarf Warriors have engaged here. We do have Ruin of Wrath and Ruin, so let's go ahead and use that on, you know, whatever we can. And, you know, he is getting sandwiched a little bit, which is tough. So, you know, I don't know how his army's going to hold up, but just, you know, being really efficient with using the Ruin of Wrath and Ruin is very, very important here. And you can see, like, he's completely surrounded. Like, this is so, like, unusual for, like, a dwarf match, you know? And the cannon is now, like, over here. So what we can do is just, like, use the cannon to start shooting at routing units, I think. Although, yeah, shooting into those foot squires is going to be pretty good. So we have a pretty good high ground position. Like, we've been able to just shoot at him the whole time. So High King Thorgrim, he's just being hunted, like really, really aggressively here. So we're going to kind of pull him, like, down and around, I think, like this. And, yeah, it looks like everyone's pushing in. A lot of these troops are starting to scramble now, which is good. So does he have any foot squires retreating, though, is the real question, because that's what I want to be shooting at. So, yes, we're going to shoot at those broken foot squires. And, yeah, High King Thorgrim's able to escape, which is good. And you can see his whole goon squad is just, like, force pathing after me, which is pretty funny. So let's go ahead here and just position to start shooting at this Grail Reliquary. Because as soon as we're able to, like, kill the Grail, honestly, I don't know what he's going to be able to do about that. Like, it's going to be really rough. And the Slayers, look at them just cutting these Bretonians to pieces. So we did get a little bit of a terror out here, but, you know, really, we haven't taken, like, many losses at all. Like, we're in really, really good shape here. So just checking for the Ruin of Wrath and Ruin and just doing our thing. So, yeah, New Bretonia, guys, they're getting their due. The High King is settling some grudges. And look at this guy. He's just so aggressively trying to snipe my Lord, which is really funny. Yeah, he pretty much has no infantry left. Like, that's it. So right now we can just like, yeah, everything's broken actually. So we're just going to collapse everything in and have High King Thorgrim fight the Green Knight, which should be fine. And is his Lord in here actually? I think it is, right? Yes. So the Fey Enchantress. So let's have everyone fight the Fey Enchantress, and then the Green Knight can just go, you know, fight High King Thorgrim, which should be fine. So let's go ahead and just use the Ruins. We're going to use Rune and Wrath and Ruin, and you can see High King Thorgrim there gets like a really, really heavy heavy contact there. So the cannons and whatnot, we're just going to use them to just focus on routing units because we don't want to like get the friendly fire in there. So let's go ahead and have these guys shoot here, and these guys can, you know, shoot after those foot squires, which should be fine. We can have these guys shoot at the foot squires as well because we don't want to be shooting into our own blob. So cool. Yeah, now High King Thorgrim, we just need to survive basically. I mean, Green Knight's taking a ton of damage. He gets an Earthblood, but really I don't know if that's going to be enough. And now the Fey Enchantress is going to be, you know, taking a lot of damage. So let's go ahead and make sure she's getting focused by all these sturdy Dawi. But High King Thorgrim's actually taking a lot of damage. But if we kill the Green Knight, it doesn't matter. Like at that point, it's just over. Like we should be able to clean up the rest of his army. So we're gonna use these Slayers to kind of just chase everyone around, make sure they're, you know, done for. Let's go ahead and finish off those Foot Squires too, because we don't want them coming back and, you know, getting on our Godlobber over there. So yeah. What a horrible mental pick, dwarf junk. Not sure what you're saying, but are you saying you don't like the dwarf build? Spear Shaker, to answer your question? Yeah, I don't know. We won though, so can't knock it, I guess, right? I mean, like, that game was boring because we both, you know, he brought a Death Star style army and mine was like, I was kind of waiting for a Cav army, but pretty cool nonetheless. The Fey Mortis engine, yeah, basically, that's what she is. But the dwarves are very resistant against magic, so. Guy just handed that to you. I don't know if he did hand it to me, Spear Shaker. Wasn't your name something different, Spear Shaker? Because I recommend your, I recognize your avatar. Yeah, I mean, he should have just massed Foot Squires probably, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, guys, I think it's time for a fun build. We've had enough of these serious builds, right? I think we want to use, the Bretonian Death Star doesn't work that way. No, he needed... Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were saying, Spear Shaker, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Let's see, what do we want to play? Yeah, that Goblobber, 225 kills is pretty crazy. So, okay, guys. So we're gonna have some fun here. We're probably gonna lose, just a forewarning, but we're having a good time, all right? So let's go ahead and get the Scourge. I don't even know how Dark Mail works. I feel like it just doesn't work, right? So we're getting him. I know, I recognize you. Okay. Oh, this isn't even gonna work though. This is just gonna be terrible. Okay, whatever. Who cares? No, guys, it's time. It's time for the ultimate glory. You guys ready for this? Just the Bronze League plays here. Oh my goodness. Okay, I probably should cut. That's a little much, I think. Right? Let's cut one of these two. Let's cut one. I need a caster of some sort, so let's get a Lore of Shadows. Right? Okay, we'll put him on a Pimp My Ride cart. We're gonna go ahead and we don't need the Mind Razor really. Actually, I don't know. It's pretty nice though. But yeah, we're gonna get Pit of Shades, and we're also gonna get the Mystifying. Now we got to get the Mind Razor. It's such a cool ability. So, okay. So the only thing that doesn't have Vanguard is the Chariot, right? Do we want a Cygor? I haven't seen a Cygor in forever. How much do they cost? 1,600. Ah, give me that. Give me that Cygor already. Goodness gracious. Okay, we're doing it. Do these guys have Vanguard as well? Okay, good. All right, guys, I'm getting a Cygor. This is all Vanguard. This is an all Vanguard Khazrak army. Oh, Khazrak doesn't have Vanguard actually if you put him on the Chariot, so I have to take him off the Chariot. So we can actually get a decent one here, which is fine. So, oh my God, guys, this is gonna be the worst build of the day, I think. It's all about the pits, guys. Yeah, Flock of Doom I should have, but guys, the Pit of Shades is so much fun. You know? This is a fun build. I'm not trying to win this. I mean, I'm gonna try my hardest to win. Like, I always try my hardest, but I'm just saying I'm not like, this build isn't competitive. Shout at us, Dragonborn. Let us taste that sexy voice. My voice is actually very scratchy right now. I'm having a little bit of trouble. All right, guys. I really hope he's not watching the stream. That would really bum me out if he's like knows what I'm doing. Oh man, this is such a fun thing. Look at this. Just like surprise Khazrak. Oh man. Alright, so the Centaurs can Vanguard too, can't they? So I can just start like right over here. Oh, this is gonna be great. This homeboy, I haven't gotten a Cygor in months. Like, I can't remember the last time I got one. Alright. All right, guys. Do I play any sports? Yeah, I played American football for 7 years. I played running back and strong safety. I played 1 year in college. Well, not really. I was injured the whole time, but I was. Then I ran track and field in college. I ran in high school. I do jiu-jitsu. I do boxing. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. Guys. Yeah. Vanguard plus Cygor madness, guys. You know, I mean, what's the fun? Like, I will play competitive builds to obviously teach and be educational, but at the end of the day, this is the oh, I screwed up my whole formation. No, oh no, I screwed it all up. I hate this game. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna charge in. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Surprise, surprise, Vanguard. All right, let's pull these guys in here. Let's get these missiles focusing on these dudes in the back. And Kazarak needs to get in here. Let's get these guys going here, and let's have him start throwing at these guys. So the Centaurs, we obviously want to like start pressuring the flanks, or let's just see where he goes with his cav. So yeah, Kazarak's in here. He's doing his thing, and guys, the ambush is underway. So we're doing pretty good so far. He does have a Grimgor Ironhide in here, so that should be interesting. So he is going to go after Kazarak. So we're going to pull Kazarak back just a little bit. We can start focusing those Goblin Archers there. We'll focus these ones here, and we're actually going to go around the flank and see what he's doing. Yeah, and it looks like he does have some Orc Boars. We should be able to do fine. So we're going to use Call of Violence. Hopefully that'll help out, and we'll have him start focusing that Goblin Big Boss. I really don't know how this is going, though. Like, it's just so strange, this build. I don't know. Let's try and see if we can isolate some of those Orc Boars. And guys, it's not working. Guys, it's failing. My front line is faltering. Oh no. It's failing horribly. Oh no, look at the routing. This is terrible. Oh no. Look. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Okay, well, at least we're able to win something out here, right? Oh, no. Oh, this is just the worst game ever. Oh, my God. I forgot about my shaman, too. This is the worst game I've ever had. I think this has to be the most awful loss I think I've ever had on my channel. I would cast that, but it would only be like a minute long. You know? So we're able to trade okay back there. And Kazarak just got put in a trash can. So, man. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go. Oh, you guys ready for this? Alright, Pit of Shades. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah, get in there. Cool. Alright, so we got some dudes coming back. Let's try and regroup here. Let's try and regroup on the Cygor. Okay, we got to run here now. We don't want to get too crunk over there. And these guys are fighting pretty well versus the big uns. Alright, let's have Big Boy go after him right there. And we need to pull the Pit of Shades guy back. Alright, guys. Now's our only chance. So we got to get our missiles back here to regroup. We got to get the Cygor going here. And we got to use the Mind Razor on the Cygor here. And hopefully he can do some work against Grimgor. Oh, man, my Shaman does route. That's so terrible. Oh, no. Guys, this is the worst. Rest in pepperoni. Yeah, I don't think it works against like Savage Orcs, really, right? So we need to regroup here and try and get like some missile action going on. So we're gonna start shooting at some of these guys. Man, that Goblin Big Boss is just on the hunt right there. Our Cav Force actually did okay over here. Like they traded very, very cost effectively. The Gore Herds are steady. We do have the Cygor who's in there kind of stomping the yard. He's confident still, so that's good, right? So let's shoot into some of these Savage Orcs and just kind of get these guys engaged. You know, helping out their homies. These guys need to be shooting as well. So. Damn, that was the worst game I've ever. How is that a close defeat? That was like a horrid stomping. Yeah, that was. Oh, that's why they crumbled, because his whole army was Savage Orc Biggins with 42 weapon strength. Oh my God, I got savage there. All right, guys, that takes care of my stupid build for the day. You know. Oh, that was so haggard. That was so bad. I could have played that differently. I should have just used my Cygor and played defensively. But when you're playing a mass Vanguard army, like, you want to be the aggressor, you know? Yeah, but I don't think Greenskins are the faction to make that work against, right? Because they can really punish you in that engagement. Yeah, I get a badge for effort, for sure. I think so, yeah. I'll play Beastmen again, sure. I'll play like a more serious Beastmen build to make up for that atrocity that just happened. Yeah, we'll see. Well played, my opponent. I mean, you didn't really have to do much. You just had to move your troops forward and stomp me out. I didn't put up much of a fight. Hey, the meme machine is here. Good. Yeah, we're kind of stuck right now. Check this out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that game, though. That was pretty fun, right? I thought it was. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, unfortunately, I have work tomorrow. We've been streaming for about 2 hours. That's a pretty good run so far. Man, it is so nice outside. It's kind of hot, though. There's going to be a lot of drunkards, though, out and about tonight. Yeah, 2 losses tonight. I think we've won like 6, maybe. And we've lost 2, but I mean... Yeah, that game, I mean, I don't even know if you can articulate that as a true loss. The other one was. Alright, so we're going to play a bit more of a serious build here. So he's going to play Chaos. So, who do we want to play against Chaos? Who do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see Beastmen versus Chaos? It's pretty fun. Yeah, let's do it. So Moriker the Shadow Gave, obviously, is the numero uno here. On top of that, let's see. Obviously, best scores are really, really good. So we're going to also get 2 Gores just to mix them in against like squishier units. As far as the rest of my army goes, we're going to go with the kind of the standard, the Centaurs with the great weapons. Very, very good unit. We're going to get some spears to defend the back line, and I don't know what else we need, really. I mean, a Gorbel's okay against Chaos, actually. It's not bad. But I probably do want some sort of a caster, so... yeah, it is St. Patty's Day, actually. And do we want to get Bray Shaman, Lore of Wild? I feel like Flock of Doom isn't going to be that good. We could get Shadows again. Shadows is fun. No, I don't know. Let's go ahead and get Lore of the Wild, maybe? Not Lore of Wild. Or we could actually... Oh, I actually have an idea. So, okay, so we're going to get this guy. We're going to get all of these abilities here. And then we're going to get the Lore of Beasts, which I think is the right one. Yes, we're going to get Flock of Doom and Devolve. You can actually, you know, use them both to some decent effect. So we do have 900 resources left. So maybe we can get some sort of missile pressure. I don't know. Harpies are okay, but again, Chaos usually brings a somewhat scary Air Force, so it's not going to pay off for you, really. What do we want to get? So we don't really have anything we need to protect in the back line. And Ungor's Raiders are okay here. Razorgore Herd or Chariot? We could try the Herd. You guys want to try the Herd? Let's see if we can make that work. So, cool. So let's go ahead and pump these guys up like so. And good luck to my opponent. Yeah, should be fun. Yeah, well, my face is always red. I don't know why. It's always red, guys. Papa Grom wants blood. Yeah, Grombrindle needs to make an appearance in here, guys. He really does. I don't know. I think this build should be fine. Chaos can do well against Beastmen, though. It's a pretty good matchup for Chaos, I would say. But for Beast, it's good, too. Like, it's back and forth, you know. A Foot of Rip. Yeah, I haven't done any Foot of Gorks tonight. I think it's been pretty quiet in that respect, guys. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. All right, it's time. Let's go ahead and get these guys kind of saturated here. Just make a big, scary Beastman front line. Hopefully they can hold up a little bit longer than last game. Actually, maybe we just do the best scores in the front line here, like so. We'll get Big Papa Morker in there, and we'll keep the these guys, the Gore Herds, kind of in the wings here. Just kind of, you know, use them to intercept like Forsaken and things like that. Although the best scores are probably better against Forsaken, to be honest. I don't know. We'll see. So our casters, we want to keep relatively high and tight because, again, they are not mounted, so they're going to be somewhat vulnerable. We're going to put some spears here to support against any, you know, spooky, scary threats that come our way. We're going to put these guys in group 2, and the pigs in group, can they Vanguard? They actually can't Vanguard, so we're going to go ahead and deploy them over here like this. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and get started, guys. So we're pretty high starting Winds of Magic, but we do have the Devolve and the double Arcane Conduit, so it's going to be pretty good. I think we'll be fine. What should be written on the Memorial Stone? I don't know. We'll find out. So, yeah, let's see what my opponent has. Are those trolls over there? I don't know if they are. Yeah. He does have a Sorcerer of Death. He has 2 Dragon Ogres. That's going to be a bit tricky to deal with, I think. So, as far as the front line goes, he does have Chaos Warriors with great weapons, so I think the Razor Gore Herds should be a pretty good tool here. So, we're probably going to play defensively against the Dragon Ogres because he might try and like snipe my Lords or my Casters. So, we're going to keep our Goon Squad in the back here and just use them to kind of like, you know, mirror my opponent's Goon Squad because I don't know if I want to trade openly with those Shaggoths. I want to use like my spears to like help win that battle. So, all right, guys, we're going in here. We're getting ready to go ham. And what are these over here? Forsaken. So you can see he's kind of like screening me back and forth. So we're going to go ahead and pull the chariots over here. Or they're not even chariots really, but we're going to pull them just like that. So cool. So let's go ahead and just get these guys going like so. We can get them engaged here. We'll get these guys engaged here. We'll get these guys engaged over here and kind of collapse down the line. We'll form a little bit of a battle line here. And the spears, we're just going to kind of posture and wait. So far so good. Because again, we want to make it into a tight battle so we can really, you know, get the most value, bang for our buck out of a lot of these units. So the Razor Gore Herds are going to help against those Forsaken. You can see his other forces going over there. We'll pull these guys here, and the spears we want to pull over here to help like kind of screen and, you know, do our thing. So great. So we're going to go ahead and use a Flock of Doom right here, which should hit quite a few troops. We do have Big Papa Morker in here. We get a nice little Flock of Doom. Not the best one in the world, but still, it's going pretty well. And the Razorgore Herd actually doing a really good job cutting these Forsaken down. So the Spears are going to go after the Shaggoths and just kind of collapse there. And we're just going to position here and just wait for Kolek to overextend. And he does a little bit, which is good. So let's go ahead and use Devolve right over here in this big battle, which is going to be pretty helpful, I would say. So good, everything's fighting, you know, relatively to code. Let's go ahead and use these, and it looks like we're able to crush that Chaos front line. So I feel like I recognize this guy's name. Is he like a tournament player or something? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I guess it doesn't mean much to be a tournament player in Total War because you can just join the tournament on a whim and play. But yes, the Razorgore Herds are able to do very well. You can see Kolek and the boys are, you know, taking a bit of damage. So we're going to bring our Lords over here. It looks like we're winning on almost all fronts. Although, yeah, the balance of power is slightly in my favor. Hopefully he's not disconnecting here. That would be a darn shame if he alt F4'd. I don't think he would, though. No, he's doing fine. It's not over by any means. I don't know why he would alt F4. Cool. So we're continuing to fight here. We do have these on cooldown, so let's go ahead and use Arcane Conduit number 1 and Arcane Conduit number 2. We do have our Cav Force. They did take a bit of a beating, so we're going to pull them back a little bit and let our spears kind of, you know, saturate a little bit better. And the Razorgore Herds, let's go ahead and see. Oh, man, they actually took a lot of damage, so. Right now, we're just going to kind of keep pushing in with our main force. We do have Flocks of Doom, and all these spears are really, really going to, you know, apply some good pressure here. So let's get these guys engaged on these Dragon Ogres and really just try and sandwich these guys in. So the Razorgore Herds, we want to like push back, and it looks like Big Papa Kolek is going after my Lord here, but we do have the Spirit Essence of Chaos coming relatively shortly. So hopefully we can catch like one of his tattered infantry groups here with that. And our casters, how are they doing? So we do have a Flock of Doom. I don't know where we even want to use that, to be honest. Maybe over here is probably pretty good because he does have a lot of troops. So we're going to use that and see if we can reach it. Can we get it? All right, great. So we get some good work. Kolek's taking a bit of damage now. Of course, he is fighting Big Papa Morker. We're going to get some Chaos Spawn summoning here in just a second on those Aspiring Champions, which is great. You can see the Spears are able to really, really clean up shop on some of these Dragon Ogres. So good situation all around. We're going to have these guys chase down some of those Forsaken. And I think we're in good shape, guys. Let's go ahead and finish off this Sorcerer with the Lure of Death. We do get the Chaos Spawn, so we're going to go ahead and pull them in there. Oh, is he actually mounted? I think he's mounted, so we're not going to be able to catch him. So we're just going to collapse here, and man, we just have so many more troops than he does right now. And the Razorgore Herds actually performed really, really well this game. So we do have a Devolve up, so we're going to go ahead and cast that and use that on this big blob right here, which should hit a bunch of dudes. And yeah, we get a nice little Devolve. Oh, it looks like it got canceled somehow. Did he get like chunked out? Let's cast Flock of Doom here. How come Flock of Doom was up so quick? So we're going to stack them both, which should honestly just like polish off the rest of his army. I don't know what he'll be able to do about that. You can see the Devolve. Oh, did it stack though? I don't know if it stacked actually. I think it might not have. So we'll just finish off these Aspiring Champs. The Razorgore Herd's doing a really good job. I bet you they have a ton of kills. So let's actually pull them back here and take a look. 25 kills, that's it? Man, I felt like it was a lot more. So our Goon Squad is actually back online, so we're going to go ahead and engage with these guys. And the Poison Warhounds, we probably want to just, yeah, we can go finish off these Dragon Ogres. It should be fine. So, cool. We don't have any spells right now. We're very, very low on Winds of Magic. And right now, it looks like, yeah, most of his forces are just collapsing. So we can honestly just chase down Kolek. He's going to start suffering army losses here in just a moment. So we'll just use the Razorgore Herds to chase down routing units to make sure to get that much closer to the army losses. So yeah, and it looks like the Dragon Ogres are kind of getting swarmed over here. The 7 models should be taken out. I don't know. They might be able to win that. It's hard to say, but you can see we got a little bit of a goon chase going on here. Hopefully we can catch him, but yeah, we'll see. Tummy sticks. This chat is getting out of control, guys. So the Dragon Ogres are shaken. These guys are doing a really good job. I don't know what he has left, so we'll just continue to chase. And these guys, yeah, we can let them finish those guys off. That's probably fine. So great. So a lot of my cav are routing. I mean, honestly, I don't know if he has any chance of winning at this point. It's just, I just have so much stuff. It's going to be really, really hard. I mean, he might just try and run from me and go for the draw, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to, what his plans are, his grand machinations. We do have our Cav Force back, which is really nice, though. So if we can, like, get those guys back and just actually catch him with some of these Poison Warhounds. So we're actually going to put everyone in a group together, just kind of posture them up right here. Looks like he might be trying to regroup. The Razorgore is doing a great job of chasing these guys down, but he does have a little bit of a Chaos Force left. How many kills do they have? 41, so all right, good. So we'll kind of posture them up back here. We're just going to wait for our Chaos Poison Warhounds and our other dudes. We'll just push in here and start whomping on whatever infantry has left. He has 2 Dragon Ogre squads, very, very tattered though, so I'm not terribly concerned about that. How much Winds of Magic is Devolve? It's 9, so a little bit. I'm just like giving you guys, I just look in chat and there's just talk about tummy sticks and other ridiculous things. Is that a Fate of Buna? Very interesting. I haven't seen that in quite some time, so people definitely experimenting in the new meta, guys. Having a good time. So we'll get these boars to try and chase down some of those guys, and honestly, we should be able to just kind of seal the deal here. So we're going to use Call of Violence, just push everyone in. We'll get these guys kind of running up and around and make sure that Big Papa Morker is on the right target. So we do have a Staff of Ruinous Corruption, so we're going to go ahead and summon it back here, which should be pretty strong, having those guys like collapse on the back of his troops. And the Razorgore Herds are coming in. They should be able to shatter these guys, and it should be all she wrote. So well played. We can do a Beast Cast there. Yeah, why not? Cool. Well played, guys. Is it just me? So to answer your question, Mohammed, is it just me or Heir of Carthage dislike Turin? I don't know why he would dislike me. No, I've had nothing but good encounters with him. Seems like a really, really nice guy. Are you guys talking about Brokeback Mountain and tummy sticks? So how do I celebrate St. Patrick's Day? To answer your question, I play Total War Warhammer on stream with you guys. That is literally my only plans for the day. I'm going to play Warhammer, and as soon as I'm done with the stream, I'll get food, and then talk to my girlfriend, Lady Turin, and that's pretty much it. Okay, time for a team game. So, no, Luke, it's really not hard. I'm good at rambling. I'm really good at rambling, so it's not hard to talk for long periods of time. The toughest thing is the strain on your voice, actually. Because the problem is, since I'm talking so long, I'm not going to be able to really cast videos after this. My voice may go. I don't know. We'll see how it feels at that point. So, all right, guys, time for a 3v3 game. So I'm going to host a battle. It's going to be Turin stream 3v3. And guys, if you have a potato, please abstain from joining, because it really just will stretch out the game to like 45 minutes. So, cool. So let me go ahead and get some of you guys in here. So let me go ahead and accept you all. So whoever's on, whoever wants to play, come join the party. So I'm going to go ahead and invite some of you guys, or anyone that I can see on the friends list. All right, let's go ahead and get you invited as well. Cool. Looking good, guys. Looking good. And let's go ahead and invite you as well. Awesome. So whoever the first people to join, essentially, it's first come, first serve. So it doesn't show you on the list, console gamer. It should be on the list. If you go to the top and you search Turin, it should come up. We got old Weddle. I can't see what your picture is, but it looks funny, whatever it is. Let's see here. I feel like someone here has to get the big black coach. What's changes, precious? Oh man, I wish my buddy Italian Spartacus was here. He can seriously do the best Gollum impression ever. It's incredible. Console gamers, I'm looking at my friends list. I don't know if I see you. Let's... Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. So good. Yeah, I don't know who I'm going to play, guys. I'm kind of at a loss here. So, console, I asked you earlier. Let's see. So I'll get you, if you don't get in on this game, we'll get you in on the next one. So I'm going to go to my Steam and add you. So you're tomorrow, hang on, I'm looking, 1994. Cool. How come you're not coming up here? Okay, so I see you. Are you in the United Kingdom? So I just added you as a friend. So we'll get you in on the next game. No problem. A fake Turin battle. Yeah, you guys should. All right, so they look like they want to play Wood Elves, which should be interesting. So maybe I'll play some Jawi. We'll get Big Papa Grombrindle coming in. Get a little bit of a Rune Helm of Zufbar. Should be gangster. We'll get some siege units. Why not? To lure unsuspecting noobs. Oh, man. Probably 2 is fine. I don't want to be too obnoxious right now. Let's go ahead and just get 2 of these guys. All right, so against these guys, we can probably get away with a Dwarf Warrior front line. Let's see. So I don't want to kick anyone out right now to answer your question, Zeva, but we'll get them in a future game. I can't. These guys are all hyped and ready to go. So we're gonna get some Quarrelers, maybe. Should be good. Why not? We'll get Ulthar's Rangers because they're gangster. We'll go ahead and get some Slayers in the back line, of course. We'll get the Grumbling Guard. Should be good for my army for now, right? I feel like it should. Probably need to pick a different map, so let's go ahead and pick... What do you guys want to fight? I don't even know a lot of these maps, guys. We'll just do Pillar of Bone. I know that one's always a pretty fun map, so... I want to do Pillar of Bone? Oakenhammer looks really nice, though. Marbod's Tomb. Oh my goodness, I just don't know. I know none of these maps, guys. Karakangor. The swamps. We can fight in the swamps. Glacial Lake. Yeah, let's do Glacial Lake. That's kind of a fun one. So somebody's typing in here. All right. So yeah, I think we're ready. Let's hopefully my allies here can toss some salad with me. Guys, you know flame cannons are a must, right? We'll see how it goes. Don't you dare speak that heresy, Dark Link. Warhammer 2 is not going to be Age of Sigmar. It better not. It's going to be there's going to be a riot if it is. Hang on a sec. Let me go ahead and respond to a message here. What? All right, one sec, guys. Sorry, I'm just reading a message. Cool. All right. It's showtime. Are we going to settle some grudges? I think so. Kill the faithless woodland sprites. I love it. I love it, guys. It's going to be really fun. A lot of spooky, scary Wood Elf action coming, though, guys. I'm a little concerned that there's going to be a lot of Arrows of Kurnus coming our way. Please, Age of Sigmar? No, we don't want Age of Sigmar. Please. Oh, man. So, to answer your question, the Chaos Shell that I was thinking of running, I'm going to do more quick battles after this, so hopefully I'll be able to actually get that for you guys. But the Chaos Shell just uses, against New Bretonia, it uses a front line of Marauders with Great Weapons, Aspiring Champions, 2 standard Chaos Warriors. It uses Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, Kolek, Poison Warhounds. There's something else, I forget what it was. Yeah, I'll get to it, don't worry. No, it's not going to be Age of Sigmar. It better not. That's because they haven't even done all the old world factions yet. So, yeah, you have a friend at Creative Assembly who told you. I think that would be revolting. Do you know how like hated Age of Sigmar is in the community? The second the end times and all that. Like people just loathe that. All right, the dwarves are ready. The dwarves are ready to party. Hey guys, also if you guys are taking a look at the matchup here, if you guys look at Pharaoh O War. He just started a YouTube channel. Go check him out. He does some battle casts, live commentary, and that kind of stuff. I was actually watching them. They're a great video, so go check them out, guys. Really good stuff. Yeah. So it's time. It is time. I know. I think Luke's just trolling us. He's giving us a little trolling. So, all right. It's time, boys. Ready up. It's time. Hey, old Weddle, what is your picture? What is that a picture of? Is that you? I'm trying to like make out what that is. Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah. Exit. I'll try and get you in the next game. Execute. Yeah, I will. And guys, for any of you that are playing in this game, if you play in this game, let other people play in the future games. You know, we'll try and get different people in. I mean, it did revive. I mean, quote unquote revitalize. I mean, it just yeah. There was so much like cool history there, and I don't know. It just kind of. I didn't like it. I don't know. Do people actually like Age of Sigmar? Because like every thread I've read, people hate it. At least on the Warhammer forums and stuff. But yeah. All right, guys. We got a good cockfight on our hands here. Age of Smegmar. That's disgusting. Oh man. The chat is degenerating at the 3-hour mark or 2-hour mark. Yeah, it's getting wild. What time is it for all of you guys in Europe? Must be like 2 in the morning now, right? Or pretty late, I would imagine. A 9-hour difference, so yeah. Oh, wow, it's like 3 a.m. Anna, are you still there? Is Lady Turin still in chat? Is she surviving this run? You can only come when you hear Gimli say yes. Well, if you guys want to trigger the Gimli in chat, you actually just, if you want to, you can just subscribe and then resubscribe to my channel. I probably shouldn't tell you guys that because now people are going to abuse that, but that's what triggers him is when someone subscribes to my channel. I actually can't hear it because I have the game sound muted because I don't want to wear headphones. So, yeah, so I can't like hear the sound of Gimli. Has he been going off a lot? Hopefully he has. That'd be pretty good stuff. Age of Scubbar. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, guys. It's gonna be 2 in the morning, 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the UK. Okay, that's not too bad. Could be worse. Could be worse. Yeah, I know it's probably pretty late in Russia. 9:20 Eastern Standard. Yeah. East Coast, it's about 3 hours later for you East Coasters. But yeah, this is gonna be a good grudge match, guys. Wood Elves versus Dwarves. It's always a good time. One of my favorite matchups by far. Roasting them. Yes, Anna's still here. She's here. Yeah, 2:20 in Sweden. I know Sweden's a little not quite as late as like Eastern Europe. So. All right. Yeah, guys, it's gonna be fun though. This battle. I want to do some custom maps too, like on stream. I don't know if you guys have any suggestions. Shoot it to my inbox on YouTube. Like if there's any really good custom maps that you guys are seeing. So all right, let's make the Dawi proud, guys. Let's send these woodland sprites back to the Shadow Realm. That's the plan, right? So we're gonna kind of pull our armies back and start deploying here. All right, so far so good. Good, like that. We can go ahead and get these guys right here. The Grumbling Guard obviously need to be close. And my Flame Cannon is what I'm most excited to use by far. That thing is gonna be super fun. A little bit of lag right now. Somebody's rocking a potato. I don't know who, but there's a culprit in here with the potato. So we're gonna put this Rune Lord in the front line to kind of support here. And this can be here, this can be here. Yes. You can go ahead and get the Quarlers kind of over yonder, like so. All right, who's got the potato? Someone has it. Potato. Yes. Poland? Oh god, it's 9. Well, it's 9 hours for me. I know that. Okay, so we're deploying, guys. A little bit of lag, I'm not gonna lie. So the Slayers we probably want to park like right here. And then we can put the Rangers in the back and just kind of chill with them. The Slayers can get that back there and protect them pretty quick, I feel so. So we put these guys in group 2, and we can put these guys in group 3, and these guys are good to go. Cool. I think we're ready, guys. It looks like we have some extra Dwarf Warriors back here, so we'll use them in the back to help out against any funny business. Good. All right, it looks like someone... whoever that lag is probably subsiding, so that's good. So I think we're making some progress there. So let's go ahead and get this ball rolling, guys. I'm really excited for this. This is gonna be tough. So we got Thorogrom over here, and then I got old Weddle over here. We're facing some beasts though, for sure, guys. The elves must pay. Gimli is love. Gimli is indeed life. I know I should probably add a Gandalf one too, like make it like longer. That would be pretty good. We'll see. Sun's starting to go down a little bit out there. Life is good. Fly, you fools. Yeah, everybody thought that Gandalf says run, you fools, but he actually says fly, you fools. All right, cool. Slayers are ready to go. We're ready to party, guys. There's gonna be some elf roasting going on, hopefully. Hopefully this Flame Cannon is able to just rack it up on those Eternal Guard. Is Gimli being spammed right now? Is that what's happening? Because I have my sound off, so hang on, I'm turning on the sound for a second. Yeah. Okay, I haven't heard Gimli. Sound's been on for a minute. You're drunk watching stream? I thought about doing a stream one night where I'll do it when I move to Poland. Like every time I lose a game, I'll like drink a beer, like a full beer or something. That'd be pretty funny. So like see how long I could go. I don't know. We'll see. We'll do something like that. We do have Big Papa Grombrindle back here. He's pretty pissed off. Look at this beard, dude. He's just all business. Look at him. He kind of has like beaver-like teeth, you know? Like, I don't know. At least this model. Or maybe he's just got like the old man teeth that are just all messed up, you know? Yeah. What is the ratio of Americans here? I think it's... so if you look at my channel analytics, it's actually about 35% of my total audience is American, and the rest of them are European, or you know, from other parts of the world. So, oh my goodness, look at this madness over here. So Eternal Guards. So let's go ahead and just start blasting these guys, just with this this dude, and we obviously have to wait for him to get a little bit closer, but they're gonna have to advance because we do have siege. So we do got goblobbers all over the place, and oh, we even got some Iron Drake torpedoes over here. So very, very good. Nobody likes elves, unfortunately. Anna, I'm sorry. It's all about the dirty old men, the dwarves, just the pervs. So it looks like we got Gojira in the middle. We got Pharaoh of War on the outside. He's coming around pretty crunk with those Wild Riders, making me a little bit nervous. Definitely want to probably pull these Slayers back, I'm guessing. I don't know. So we'll pull these guys back. We'll pull Big Papa Grom. Yeah, those. Look at all those dudes. Hopefully that our dwarves on the flank can handle all that. But the Goblobber getting in there doing some pretty good damage right out of the gates. And the Flame Cannon will be online relatively shortly, so I'm pretty excited for that, guys. It's we do got Slayers. We got Dragonback Slayers though. So this is a very, very like tough area to come down, because like it's very easy to like block that off. But it looks like he has some openings, so pretty eager to see how he does with that. So someone joined with the potato computer. Kurwa, is that what you want me to say? Tak. Yeah, I know a few Polish sayings. Yeah. Don't bring up politics. We could just start talking about Donald Trump. That's how you know chat is devolved into just absolute chaos if Trump gets brought up. We've actually done some good damage here to the front line though, so we're actually going to switch on to some missiles back here with the lobber dude, and he's about to be in range for our flame cannon, so that's going to be pretty nice actually. So we do have Coilers as well, so we're going to get some decent poke in the front line. Big Papa Grombrindle's kind of just chilling, waiting to protect. But yeah, we got to make sure he doesn't get by with all these wild riders here. That's going to be pretty bad if he gets to our back line, but I think we're okay. And it looks like that Zeva Hazard over here has like mostly infantry. He does have some wild riders of his own, so they are advancing. It looks like they might be trying to like overload a flank, which isn't a bad idea. Like I don't mind shifting my army at all, so I would just pop lock it like this and just no, it looks like they're coming straight in, so that's fine. So great. So the flame cannon is about to be in range, so we're gonna get some decent shots here. We can just start shooting in with the Coilers on this group, and we can start shooting these guys. And I think they do have shields, yeah, which is good. So, but the Gallbob are doing some great devastating damage there. So we're gonna switch it on to that other group. Now the flame cannons are indeed off. So good stuff so far. Let's see. Let's go ahead and see on the flank. So, oh man, some wild riders really got around us there. So that's tough. So we're gonna have to get the Dwarf Warriors like ready to kind of plug up here, and he's gonna get in here. So we're gonna pull our Slayers to try and help our buddy out and get these guys going here. But very well played. I might just have to defend my own stuff, to be honest, because yeah, there's some funny business going on over here. So the flame cannon is now shooting. So yo man, it's making some great contact here. So we're doing some pretty devastating damage, to say the least. But yeah, you can see that these wild riders are trying to come around. So we're just gonna kind of keep scurrying the best we can. And yeah, it looks like he's kind of just cycling around here. So good stuff so far. So the Runesmith here on the front line, these guys might engage, but they're taking some massive flame cannon damage. So let's go ahead and just keep pulling these Dwarf Warriors, just try and get over there. We might need to pull the Grumbling Guard, so we actually are going to pull these Dwarf Warriors here and replace the Grumbling Guard in the front line, just to kind of, you know, get our flanks all squared away and everything. So we'll pull Big Prop of Grombrindle. We'll also get this Runesmith coming over here as well. And the Slayers over here, we probably need to run them across, like just straight across right now. So good. So we're in decent shape. So we're going to turn our Coilers and start shooting these guys down. We'll have this group shoot these guys. And Grombrindle, once we get in there, we can actually use a Flash Bomb, which is going to be really good. So the Flame Cannon continuing to perform quite well. And if he does come in here, hopefully we can catch him. It's going to be a little bit tricky, but we'll try our best. And if Big Papa can get in there and do some work, yeah, it looks like he does get a nice little karate chop. So the Slayers are hot in pursuit. We do have Coilers coming in as well, so let's go ahead and get these guys engaged there. So now that Grombrindle is kind of saturated with these two groups, let's go ahead and use a Flash Bomb. So it's going to slow them down. It's going to do some pretty good, you know, combat debuffs to them. We do have the Rangers kind of throwing in there on them. So they're going to start taking some pretty massive casualties. We'll go ahead and get the Rune Lord. We'll use that nice little buff to give us some armor. We're going to use a Ruin of Wrath and Ruin here. And in the front line, it looks like a lot of these troops are kind of just doing like a cross pathing. So we're going to kind of send our Dawi to intercept them. And yeah, just hope for the best. Pretty wild fight. Unfortunately, someone does have a potato, which is really slowing down the game. So yeah, we're having a good time, guys. And you can see these guys are they're taking a little bit of damage, guys. Yeah, like some serious harass. And the Flame Cannon, they got like knocked off, but we can get them back on. They still have plenty of crew members. So good stuff so far. So we're going to go ahead and switch this on to some of these guys over here, some of those Glade Guards. And looks like our Coilers are doing a really good job kind of poking these guys down. So yeah, good stuff so far. So the Flame Cannon is back online. So we're actually going to turn and have it shoot these guys. And look how incredibly slow they are right now because of that. It's really nice. So man, we do have a lot of chaos going on in our back lines though, which is tough. So it looks like there's some sort of a bombardment going on here. Maybe Mel Gibson's about to go ham. Not sure. But we do have our troops in hot pursuit here going after some of these Treekin, which is really solid. And we'll get these guys over in the front line to help out as well. So thankfully, the Flash Bomb with Papa Grom was able to do good. So we're going to switch these guys here. We're going to switch onto this Glade Lord over here. And we're also going to get our Rangers kind of over here as well. So looks like these, yeah, I can't really check their stats because it's so laggy. So laggy. It's laggy, boys. So the Flame Cannon, we're going to turn around and have it like, oh yeah, look at that. That Flash Bomb was just super good. So we're going to pull the Slayers back here. We're going to just reform our ranks with these Dwarf Warriors. And, you know, once our Coilers start shooting here, if Big Papa Grombrindle is able to get his paws on him, that's going to be pretty bad for his Lord here. So we're going to get a bit of a surround. We do have Glade Lords kind of lurking in the back, which is a little bit stressful. But the Flame Cannon is now going to start shooting at these guys, which should be pretty good. And it looks like there are some infantry coming over here, but no like super substantial threats. So we're going to go ahead and keep these Dwarf Warriors here. And we're going to actually mark by Altar this guy, which is going to be really good. So let's go ahead. Come on. Mark him. Good. So now he's marked. We do have Coilers shooting at him. You know, he's in a pretty dicey situation. So we're just going to keep these Slayers here to protect. We don't want to get too overzealous. And the Flame Cannon is now shooting. Like, it's hitting these guys. So that's really good. Let's go ahead and update and look for like some healthier missile units. Switch our Goblobber. And we do get a Pit of Shades in here. Oh, no. Look at the poor Dawi in there. That's a rough proposition, my friends. So the Glade Lord might come in here. I'm not sure. If it lands, that's going to be pretty risky. But yeah, we're hitting them, guys. We're making good oh, so he does land here. That's pretty bold. So we're going to pull in here. We're going to pull these guys into melee and have them jump here. And we were actually able to kill that Glade Lord with the one that was being targeted by Grombrindle. So very good stuff so far. We marked it with Ulthar. And, you know, things are looking pretty. So now we're going to go ahead and get our Coilers, have them start shooting at... Where do we want to do? Do we want to shoot these guys? I think that's fine. So... Okay, the lag's subsiding a little bit, which is nice. So the Slayers in here are just surrounding this Glade Lord, which is really good. But it's able to actually push out. So let's use a Ruin of Wrath and Ruin on these guys, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. He's going to be able to get away. But let's go ahead and look for some missile units. We'll go ahead and switch that. He does get us off our cannon again, but that's A-okay, boys. We're not stressing it. So he is coming in pretty hot, though, guys, to say the least. So let's go ahead and push these Slayers in. He does get a nice little flank there. not much we can do about that, but we're going to push here, and they're so low. So I think honestly, like we're taking a little bit of damage here, but we should be fine. So let's switch these Quarrelers here. Let's get this other group and have them start shooting at the Glade Lord. And again, on the Eagle, it's going to be pretty low armor, so we should be okay there. So Rune of Wrath and Ruin, did we just use it? Or is it? Yeah, okay, so it just went on its cooldown cycle, so good. So over here in the front line, we do have a lot of our troops fighting here, doing a very, very good job chasing off some of these Treekin. So let's go ahead and get them like kind of pushed up into that Death Star. Big Papa Grombrindle, we obviously don't want him out there. That's not a good situation for him. So we're doing a pretty good job keeping our cannons online, though, I would say. So let's go ahead and put these Dwarf Warriors like right on top of it. We'll also get these guys here. Keep that Flame Cannon shooting at some of these Wild Riders. We really want to shut those guys down because they're kind of running rampant, like all over our back line. But you can see we're doing some good work here. Like, can't complain at all about that. So this Rune Lord, we're going to keep him right in the center. We'll keep these Dwarf Warriors here to help as well. It looks like everything's protected for the most part. We need to just get Grombrindle over here to kind of like protect our core because a lot of their stuff is routing off. So that's really, really good. So yeah, Flame Cannon, hopefully you can just continue to just poke down these guys here. And another Pit of Shades going on. I wonder if it was overcasted. Yeah, it's pretty bonkers. And you can see Grombrindle scurrying over here. So let's see. I think it's going well for us because we were able to kill that Lord, which is pretty devastating for the wood. I mean, it's devastating for anyone. So let's go ahead and pull these guys back. And these aren't my Quarrelers, so I should probably just pull these guys over here as well. So yeah, as long as this Goblobber, we can get it back online, just shooting at these Glade Guard over here. I think a lot of the Wood Elf troops are going to start routing for sure. So we're just going to keep shooting this guy with our Quarrelers, which should be nice. These Dwarf Warriors will just form a little pocket here. And let's see, where are our Slayers? Yeah, they're kind of just parked right here waiting for these Wild Riders. So we might be able to intercept them here, which will be good. So let's go ahead and just charge in here with these Angry Dawi. Oh yeah, get in there, boys. Cut them to pieces. So he's probably going to lose the last of these right now against these Slayers. So we do have a Runesmith here. Let's see if we can reach those. They did nerf the range pretty hard on those. Yeah, but we still get it, actually, so that's really good. So we're able to get a Rune of Wrath and Ruin here, and we're also poking down this guy's Glade Lord here, which is really, really good. We're going to run these Rangers over here, and yeah, it looks like they're most likely going to break. We have everything covered defensively. Yeah, and they break, so great. So let's just reform that battle line, just get our cannons firing again. Let's go ahead and see. He does have some Treekin coming back, but I really want to deal with the mobile units because, you know, traditional units we can just essentially run down. So we're going to send Big Papa Grombrindle, just get him engaged with these Treekin. He should be able to cut them up pretty good. And yeah, guys, quite a cockfight. Quite a cockfight. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. It's a party in here. We do have our Quarrelers who were able to like do some, you know, apply some really, really good pressure there. So let's go ahead and reform ranks here, get these guys here, get the Dwarf Warriors behind them, and the Rangers we can use to start throwing some axes at these guys over here. So good. So 1 or 2 more Flame Cannon hits might be able to rout these guys off, which would be really, really nice. So we do have Marked by Altar in 7 seconds. And man, this is just a big, ugly battle. I honestly don't really know how it's even going. But I'd say it's going pretty good. Like, over here we're able to do pretty well, although that's pretty atrocious, like down to the wire over there. And we are almost out of ammunition here. We've done a pretty good job like routing a lot of his missile units though. But not having that Lord is pretty good for us. And I still have a pretty big, you know, army in here. I have like all these Grumbling Guard helping out over there. And the Flame Cannon still has some decent ammunition as well. So let's go ahead and get these guys. What are these? These are my core. Oh, those are my Rangers. So, all right, so let's get the Runesmith in there. We'll go ahead and pop the Ruins just to, you know, deal with those the charges that are about to come in there. And we're able to rout those guys off pretty aggressively. So we're going to charge the Slayers in, pull Big Papa Grombrindle, and reform ranks on these missiles. Oh, it looks like a Prey of an Othrama does go down on my Rangers, which is fine. We should be able to collapse and finish off the last of these kind of ugly dudes here. So, and yeah, Grom's pretty pissed off. He's been scurrying around a lot, been having trouble catching dudes. So, all right, so let's get these Quarrelers out over here, kind of withdraw them, and yeah, what do we have? So we have some Slayers over here. Man, it's really hard to tell how this blob's going though. But a lot of like chaos in the Wood Elf backline, for sure. Yeah. So Grom's getting in there. Let's see if we can get our paws on like a Lord or something. So, oh, we do have a caster here, which is nice. So let's see if we can catch him. He does have the Lord of Shadows, which is a pretty cool choice, actually. So we're going to go ahead and use a Rune of Wrath and Ruin on these Eternal Guard over here. The Slayers are just cutting them to pieces, so definitely really good stuff here. So is there any Wild Riders or anything in the back line? I think we've dealt with the back line pretty well. So what we can do is maybe, do you want to, yeah, I guess we just keep shooting at them because, you know, again, they're applying a lot of like mobile pressure. It's pretty hard to keep up with them, to be honest. With all those guys, but man, if he lets Grombrindle get his paws on him right here, this is going to be really bad. Yeah, and these Wild Riders are so low, they shouldn't be able to do too much. So we're going to have these Quarrelers start shooting at that Flying Lord over there. We'll pull these Dwarf Warriors up to kind of, you know, we don't need to protect this anymore, so now we just kind of protect our Quarrelers. And yeah, a lot of the Wood Elf units are routing. You guys see the balance of power is very, very heavily in our favor. So come on, Grom, get that ass. Come on, get there. So yeah, like you can see the Wood Elf Lords are all like steady and, you know, in pretty bad shape for the most part. So we're just going to kind of reform our ranks, just use our missiles to, you know, pressure down the opponent's units. You can see their Lords are having to retreat, which is really, really good for us. And we do have some Slayers kind of running wild in the back line. We'll just use them to clean up. They're going to clean up these Wild Rangers for sure. You guys take a look here. Look at these pissed off Dawi. Just getting in here, chopping these woodland sprites back to the Shadow Realm. Yeah, they're broken. Oh man, Slayers are so cool. So we do have the Flame Cannon. So maybe we just use the Flame Cannon for cleanup duty. Let's actually have it go after those Glade Guard. That's going to be really nice. And the Quarrelers, I don't know. What do we have to shoot? To be honest, I don't know. That most of his stuff is like, so we'll just position them here and have them shoot at these guys. So we'll get one group shooting here, one group shooting here. We'll keep the Runesmith nearby. We can probably send the Runesmith to the main line, actually. Keep these Dwarf Warriors here. And Grom, we can probably honestly send him in here so we can start chopping skulls in the main line. All right, so who's the Potato Master? Who is it? I know one of you guys has a potato in here. I told you guys, man. Because this game is so incredibly laggy. Like, I know it's fun to play, but I don't know if it's fun to watch. We gotta keep everyone else in mind. So whoever the potato guy is, I know you're in there. I just don't know who it is. All right, so we're gonna get these Quarrelers firing over here. The Flame Cannons are shooting over here, which is pretty good. The Slayer's doing an excellent job, just chasing all these guys off, which is exactly what we want. So we're gonna make sure to kill that Branch Wraith. So Grom, he's kind of just sitting, guarding his boys. We'll get the Runesmith in there as well. And yeah, let's actually focus this Lord. I think we can focus that Lord down. All right, guys. You guys having fun in chat? It's getting pretty crazy in there, I would imagine. Yeah, I know it's not you, Pharaoh. I know it's probably not Onionies either, so it's probably one of my teammates. Well, the Dawi definitely appreciate the potato action. You know, it slows the game down to their pace, I guess, right? So yeah, I think a lot of the Wood Elf troops are just gonna rout right now. It's we have too much left. I mean, I still have such a big army. Grumbling Guard are in pretty good shape. The Treekin didn't pack enough of a punch there, so. Are you guys talking about the Germany, and I think they met with the Dark Lord Donald today, or Merkel did, or whatever her name was. Pretty crazy stuff. It's definitely a very strange time in America. Like people feel, at least you know where I live, it's you know, people are not like, I don't know if scared would be the right word, but it's just so different than anything we've ever had. Yeah, so we're gonna try and snipe out this Glade Lord in here. Hopefully we can get some work. Come on, get in there. Get balls deep, dudes. Ban them for having a potato. Yeah, ban the potato lords. All right, let's get these guys going over here. Let's get these guys going over here. And I think my Slayers have finished chasing off all these guys, so we can go ahead and pull them back. Yeah, I think that's game. They're gonna have a mass rout now. All right, guys, we did it. We did it. Oh man, good game, Dawi. We're a proud people. The Dawi, don't mess, don't mess. It was a good game though, that was fun. Dawi 3v3, cool. All right, so, all right guys, now we are going to do some quick battles because that was very long and I'm sure you guys want something that's a little more fast paced, so. GG though, that was fun guys. Very, very good all around. It was just chaos. Killing that Glade Lord early was really nice though. It was really nice. So, all right, we're in for some quick battles. Yeah, that was pretty laggy for sure. Yeah, sorry about the potato action, guys. Dwarves. Yeah, that was a lag fest. So guys, if you do have laggy computers, try not to join the team games. I know it's kind of harsh, but it drags it out, you know. I don't mind playing with you outside of the stream. Like we can do that no problem, but just on the stream, we'll try and keep it kosher or whatever term you want to use. I don't even know. Kosher probably isn't the appropriate term. I'm not even Jewish, so. All right, guys, time for some quick battles. Chief Chirpa is gonna get in there and do some work. The next superpower will be Poland because of alien technology. I don't know about that. Maybe. Lady Turin can probably comment on that. Yeah, you guys got Polish cavalry, right? The winged hussars. I remember those from many games. We're playing against Timber Wolfer. So what do you guys want to see? Elves? Oh, dude, I'm so terrible with elves. Play Greenskins with no purple units? I don't know, let's see. Chaos? Yeah, actually, let's play Chaos. Let's make Chaos great again. So, oh, he's playing Dwarves, though. Gosh darn it. So, what Elves versus Dwarves? Yeah, you guys like that one. That's pretty fun. So, we're going to get Mel Gibson, because he's Mel Gibson. And on top of that, we probably want to get... Probably Lore of Life is just good for playing that, like, long game. So we're going to get this. We'll probably get those healing abilities, and we should be fine there. So as far as the main line goes, we're just going to get Eternal Guards. Actually, shields are probably a good idea against the Dawi. They do have armor piercing, so they can eventually get there. And we're actually going to get 2 Treekin. Now, I know on paper they might not be good, but I like them just to like kind of hold the front line together, which is pretty useful in my opinion. So get some Wild Riders. We're going to get some Weight Watchers. Some Weight Watchers. And let's see, what else do we want to get here? I don't really like the Hawk Riders, to be honest. Well, Chaos versus Dwarves is kind of boring, to be honest. I don't know. It's okay. So we're going to also, but man, he does magic damage. But the Arrow of Kurnus is quite good. But yeah, we're going to opt out of that for now. So let's see. What else do we want to get? So we got the Wild Riders, which should be pretty good at pressuring. Maybe we'll get 2 Weight Watchers. They do pretty good. And then we can get some standard Glade Guard. I think that should be okay. And let's see. What else do we want? That might actually just be fine for our army. Let's give it a try. Let's see how it goes. We're going to chevron up these guys, and we're just going to play and see what happens. All right. Those Keebler Elves, they got that snap. Yeah. Yeah. Is anyone jazzed about Antarctica? What's going on in Antarctica? Silver and gold investing. Do you have a YouTube channel about like silver and gold investing or something? Looking out the window is a grudge. Oh, dude, it's so hot in my room right now. It's got to be like 85 degrees. I'm just sweating like a dog. It's good though, because it keeps my hands fresh. Like when I play when I was streaming back in winter for you guys, like with the cold weather, it was really hard. Oh, Mel Gibson's so awesome. He's my favorite Wood Elf Lord. Dude, I can squat so well. You know, maybe at the end of the stream, guys, I'll move my table, which is right over here. I'll move it like to the center of the room, and I'll try and squat on top of it. I don't know how well that'll work, but my form's really good. Like, my feet are perfectly flat and everything. Like, I don't cheat, because cheating is standing on your toes. You need to be perfectly flat in the heels. If you can't do that, you can't truly Slav squat. Yeah. So, some debates about the validity of the Vikings' combat prowess in chat, I see. Well, it is St. Patrick's Day, so if anything, it's time to talk up the Irish folk. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's been a fun stream today, guys. I'm having a great time. I'm having a real good time. So hopefully the Dwarves don't deploy in the back of the map. That is kind of obnoxious. I mean, I could be obnoxious too on this map and just deploy in the forest. Very cool, silver and gold investing. You should do a YouTube channel, man. It's really fun. So if you want to do YouTube, you need a microphone. So I recommend the Blue Yeti microphone. The variant I use is the $115 model. It's just like the standard Blue Yeti. And then on top of that, you can get Adobe Premiere, which I use for editing. It's very good. It's only like $10 a month or something, or 10 or 15, I forget. And then of course you need OBS, broadcasting software, OBS. It's really, really good. It's free too. Oh man, I know chat is just devolving right now. I can sense it. All right, so we're gonna get these guys like so. So we're not gonna be trolls, guys. We're not gonna be trolls. We're just gonna deploy and just march and just fight the dwarves. We're gonna be straight up. Guys, it's really important when you're using Way Watchers, turn off the fire at will, because if you don't, they run out of ammunition really quick and they kind of just suck. So you need to like target really, really important units with that, in my opinion. So Mel Gibson, we can probably scurry around with him. She actually belongs in the main line. You want her like right there to provide that encouragement. Mel Gibson can be, these guys can be group 2, so we can do a little vanguard over there is fine. We'll put Mel in group 3 and these guys in group 4. So great, let's get started. Oh man. All right, stupid. Yeah, Blue Yeti's really good. It's what I use. It's a nice mic. But yeah, I would recommend. Oh, and these guys can actually vanguard, so maybe we'll just start them over there. That's probably fine. Yeah, we'll do a little something like that. They have stock anyway, so. Yeah, so it's getting pretty ham in here, guys. We got Mel Gibson. He's got the Hawk's Talon and the Hounds of Gibson, both of which are kind of fun. Hounds of Gibson, we do have the Weight Watchers. They're gonna attack them with diet loss recipes. They're pretty cool. They do have armor-piercing missiles, and they don't do magic damage, so against dwarves, they're very good for like sniping out important units. So if they have like Quarrelers and you want to just pick them off, like you can annihilate a group of Quarrelers really quick. So yeah, chat's getting pretty wild though. Yeah, man, you guys are out of control tonight. I don't know what to do with all this. So yeah, let's actually deploy them up here. Are they still going to be hidden? Okay, good. So that was a good last second change. So okay, oh of course, man. You're really gonna make me march all the way across there? If he has cannons, I might just. It doesn't look like he has cannons, so that's fine. So we'll just do the straight march. I don't mind. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna get Gibson running, and we'll get the Way Watchers kind of heading over here as well. So cool. Well, he looks like Mel Gibson. If you're asking, I mean, look at this face, guys. He looks exactly like Mel Gibson. Look at him, just racist and full of hatred. I'm actually a huge fan of Mel Gibson movies, though. I have to admit, I love Braveheart and like pretty much everything he's in. He does look like Mel Gibson, though. He does have the cloak of Gibson. Yeah, the cloak of Isha. It's really good. I think it's worth bringing into ranks for sure. So he does have cannons, unfortunately, so we're going to take a bit of fire. So the Wild Riders, you can probably get these guys in position first and just have them start shooting down Thunderers. So it looks like he was expecting Treekin, actually. Bit of an odd army for my opponent. He does have the 2 cannons kind of oddly layered over there, but we're going to be in range somewhat shortly, which is a little bit unfortunate. So let's go here, get these guys kind of like running around the back, just making my opponent a little nervous, and we'll get Mel Gibson kind of running. Mel Gibson's super fast. He's like a track star. Look at him. He just has 56 run speed. Yeah. What's going on? No, I'm not stripping. I only strip for Lady Turin. All right, so here we go, guys. I'm going to try and get to those cannons if he's not paying attention, but it looks like he is kind of rallying some Slayers. So if we can get back there and just shut those down, I mean, that's prime time. But, I mean, most players wouldn't let that happen so easily. So we're going to get Gibson kind of running. We're going to get these stock units over here. And if he starts shooting his cannon at Gibson, I'm totally fine with that because we can just use like a single regrowth and mitigate that. And also he is immune to psychology, so he's not going to break. So, man, corner camping is always really annoying to play against. Granted, I mean, is this corner camping? Yeah, almost. It's not quite like horrible corner camping. But he actually, I don't know if he noticed these guys coming around the flank, so we might be able to just shut down the cannon. So Gibson's going to go. We're going to try and use the Hawk's Talon. Oh, man, he did not notice these guys, which is great. I don't think he did. Are they hidden? Yeah, they're hidden now, which is really good. So my opponent doesn't know they're here, so let's actually go back a little further. We're going to get Gibson and try and just use the Hawk's Talon on some of these Thunderers over here. So we're going to see if we can get a group right there. So good. But it looks like he did notice them, I think. Not sure. I don't know. We have a lot of good positions to work with here. So these Way Watchers are kind of on their way over. We do get a Hawk's Talon right here, which is, you guys will see, it does a lot of damage actually. So check this out. So it's coming in right now. And 1 and 2 and 3. Come on. Oh yeah. That wasn't as much as it usually does. That's still not terrible though. You see, like that's some solid deeps. So we use the Hounds of Gibson over here, and it looks like he is kind of paying attention. So we'll just kind of keep dancing around and just trying to micro as much as we can. The hill here is really helping us actually. So that's why I'm not like so stressed out about like advancing here. And we get the Hounds of Gibson, does a little bit of HP damage, but it looks like we're taking some fire on some of our trees now. So let's just keep advancing up the hill as fast as we can. And the Way Watchers, we want to kind of get them in position over here. And he's actually watching the cannons, I think. Is he? Let's go ahead and charge in there and see if he is. So we'll test the waters. So Gibson, we can have him. We don't want him to take Thunder Fire, but these guys are just going to start shooting. And guys, watch how fast these guys get dumpstered. So he was paying attention here, so we're just going to pull out. That's what she said. And look at that damage. I'm telling you guys, Way Watchers are very good against Dwarves. So you can just focus down these units like so aggressively. So Mel Gibson, we're going to run him up the hill, and we're just going to keep focusing these Thunderers down. Just keep these Slayers occupied. We'll just run up and around and just be really annoying. So we're essentially able to break a group like right out of the gate. So we're just going to push onto these ones, just start shooting these guys right here. And we should be able to honestly almost like destroy his army before the fighting even starts. Not his army, but the missile threats. So now that he thinks I'm going that way, we're going to pull back across and just collapse on the last group of Thunderers as they engage. We do have these guys as well, so we're going to get them focusing on his ranged units. We'll put them in group 5. And yeah, so we're just going to advance our infantry corps now. Mel Gibson should be ready to go in just a moment. He does have the Hounds of Gibson, so we're going to go ahead and use them right there, which will hit some of those retreating Dawi. And yeah, these guys, honestly, we can probably... If he just sits back there with the Slayers, I'm totally fine with that. So Mel Gibson, we probably want to get him. Yeah, I'd really like to get onto that cannon back there. So these guys are going to retreat, so we're just going to ride them down like really, really aggressively. Our Way Watchers, they're able to punish that group, and you guys can see. So we're actually going to just pause them for a second, and we're going to get these guys shooting at the Slayers here and get everyone engaged essentially. So good. So we're going to kind of collapse on the Dwarf line here. We're also going to get some Eternal Guards over there, and yeah, these guys are fighting Thunders, which isn't great, but you know, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and use the bombardment here. We'll get Mel Gibson running. We're able to chase those guys down, but we're going to kind of come and go after those Slayers. And all right, cool. So we want to use a big heal right here in this blob, which should be pretty strong. And Mel Gibson, obviously, we want to keep him running like the whole time. Although, who does he have? He has Ungrim, so we don't want to be fighting Ungrim. So we're gonna just throw some fodder units over here and let them hold. And what do we? Oh, so he has hammers here, so that's a good target. So you guys see what I'm saying about saving that ammunition and just being very, very on top of that? It's very important because now, like, look how hard they're just gonna get put down here. It's pretty great. The Slayers are taking some serious damage, so we're gonna pull these guys back and like kite them out a little bit. But the Wild Rider's doing a very good job of chasing down units, and like he's kind of like his pursuits are a little bit inefficient, I would say. Not by his fault per se, but you know, it's not going as well as he would like. So over here, the Wild Riders are doing pretty well. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up and through. Maybe, I don't know if we want to charge those Slayers, to be honest. We'll probably just pull back and just kind of keep gunning these Slayers down and these hammers and these other units here. And how's Gibson doing? He's doing pretty good. I think he's doing some work, but we'll probably push him back. I don't know what we want to do here. Our Wizard does have some healing, but nothing really needs that much healing right now. And yeah, this missile fire is doing very, very good for us. So we're going to go ahead and maybe, I don't know. We probably want to kite these guys back, put them in skirmish mode. We'll put these guys in skirmish mode as well. And they should be routing here in just a moment. So let's go ahead and pull these guys back. And we do get the Wild Riders engaged, but we're going to pull them through and just kind of start cycle charging. I think in the main line it's going well. We should have another heal here. So we're going to go ahead and use this heal and this Death Star, which should be pretty good for us. So great. So we're going to push through back. Now that he's like kind of abandoned his back line, we can just kind of kite and skirmish and do our thing. Let's go ahead and put these guys on the hammers. And these guys are going to probably get caught by the Slayers, but it is what it is. So now we can go get these cannons for free. It looks like the cannons did path up into the hill, which is a bit of a common mistake that people make. And Mel Gibson, he's doing a very good job like fighting in here. So we obviously don't want him fighting the Slayer King, so we're going to kind of run him across. We're going to use the Hawk's Talon right here and just have these guys go finish off the Thunders. Yeah, we probably want to finish this off because even just a few Thunders can do some pretty scary damage. So we do get a great bombardment, and we'll also use the Hounds of Gibson at the same time. So let's pull these guys back, and those Wild Riders over there are in pretty good shape. So we want to finish these guys off, and we can probably finish these Slayers off as well. And these ones are getting kited, but that's okay. Could be worse, guys. So yeah, pretty good game. We're able to do some serious work so far. So we're actually going to ride in. This is a very big group of Dwarf Warriors here. So we're going to put our troops to essentially just kind of charge them and try and mass route them here. You know, with that rear charge. He does have some hammers coming in, which are going to be a little bit dicey. But let's go ahead and get these guys coming in after these dudes. And we want to run these guys in opposite directions to be like cost effective. And yeah, I think that's good. So we should have another heal here in a moment. Let's go ahead and use it. It's going to hit the remainder of our troops. And I think we're okay. So let's check Mel Gibson. He's in here. He's a little bit surrounded, actually. But the Wild Rider's doing a very, very good job of just chasing dudes down. So we're going to pull them over here. And, man, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that, come on, you need to run this way and you need to run this way. Because basically, whichever one he chases, we can just shoot him in the back with the other one. So, great. So, good. We should be fine over there now. So the Way Watchers over here are getting kited into oblivion. So we're going to make sure they're shooting those guys. I was a little late on that, actually. So we're going to go ahead and, yeah, probably get a rear charge on these big bad boys up here. So let's use Arcane Conduit. Mel Gibson's in pretty good shape. We can probably have him honestly start skewering my opponent's lord. So let's actually collapse here because Mel Gibson hits so incredibly hard, guys. So we'll use the Hounds of Gibson there. We'll collapse these guys, and then we're also going to get a rear charge here onto these hammers. So good. So yeah, pretty good battle so far. Things are going well, I would say. So yeah, we're able to clean up those Slayers for the most part. So we're going to pull in our missiles now. Over here, we got, obviously they're going to get caught and killed, but it doesn't really matter. I think at this point we can just, you know, take out Ungram, and the rest of these dwarves are going to start routing. They're wavering. You know, things aren't looking too good for them. So we do have some missiles here. So let's see if we can maybe start pressuring some of these units or just move them up into the hill here. And these guys are out of ammunition, so we can just send them into melee. So how much you make doing Turin? I like looked to answer a question, and it's like, how much money do you make doing Turin? I love it. All right, so we need to get Orion out of here. He's taking a bit of damage, so we'll just use the rest of the troops to just kind of circle beat, you know, Gimli over here. So yeah, let's just kind of get out of there and just let him fight some trees and spears and things like that, which should be a little bit more cost effective. And we do get a mass route, so we're actually going to send these missiles over here to start dealing with them. We'll send these guys over here, and we'll also send over our cav to like start working on those guys. So we'll let everyone else kind of just sit here, and let's actually send. Do we want to send Mel over there? We'll send Mel as well. Just let all these other guys just kind of finish Ungrim. So well played, guys. Yeah, well played. Yeah, that was fun. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, a lot of people say the Wood Elf matchup versus Dwarves is hard, but I really don't think it's that bad. Granted, he didn't play the most optimal build. His positioning was awkward a little bit with those Thunders, and yeah, that's just my opinion. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how good of a player he is. He seemed fine. Seemed good. Yeah, so Gibson's getting out there. He's going to go deal with some of these Slayers. These guys are finishing off Big Papa Ungrim. Let's make sure they're all actually pathed on him. And yeah. Yeah, guys, we're doing it. So this guy is pretty low. He has about 1,400 HP, so... And thank you for saying I have a voice like butter. I appreciate it. I do. A lot of my family's actually in the entertainment industry. Like, I have some family members who are actors, and I kind of grew up around them, so, you know, I got a little bit of that from hanging out. So, and Ungrim he's not going quietly into the night, guys. He's just, I probably should have left Mel Gibson to help deal with him. So, I don't know. Yeah, we're just trying to finish off these Slayers, though. You know, I don't want to let him sit there for too long, but Gibson should help for sure. So, we're gonna use these guys, and you know, get these missiles, focusing them down. Should be fine. And yeah, man, this dude's just such a boss in here, though. You can see there's like trees flying around and stuff. Do I have any grad plans for the future? I don't know if I want to go to grad school, to be honest. Gold and investing. Sorry, I was just reading the other comments about, yeah. Anyways, no, if anything, I'll take more of an entrepreneurial perspective, and I'll just start my own business. You know, I have a number of different ideas that I've kind of been hashing out, so I'll start another business. I'll continue to grow the YouTube channel. I'll probably start a second YouTube channel that isn't focused on gaming, more some sort of a entertainment or list type channel to actually make, you know, bigger money. I have a bunch of ideas, and of course I'll keep you guys all in the loop. You guys will know what's going on. So, I mean, this is what's always cool about Ungrim. Oh man, did Ungrim just get picked? Oh, look at that, guys. Ungrim got picked up and slammed by that Enchantress there. That's brutal. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. Pure skill, no luck. Yeah, a little bit of luck. I mean, there is a lot of luck in this game with, you know, matchmaking and picking armies. So let's go ahead and fast forward and see if he'll do it. So we do have all our troops coming back. Mel Gibson just... I feel like Mel Gibson should be immune to fatigue. Like, this dude would never get tired. Look at him, dude. He's got freaking hooves. Oh, man. Oh, all right, so... Is there some cringe going on in chat right now, guys? I think so. You know, surprisingly, for a 3-hour stream, though, my hands feel really good right now. Like, I'm not suffering, which is nice. So things are going well. But for any of you guys who are just joining, thank you all for your support. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna keep streaming for a while. I'm not done yet. So thank you all, though. Seriously, it's an honor streaming for you guys. It's really fun. It's, you know, it's a good time for me to get to hang out with my girl, and it's you guys. I just, like, every time I look at chat, I'm like expecting to see like some question like, so what do you think the most competitive unit is in this matchup? And then it's just like how big is Turin's dick, guys? just haggardness. Oh my god. You guys are like, just a yes or no. You don't have to confirm. Oh man. That's why I love this. Look at Ungrim just getting picked up by this Enchantress. That's pretty funny. I might have to cast that game just for that, you know. Actually, I'm not going to cast this one. It wasn't close enough. Elves hate Beastmen for sure. Yeah. This chat. He didn't bring Runesmiths or anything, man. Look at all those Thunders all got 0 kills. That's brutality. It's brutality, guys. So, but yeah, also guys, one of my buddies, please check him out. His name is Italian Spartacus. His YouTube channel is Italian Spartacus, all one word. And he just started doing lore videos. And there's also a co-op campaign. So for any of you guys who want to see me playing campaign, go to his channel. It's going to exclusively be there. And I'm terrible at campaign. So if you want to see me suck really bad at something, go check that out. But he can do a spot-on Gollum impression. Like spot-on. Like perfect. It sounds exactly like Gollum from the movie. And he's going to do a cast of one of our games as Gollum. What's the best unit at stomping Ungrim? Oh, man. I mean, there's a lot of units that are pretty good against Ungrim. So, all right. So let's see what we got here, guys. What do you guys want to see? Is there anything you guys want to see right now? Like matchup-wise? Dwarves? I feel like Dwarves are probably a little boring to watch, right? Oh, man. We'll do another team battle soon. Don't worry, man. Before the stream's over, there will be another one, so... Let's do Chaos. I know you guys like seeing Chaos. And it's probably my weakest faction. One of my weaker factions now, actually, so... Let's see who he picks. I really hope that he picks, I hope that he picks, like, New Bretonia or something. We'll see. Thorogrom. That name sounds familiar. Chaos vs. Empire? Oh, you guys want to see Bretonia? Or Black Coach? Black Coach isn't going to be good here. Not at all. So, let's see. What do we want to get? Probably a Chaos Lord. We can put him on a Barded Chaos. No, we probably want the speedier one. I think that's probably a better choice. So we're going to get Potions and also get Filth, which is going to be pretty good. Aside from that, we could get the Lore of Fire. So we're going to get him on a mount. We're going to get the Flaming Sword of Ruin. And yeah, that should probably be fine. And then, although, man, I would like to contest this guy. And we're also going to get a Sorcerer with Lore of Death. So it's going to be a little bit of an expensive build, but I'm just going to try it out and see how it goes. I don't know how good it'll be, but as far as our main army goes, we're going to get some Forsaken. We're going to get Aspiring Champs. We're going to obviously get some Armor Piercing. We're not going to go too heavy on that, I don't think. Let's go ahead and just get a few of those guys for Armor Piercing. So we're going to go pretty big army for sure. As far as other units goes, we can get probably Chaos Knights. We want to get the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. I think he's going to be pretty good here. So I could cut something. So if I cut these and kind of make my army a little bit smaller, I can get a little bit more kind of unit density. So we could get some regular Marauder Horsemen, although they're very micro-intensive for sure. No, I'm just going to get one Dragon Ogre. I think I'm not going to spam them too aggressively. So we could cut one of those and get some Chaos Knights. But if he just like massive spears and things like that, I want to have like, you know, more punch in my army. So Oh, of course, poison warhounds. What am I thinking? I need to get those, of course. So we'll get these, and then we'll probably get another group of the homies in the front line, which gives us a little bit more density. So very good, very good, cool. We're gonna try. I don't know how good this is gonna be. I mean, because when I used to play against Empire, I would just get a flying goon squad and just hunt them down. But we're gonna try this build out and see if it works. I don't know how strong it'll be, but we'll give it a whirl. We'll give it a little dilly-dallying. Yeah, we're trying, guys. We're trying. Forsaken are very good here. They're very solid against everything except greatswords, basically. Greatswords, you know, cut up Forsaken pretty good. They can still like trade somewhat efficiently and, you know, take out a lot of HP, but yeah, guys, life's good. Life's really good. So after this game, I'm probably gonna get stomped here. This build is very, very exploratory, I guess would be the word. We'll do a subscriber cockfight. I think we'll do that, and then we'll do another team game. So for any of you guys that were in the last game, make sure you let someone else join. That's all I ask. All right, cool. Hey, greetings from the Czech Republic. Did you figure out the Chaos vs. Vamps matchup? Yeah, I did. I agree that Horsemasters are very good. I've had some pretty good success against the Vampire counts as Chaos lately. Yeah. I should try Barbare beer. Yeah, I'll give it a try. Why not? All right, let's hope this goes well. We had a pretty epic Chaos game earlier, that really like close one with Kolek where we came back. Excuse me. I might actually have to cast that one like separately, so everyone can get a chance to see it. You know. Yeah, Turin was a pimp in the Silmarillion, but he has a pretty tragic fate, so it's kind of like ups and downs. You know. Pretty grim deal for him in the Silmarillion. Yeah, we're doing it. Oh man, my arm's just starting to get a little sore though. Not gonna lie, it's better than usual though. I think my body's like getting used to these like brutal streams. Yeah, console gamer, you want to do a cockfight? So yeah, okay. So guys, we got to make sure to get console gamer in for the cockfight. So I'm gonna invite him, and then he can fight someone. Hopefully you're up for the challenge, console. There's some pretty good players who join those. I believe in you, man. So the Forsaken here, they are ready to party. Man, I really like Forsaken. They're probably one of my favorite units in the game. Like just in terms of the design and like how they play out and everything. So yeah, we have a scary little goon squad here though. Check this out. So the Chaos Lord with Filth, when he gets filthy on people, it's really rough. Yeah, Marauder Horsemasters are just pimped up horsemen. They hit a lot harder. They have 37 weapon strength against like 20 something. So, and it's not that much more. I think they can be worth it. Very cool unit. So. Yeah, console, we'll get you in there. We'll get you in the cockfight. I don't know who you're going to fight, though, so best of luck. Pretty low winds of magic, but we do have 2 arcane conduits, so. Piercing bolts, you know, it's pretty decent for like shutting down like a single missile group or something like that. The Forsaken are going to apply a lot of pressure, though. Yeah. All right. So Onion, you want to fight? Console gamer? I think that could be pretty fun. Sounds good to me. So it looks like as far as his front line goes, he has great swords, which a little bit tricky. He does have some, yeah. So we need to make sure that our Marauders get on those, do some damage. The Forsaken, we're going to try and get them on the handgunners. We're going to try and get them on the halberds, like all those choices. That's definitely the way we want to do this. So just kind of saving up winds of magic right now. Are you a peasant? What kind of a question is that? I am a peasant, yes. Yes, I am definitely a peasant, guys. Okay, so as far as his Lord, he does have Karl Franz. He has a Lord of Light, or Light Wizard, so does he have nets? Looks like he might try and net me down. I don't know. My army's like pretty wide, so I don't think nets will be like that devastating. He actually doesn't have any cav though, which is really interesting. So it's gonna be a little tricky, but what I'll probably end up doing is using my goon squad to just smash on a group of greatswords, like, you know? Because Karl Franz, like, what's he gonna dive? Like some, you know, Forsaken or something, or like there's not many great choices for him. So I'm tempted to wait for a little bit more winds of magic. But you know what? I don't want to make you guys wait. I'm not gonna play that way. So it's time. So what we're gonna do immediately is run these guys out this way. We're gonna run these guys up this way, just like so. Just kind of run them past my opponent because they're so incredibly fast. So this group can go up. This guy can go up and through here. This guy can go up and through here. Great. So everyone's moving pretty well. We're in position. We're ready to go. We're gonna take some initial gunfire, which is gonna be tough. So you know what? There's not much we can do about that though. Unfortunately, we gotta bite the bullet there, literally. We're gonna get these aspiring champs up the middle because again, we want to make sure they're encouraging our homies. And yeah, so it looks like he's getting in position. He does have halberds, but we're just going to actually use them in the front line. I think that's going to be one of the better ways. The Forsaken, we're going to be able to collapse these halberds on the flank pretty easily, I think, with the Forsaken. So my main concern is my main line actually like crumbling here. So that's going to be pretty tough. We're going to save up our Winds of Magic, so we're going to get our Goon Squad on these guys, and we're going to put the Hounds in Group 3 and send them up and around and try and like get on his caster with those. That's going to be the plan. So these Forsaken are going to go here. These ones are going to go here. And you see, he actually catches me a little bit off guard here with these ones. So what we're going to do is just kind of kite back like so. We're going to get this one group and go up and around this way, and this group can come up and under. So good. So far, so good. So we're going to get the Flaming Sword of Ruin right here on the big blob of troops that we have. We're going to get these Forsaken here, and we're going to jump these Chaos Poison Warhounds. Actually, we want to get the Forsaken back there to get on those guys. So great. So we've created a little bit of a seam here. So things are going pretty well, I would say. So let's go ahead and use the leadership. Spirit Leech, we're probably going to save it. But yeah, man, these guys in the back line are in for some trouble for sure. So he does have a Goon Squad in here. You can see that he does have some Demogryph Knights with Halberds. We're able to actually crush these Greatswords, so we're just going to continue moving down the flank. He actually does net me, so pretty well played, but he's going to get sandwiched by some Forsaken here, which is really, really tough. We're going to collapse on the other side, get this other group of Forsaken here as well. Just continue saving magic. Like, honestly, we don't really need to use it at the moment. So the Goon Squad, we're actually going to go snipe that Light Wizard because he's really vulnerable right now. I think we can honestly just get in there and toss his salad real quick. So I don't know if we want to use Filth yet. I don't think we need to because he's just going to die so incredibly quick. So just to ensure that he dies, we're going to go ahead and use Spirit Leech here. So, oh my god, look at that. He's done for. So these Forsaken are coming around, and we just slammed into the back of all these missiles. And we were able to outmaneuver those Greatswords incredibly hard. But our front line did falter. You know, so again, guys, it's not like great everywhere, but I think we've killed like enough units, and we should shatter those guys there. So is he shattered? I don't know if he's shattered. Let's make sure to finish him off. So yeah, the Demogryph Knights are here. We were able to just absolutely destroy that back line. Like very, very good results for us. But our front line, you know, is very Marauder centric, so it's not going to be the most resilient. So can we kill this guy already? Come on, guys. Come on, get in there. So the Forsaken doing a very, very good job, of course. And yeah, it looks like we're able to shatter him or break him, which is fine. But we don't have enough time to waste, really. We need to get on these Demogryph Knights right here. So we're going to go ahead and use that. We're going to use the Arcane Conduit. We're going to use the second Arcane Conduit right there. And yeah, we're making Chaos great again, guys. I think we are. Yeah, the Forsaken juke is really strong, and just look how hard these guys are getting put in a can. Like it's really good stuff. So again, when you're playing these type of builds, you always want to be looking for like routing units because they're going to route because they're marauders. And Karl Franz is a little scared to land though. It looks like, you know, he's having some problems. So we're gonna just, you know, continue to collapse here. And it looks like oh man, he's gonna land Karl, which is a risky gambit. So our Hounds did come back, so let's go ahead and push them in and have them go after that Light Wizard. And he does have his Light Wizard back, which is a little bit regrettable, but you know, it is what it is, guys. I'm not gonna complain. The Forsaken doing a pretty good job. I mean, Karl will take damage from those Forsaken. It's not going to be a free trade by any means. We do have a Spirit Leech, so we're going to go ahead and, man, you know, just to get rid of this guy because he's trolling me, I'm going to go ahead and Spirit Leech him just to finish him off. We're going to go ahead and use Piercing Bolts. We're going to use it right on the back of these guys. So this that Spirit Leech should finish him off. He should just die here. So I'm good. So I'm netted here, but this bolt should do pretty well. So they have 66 models. Let's go ahead and see how well it does. So come on, get in there, do some damage, and oh, right, it lags right when it comes down. Yeah, that's big damage. Wow, that did almost 1,000 damage. So very, very good stuff there. So these Forsaken, we want to pull up and around. These ones can keep fighting, and these ones can come up and around the back. And yeah, we were able to crumble that line. So basically, wherever Karl lands now, we just going to go after him with our Goon Squad. So he might go after these Hounds, which is interesting. I don't know why you would do that, because it's going to poison him. So we're just going to run the Hounds away, and then Karl's going to like get pulled over this direction, and then we're just going to engage with the Hounds like that. So very good, very good. Over here, the Forsaken are going to flank these Greatswords, which should be able to finish them off. We're going to check for some routing units, but they're mostly his, to be honest. But Karl's in a bad way right now, guys. So I haven't had a chance to use Filth yet. I should have used it earlier, but we're able to actually chase him down. And if Karl stops to fight, is he going to fight? No, he's definitely going to run. So come on, get him, get him, get him. Dragon Ogres. I almost have enough for a Spirit Leech, actually, like a standard one. It's 8, though. It's still a little bit away. So, yeah, maybe do we keep chasing him? I think we do. Yeah, so thankfully he's having a little bit of trouble taking off, so let's get these guys engaged here. We'll get these guys engaged here, and over here I think we're able to just crush. So, I didn't even use the Filth. Let's just use it. So, yeah, I'm full mast right now. So, was that a good one? Chaos game? People like to see chaos, right? All right, cool. I lose. Yeah, I lose games. Yeah, for sure. Do gray sweatpants? What is the gray sweatpants challenge, Finn? I have no idea what that is. Yeah, Karl didn't do much that game. It's a little bit awkward, to say the least. Okay, so it's time for a subscriber cockfight. We're gonna get in there and do it. So 1v1 Turin stream sub cock fight. It's very long. Sorry. So, all right, so let me go ahead and invite player. So get ready for the invite. So let me go ahead and find you here. So tomorrow, 1994. So I'm going to get you in here. I just invited you. Go ahead and accept that when you can. I never stream my losses. I don't know. I do, though. I mean, you guys saw I lost earlier. you know? So I'm inviting you tomorrow. We got to get you in here, man. Is that you? It better be. Okay, good. So we're going to go ahead and put you guys on, not the Fall of Man. We're going to put you on the Eshin. And I'm going to leave and rejoin as a spectator. So I'm going to leave now. And here we go. Multiplayer. Let's refresh the list. It should appear just at the top. Spectate. Password is Turin. Very good, boys. We're ready to party. Yeah, Alex P, to answer your question, I actually did play Empire earlier tonight. I played a game and it was we won pretty hard. It was really good. Yeah. Yeah, watching from Europe sucks. Very long. Yeah, Thorogrom, sorry, man. Yeah, they were in here first. So yeah, guys. You know, one of these days on my channel, I'll do an entire cast with my terrible Australian accent. I feel like that would be really funny for you guys. Maybe while squatting on a table, right? Just go completely absurd. Man, I need something to drink though, like some water or something. Oh, that's right. I got to put up the screen blocker so you guys can't see what army he's getting. So, all right. So let me go ahead and do that. And just put these guys here. All right, cool. We're good. All right. So let's have some fun. Man, long day, boys. Long day. Yeah. Yeah, this will be a long cockfight for sure. Yeah, I lost earlier. I played the Beastmen build where I did a mass Vanguard deployment against the Greenskins, and I just like Vanguarded this terrible Ungor army against like Savage Orcs, and they cut me to pieces, and like literally the game was over in like 30 seconds. Yeah. So it was pretty bad. Like I got my salad tossed pretty hard. It was so freaking bad. It was so horrible. So I'm really excited to see how these guys match up. I don't know if I've seen Onionies play. I know he's very good, but I haven't seen Tomorrow 94 play. So we'll see how he does. Hopefully he does well for himself, guys. We'll see. New Bretonia versus Empire is an interesting matchup. I haven't really seen much of it yet, so. Yeah, personally, when I go to bed at night, I always like go to bed watching streams. Like I put on like a Magic the Gathering stream. By the way, guys, do any of you guys play Magic the Gathering? Are any of you guys get into that? Are you? Well, when I find out, when you guys load up and chat here, let me know. If there's some Magic the Gathering nerds in here, I'll go grab my Magic cards and show you guys one of my decks while we wait. I'll show you my deck. Oh, oh man. Hey, thank you, Leo, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and guys, thanks for your support. I know a few of you guys actually, after the last stream, donated a few bucks to me on Patreon, which was pretty gangster, so thank you for that. That's going for the Lady Turin Fund to subsidize my trips to go see her. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it for your support on there. Seriously, this is like how I would rather spend my night than going out and drinking. Like I'd rather just do this. You know, this is so much fun. You're living in Sweden, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I don't speak any other languages. I speak a little Japanese actually. It's funny. I dislike anime. I don't like it, but I speak Japanese pretty well. I play EDH only, really, Grinning Moon. I'm pretty good at EDH, I would say. I'm okay. Yeah, but I can speak a little Japanese. If you guys ever want to hear it, let me know, and I'll ramble a little bit in Japanese. It'd be funny. But I went to like a boarding school, and they made us learn Japanese. So. Oh, the new stuff for Warhammer is probably a little ways off, Joseph. To answer your question. Black discard, yeah, very good. Here, I'll go grab. Oh yeah, army off. That's right. Thank you guys. Let me go ahead and turn that off. We're good. All right, party. All right, so let me go grab my fat deck. You want to see my fat deck? Oh my god, everything about this stream is phallic. Hold on. I'm getting my fat deck right now. I'm gonna whip it out for you guys. So I'm actually gonna turn and look sideways while they deploy. Oh, you want me to speak some Japanese? I guess it would be konbanwa. Boku no namae wa Niku desu. Boku no shigoto. Well, I guess shigoto is job, shigoto. But boku no ashi ga itai desu. Naze nara totemo gemu o shimashita. Yeah, I'm very rough. I haven't like spoken it in like years, but you know, I can say like basic stuff, like, you know, like my age and name and like all that kind of stuff. Boku no atama ga itai desu. Because I drink too much coffee. You ready for the fat deck? Well, if anything, guys, this is a hold on. Oh, I don't want to see the armies. So you see, I got my zombie tokens, all these zombie tokens right here, because I play a Sidisi zombie deck. So for any of you guys that are Yeah, Sugoshi no hongo hanishimasu. Sugoshi. I'm learning some Polish though. You know, I know a few words like, you know, dobra, dobriche. Oh, hold on. I got a cast. Let me put my fat deck away. I'll show you guys later. All right. Okay, guys. Today we have a matchup between Onion Ease, who is going to be playing the new Bretonia, facing off against the Empire. Definitely a pretty spooky setup over here. We're already seeing a steam tank. So, as far as Onion Ease's army, he has some spearmade arms on the wings, which he'll probably most likely use to help deal with cavalry threats and just kind of plug up his flanks where he needs them. On top of that, of course, he does have some battle pilgrims, which are really, really good against the Empire, because battle pilgrims, guys, will cut swordsmen to pieces. Swordsmen have about 28 weapon strength, but battle pilgrims actually have 35 with a frenzy effect, and they're immune to psychology. So on top of that, with the Grail Reliquae and some foot squires, just to kind of help out against some great swords, he's going to be pretty solid here. On top of that, he does have the Fey Enchantress, pretty scary. It's kind of a Mortis engine. In fact, it does have Lore of Life, and of course, he does have the Grail Reliquae. As far as Cav goes, he does have some questing knights. It looks like he does have a paladin here and some royal Pegasus knights. So I already feel really, really bad for tomorrow. I mean, again, New Bretonia is very, very threatening in the air, and he's just gonna. Oh, did you guys see that steam tank? It just popped those Pegasus and took out 4 models. So unfortunately for our Empire player here, he's probably gonna get a salad tossed in the air. He's just gonna have to run from these guys. And it looks like he is diving after the Fey Enchantress, just kind of going all in, running right into spears. But you know what he probably should have done was like kite around a little bit more and then like engage like where his spears were, but it's easier said than done. So it looks like tomorrow 1994 does have some Empire Knights, but again, they have anti-infantry and they're going to get crushed by Questing Knights, but 2 of them might be able to pull out the win there. So the Empire captain over here and the general of the Empire definitely getting their salad tossed in here pretty badly. It's a very rough situation. You can see they're just getting speared and skewered from all angles. They're getting drained by the Fey Mortis engine. And guys, this is looking very, very grim for the Empire player very quickly. But the swordsmen and the great swords have engaged in the front line, and they should trade somewhat effectively. You can see that the battle pilgrims actually outtrade the swordsmen pretty effectively, but the great swords, once they get in there, should do a pretty good job cutting them to pieces. So you can see that there's 2 Empire Knights right here, and they're chasing down these guys, but then I think he quickly realizes that Onion Ease was simply running with those the Questing Knights, and you know, kiting him around and wasting a lot of his resources. So what I would really like to see from the Empire player is if he brought the steam tank forward like this and continued to shoot, but also use the terror mechanic in the front line to perhaps, you know, save his lord. So over here, somehow the general of the Empire is still alive. I don't know if he actually used his potion already, but he is getting routed off. But it looks like he was able to do some damage to these Pegasus Knights. One of the groups is actually down to 5 models, whereas the other one is actually still at 16, but also took a little bit of damage. So the Empire player did get some halberds in, but they're getting cut to pieces by these foot squires. But it looks like the steam tank is actually continuing to shoot and doing some decent HP damage, but the Fey Enchantress with her upgraded Earthblood is doing a pretty good job keeping all these troops intact. And over here, a nice bombardment from Onion Ease, landing right on top of some great swords, and actually, I think, yeah, is this battle pilgrims, swordsmen? Yeah, great swords. So they're trading somewhat efficiently here. You can see the foot squires have taken some damage, but still, for the most part, you know, with the Lore of Life kind of going off here, and then, of course, a nice rear charge coming in. It's a pretty rough situation for the Empire, definitely getting skewered a little bit by these Royal Pegasus Knights. So there's also some great swords coming in. They were able to win in the center actually pretty aggressively. You can see the Bretonian center line just got absolutely crushed. So these great swords are going to come in here, and the great swords will outtrade the foot squires just barely, but still they will win this battle, which is a pretty good situation for the Empire player. Unfortunately, though, this is a really, really bad news, guys. The Questing Knights are going to come in here, and they're going to get absolutely balls deep into these guys right here. So very, very tough stuff, guys, but it looks like the Empire player's army is going to experience a mass rout somewhat shortly. The Pegasus Knights, you know, the steam tank's doing really good at picking these guys off. Like, it seems to just be pinpoint accurate, and finally some of these Empire Knights are going to come in and charge. The Empire Knights would have been very, very well used against the, you know, the foot squires, but they get a nice rear charge on the Questing Knights, but they don't have a ton of armor piercing, so they're not going to be the most efficient at taking them out. But the Empire player actually still does have some Empire Knights over here. He has some halberds and some other units, so if he hadn't lost his lord like that aggressively, he might have been able to actually, you know, turn this game around. But that initial engagement versus the Royal Pegasus Knights was very rough, but very, very well played by Tomorrow 1994 using that steam tank to pick these guys off. I would still like to see the steam tank a little closer to the main battle because, again, you know, once it finishes shooting, you want to be able to engage it with great swords. It does have a pretty heavy armor-piercing melee attack with 140 weapon strength, so that would have been really nice as well. So pretty dicey situation, but you can see the Fey Enchantress is still in very, very good shape. She's doing a pretty good job helping to rout off these great swords and some of these swordsmen. And the Empire Knights, of course, coming in for their desperate last stand here. But they're actually doing really good. The Empire Knights, I'm surprised. As far as kills, they have 44 here, and it looks like the other one has 53. So that's not bad at all. So they've done a pretty good job riding down some of these low-tier Bretonian infantry, especially the battle pilgrims and things like that, and some halberds coming in as well. So as far as just like sheer army density, it doesn't look terrible for the Empire player. He still has a very healthy group of greatswords, but again, they just went from confident to steady. Their leadership is going to start tanking really, really aggressively, but that steam tank might actually be kind of hard to kill. if he doesn't have like foot squires and things like that. And basically the Empire player right now just needs to kill as much as he possibly can to just make that steam tank give it all the chances it can to perhaps pull out some sort of a miracle. So yeah, things are going pretty well here for the Bretonian player. You can see with the Lore of Life, they're just kind of outclassing these halberds. The halberds, again, are going to be good against the cav, but they're going to get cut up by foot squires and by battle pilgrims. So very tough situation there. But again, guys, you see that steam tank just continuing to troll up to 62 kills now. So man, look how beat up these Royal Pegasi got. They took a huge beating over here. You can see Onion Knees actually has a paladin over in the distance over here. If you guys look over in the Shadow Realm, it's coming back. It's definitely going to come in and be very, very helpful in the fourth quarter for finishing off that steam tank. So you can see some of these Empire Knights are pulling back, and the Fey Enchantress is indeed using a bombardment. So let's see how much damage it does to this steam tank here. So it's at full HP right now. It hasn't taken any damage quite yet. And here it comes any second now. And okay, so it does about 30 HP damage to that steam tank. So not the best, but it's okay. So the Empire does have some infantry kind of scurrying around. Most of them are wavering. They're probably going to get a desperate last stand charge here into some of these battle pilgrims and these foot squires, but still they're wavering and will probably rout off almost instantly. But the greatswords performed really well this game. You guys saw they were able to collapse that center flank, but at the end of the day, just losing your leadership like that, like a free Empire captain and a free general of the Empire, or Karl Franz I think it was, is just way, way too much to come back from, in my opinion. So at this point, it's probably going to be pretty rough here for the Empire player. I think he just has a steam tank, but very cool stuff. These guys with their anti-large bonus should be able to just poke it down pretty quickly here. That's what she said. And it looks like he is indeed coming in with everything else. So well played to both parties, guys. It was a fun game. And, even despite losing his Empire captain and those other guys very, very quickly, he put up a great fight. He put up a really good fight. So you got to give props to tomorrow. Very, very fun stuff. So, yeah, let me look in chat here. So, yeah, tendinitis. Tendinitis is a good sign. Means you're playing the game correct. Yeah, it means I'm clicking rapidly, right? I suppose. But yeah, the Royal Pegasus Knights are just such a good utility unit. They can shut down the enemy's air force. Like 2 units of them can just do so much work. So very, very good stuff. Steam tank. I like the steam tank pick here. I actually liked it a lot. I might actually try it against Bretonia when I play next time. Yeah, that was a good cockfight. Good stuff. Excuse me, guys. So yeah, I'll probably do another quick battle right now. See how it goes. It looks like he might be leaving the game here. I'm not sure, but the steam tank's about to get blown up. It only has about 300 HP, and it does have questing knights with heavy armor piercing around it, so they should have no problem cutting it to pieces. Yeah, you can see they're just chopping away at it with their greatswords, and down it goes. Down it goes. Yes, Lady Turin, I am the one for you. You are the one for me. Life's gonna be good. I can't wait to move over to. I'm gonna be in Poland for 2 months, in 2 or 3 months. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I'm going to be living over there doing like YouTube like full time. That's going to be super fun. So yeah, great game, guys. Great game to both parties. That was really fun. I think it might just be you, Anubla. I don't know if anyone else is buffering. Perhaps. Had it offline for a second. Yeah, okay, I think we're good, right? I'm going to keep going here in just a moment. Yeah, I can see the stream feed on my laptop. That's why I keep looking over here, guys, because I don't have like a second monitor. I'm not fancy like that. I actually just have my laptop like open here, so that's how I read the chat and whatnot. So, cool. Let's get into some quick battles. Let's do it. All of you guys in Europe, you guys are troopers for staying up this late. This is that's a pretty bold move, Cotton. It's a bold move, Cotton. Yeah. And don't you guys think that Chief Chirpa is creepy? The Ewok chieftain? Look at him. Look at my little profile picture there. Super creepy. What's up, Anna? I see you. Grab water. Water? I know, I need to get some water. Or something. Yes! Yeah. Oh, you did good, Console. You did really good, man. You put up a great... Onion Knees is a very good player. You put up a great fight, man. Put up a really good fight. Don't give yourself a hard time, man. Seriously. All right, we're playing Ezumaru. Okay, so he's playing New Bretonia. Okay, guys, so finally we get to try out New Chaos against Bretonia and show you guys. It may or may not work. I lost the last time I tried it, I think. So, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it works out. So, we'll get these guys. We're going to get the Aspiring Champs, Forsaken, and then, of course, we want the Poison Warhounds. We're going to get a Shaggoth. And as far as magic goes, we probably want... Do we want Spirit Leech? Spirit Leech might not actually be bad. I actually really liked it last game. So we'll put him in the Goon Squad. And let's see. Do you want to get Spirit Leech? Yeah, so we can get Spirit Leech. And what other spells are good here? I feel like the leadership isn't going to be that great. The Fate of Buna either. Yeah, just kind of janky. So Metal. What is Metal? We could get rid of armor, right? We could like shred that. But I think we're going to go Shadows still, maybe. Let me see. So we could get the Withering. You could get Pit of Shades. I actually really do like Pit of Shades in here. So we'll get this as well as, yeah, maybe just Pit of Shades. Or maybe we want to get the Mind Razor to really just give us like that really, really heavy burst. So, okay, so we have our mobile goon squad. We have a decent little infantry corps, although I do need some Chaos Warriors. So we're going to cut one of those guys. We're going to get some regular Chaos Warriors, and then probably cut one more group of these, get rid of these abilities here, which should enable us to get that second Chaos Warrior, which should be pretty good, I think. A little bit overkill in the Sorcerers, maybe, but we'll see. I mean, they're good combatants, so it doesn't hurt to have them. So, all right, let's give it a try. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be streaming for, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to subscribe and unsubscribe, that's how you can hear Gimli for free. So, I'm not sure how much longer I'll stream for. I don't like Chosen. They're too expensive. Yeah, Chosen suck, kind of. It's just, they don't suck. It's just, the only time I might actually bring Chosen is against Dwarves. Yeah. Yeah, it's tricky. So yeah, we're rolling, guys. Big Papa Kolex coming in. He's going to go pretty ham for sure against New Bretonia, hopefully. So it's a tough matchup. It's really hard. I mean, Bretonia has the advantage. I mean, their units are just so much more cost effective, and they're so much easier to play. Like New Bretonia, you just spam Foot Squires, Grail Reliquae, Lore of Life. You just sit there and blob and heal and just cut them to pieces. It's very, very good against Chaos. Oh, look, my friend Matt's in here. If you guys look in chat, Matt Lady, you see that? He's one of my friends from high school. He's known me since I was like, oh man, how long? High school? Man, maybe I was like 12. Yeah, I see my girl knows you. Lady Turin knows you. You know, Matt, oh guys, hey guys. So guys, who wants to see Matt Lady in chat? Who wants to see him play a subscriber cockfight? He's like played like 2 games ever. I think we got to get him in here, guys. Yes. You guys let me know. The people have spoken. So I'm actually going to degroup these guys. I screwed up their formation, so let me go ahead and do that. Pull these guys back here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Yes. Oh man, I love it. Yeah, Matt's going to be coming to Poland, Anna. He's the one I was telling you about. You have to set him up with someone. We'll make it happen. He'll pimp all the ladies out there. All right, so let's go ahead and just kind of toggle lock this formation here, and we'll go here. All right, so far so good. So we're just lining up our troops here. We're gonna go like that. We have our hunting squad right here, which should be fine. I mean, pretty straightforward in terms of our like formation and everything. So, oh yeah. Yeah. All right, guys, let's see how this goes. It's going to be a fun match. I mean, this is very tough for Chaos, but I think we can do it. I'm feeling pretty confident. Normally, actually, I don't get the Spirit Leech, but I decided to just kind of throw it in. So if I actually do get like a very good jump on one of their lords, I want to just like punish them like really, really aggressively. And I just brought Pit of Shades just as kind of like a security in case it does become like a blob at the end. I really, you can pull the game back from that. So, yeah, we're doing it. I think we need to get Matt Lady in here. Or Matt. You just call him Matt. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun, guys. It's been a pretty balls deep stream, though, man. About 3 hours or so. Tear up that Polish pussy. Oh, my God. I don't know why that comment just made me laugh so hard. Oh, man. Oh, Finn, that was a good one, man. That made me laugh pretty hard. Oh, man. All right, guys, it's time. It's time to make Chaos great again. Oh, my God. Look how big his army is. 1280? He must just have peasant hordes. Oh my God, and he has missiles? What is this? Nobody brings missiles. Oh, my build's not gonna work. Does he have foot squires, hopefully? Okay, he does have some foot squires. It looks like he has a Fey Enchantress. Does he have any cav? Okay, he does. He has Knights of the Realm and things like that. So this is good. So, yeah, on this coin, like the Forsaken are gonna be really, really good here. So we're gonna kind of posture over here. Just kind of get these Forsaken kind of bro charging, to be honest. Like the Forsaken, we can just kind of run at the front lines. Actually, we want to probably wing them over here, and then these guys can kind of go over here like that. And yeah, let's just get these frontliners kind of moving up here. So yeah, just like that. That should be fine. So right now, we're going to go try and get these Knights of the Realm. So let's actually pull these Forsaken over and posture these guys up here. Man, we're taking some devastating damage, though, for sure. So let's go these guys here, and these Forsaken, we can kind of just go like up and around the wings. But man, we're getting destroyed by those Peasant Bowman fire. So over here, you can see his Fey Enchantress and these other lords. So we're going to pull these guys here, and hopefully we can get a pretty optimal little engagement here. So We do have the overcasted sword here, but the poisoned hounds are going to catch those guys, and I think we should be able to like get our paws on them, so that's going to be pretty nice. But our main blob is engaging here. We're going to engage with these guys like so. The Forsaken, we kind of want to like run up and around like that. Very good. So we're able to catch these Knights of the Realm here, which is really, really good. Kolek's going to get in here, definitely do some good damage, and a Spirit Leech will probably save it if we're able to like catch one of his lords or something. We definitely want to try and like snipe out the Fey Enchantress. So our main line has engaged. These Forsaken have come up and around. Looks like they're being chased by Foot Squires, and this other group of Forsaken is kind of here. So we're able to just absolutely womp on those Knights of the Realm, which is great. So right now we're just going to kind of go and try and snipe the Fey Enchantress. Like, why not? She's just kind of chilling here, and the Hounds are allowing us to like catch everything. So it's really good. So we're going to actually overcast the sword right now, which is going to give us massive burst damage, guys. We're going to use the Arcane Conduit here and use the other one here, and we might actually be able to just like cheese the Fey Enchantress out. So we will have a Spirit Leech relatively shortly, but let's go ahead and check in on this battle here. We're going to get the Forsaken back on those missiles, and our front line is actually doing pretty well. So let's go ahead and use the leadership buff and the Spirit Leech. We should be able to get that on the Enchantress right now too. So we're going to go ahead and use that, and looks like it's going pretty well for us here. We are taking some peasant missile fire, which is a little bit unfortunate, but you know, again, could be worse, guys. And yeah, our Hounds and our Shaggoths are doing a pretty good job. Let's go ahead and see. The Fey Enchantress is still in really, really good health, though. So that's a little bit problematic for sure. So we're going to kind of run out here and see if we can get away, because I think it's actually like we're losing this pretty bad here. So we're going to get Kolek over here and just see if we can get over here and shag some of these peasants. And again, we do have the Forsaken coming over here as well. And I think in the front line is going somewhat well. So Kolek's able to get out, which is good. We're going to kind of try and escape with some of these units, because we're just getting... Like, he has so much stuff over here, and he had some Foot Squires hidden as well. So, unfortunately, we do lose our casters, and honestly, I think we just probably lost this game. So the Forsaken collapsing on some of these peasant bows, which is pretty good. So we're going to try and get over to the front line with some of our heroic units. We're going to go ahead and use the Lord of the Storm right here to kind of cut those guys up a little bit and just try and get out to the best of our abilities. But the Forsaken are able to catch up here, so we're going to kind of continue to march around and just keep doing the best we can. And yeah, that was really sloppy. That was really sloppy on my part, guys, for sure. So, yeah, oh yeah, those peasants are going to get shagged all over. So we're going to go here with these Forsaken. Kolek's back in the line now, so we don't want to use them to fight spears, but we can get them on some of these Foot Squires, which should be pretty good. So unfortunately, our Sorcerers are getting chased off, which is really, really bad. He's not like relenting on those. But the Shaggoth is back, so we can go ahead and get that on the Fey Enchantress here, which may give us some sort of a repose here. Yeah, and these Forsaken are just doing so good in the back line, just cutting these guys to pieces. So yeah, great stuff there. But the Shaggoths, again, having a little bit of a problem here. We'll go ahead and get him on the Fey Enchantress, and if we can cheese the Fey Enchantress out, we might be able to like pull out some sort of a magic win here. So let's go ahead and just charge these guys over there, and if we could get like one of our Sorcerers back, that would be good. But you know, since he is chasing, he's not like actually really aggressively like beating on us with Cav, and we're able to have a little bit of freedom here. So over here our troops are fighting, and I think we might actually be able to win that. But in the back he does have some Foot Squires, but those Forsaken are probably racking up so many kills. And the Fey Enchantress still not taking that much damage, so we need to make sure Kolek's like turn fighting it. And the Shaggoth is still confident, believe it or not. So doing a great job routing these peasants. So we're actually going to pull like up and around like that. And yeah, I was just really sloppy in that initial engagement. I think that cost us the game. So these Chaos Warriors, we want to push these guys over here and just get them going like that. And the Forsaken, we're doing laps for sure. So let's get them over here. And the Shaggoths, how are they doing? So the Fey Enchantress, were we able to kill her actually? Oh my god, did we kill the Fey Enchantress? Oh no, she's running. Okay, I was like, damn, that would have been really, really good. So the Forsaken are going to get in the back line and are definitely going to do a pretty good job cutting those guys up. And we do have some Chaos Warriors coming as well. So looks like we might actually be able to like turn the tide a little bit. Just like earlier, we were able to, you know, just have this like magical victory. But those fire arrows definitely putting a lot of pressure on us, guys. But the Forsaken are able to like get on there, and these guys probably have, yeah, 215 kills. So if I wasn't so sloppy with that other group, we might have actually like been okay here. So the Shaggoths are just kind of kiting around. Let's go ahead and get them on the Paladin here. This one we're probably going to pull back. Let's go ahead and get these guys going here. And yeah, so we just want Kolek fighting. We do have Lord of the Storm, so we're going to go ahead and use that right on top of these Spearmen. And we do get a nice little engagement here. We do have, you know, a fair amount of troops coming back. So the Forsaken doing a really good job here, and they might actually be able to kill the Fey Enchantress. So we're actually going to kind of march through here and see if we can, you know, get onto some high value targets. Let's go ahead and get the Shaggoths here. And yeah, my troops are steady. Hopefully we don't suffer army losses. That's definitely the biggest issue we have here. And it looks like the Fey Enchantress is leaving, so we're going to go ahead and jump on these guys, see, you know, how many kills we can get essentially. So we're going to just keep Kolek chasing here. And where do we want the Shaggoths? Yeah, they can try and finish off those Foot Squires. So very good battle so far. Even despite like that horrible start, you know, we're able to actually do some decent work here. So come on, get a swing, get in there, get her. She's actually looks to be a little bit faster than Kolek, maybe. I'm not sure. But the Shaggoth in here doing a pretty good job. The Chaos Warriors are steady, but you know, their leadership's tanking a little bit. So very sloppy start. We should have played defensively. So yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, we still put up a good fight, and I think the build works. But I think I just got a little too overzealous. So let's go ahead and get the Shaggoth over here, land on smackdown on the Fey Enchantress, and I think that's it. So well played to my opponent. It was a fun game. It was a really fun game. But, you know, we screwed up in the beginning. We deserve that one. We deserve that one, boys. But pretty cool build. But our front line was actually able to win that. But guys, I lost those 2 sorcerers so quick. I got to use like 1 spell. That was really bad. But yeah, my opponent played well too. Like he had some like foot squires or something hidden back there. So when I was actually able to like catch his dudes, like I wasn't able to like, yeah, like really deliver that punch. And I was sitting on that Fey Enchantress for like a minute or two, and I wasn't able to do too much. It was a little bit, you know, inefficient. So yeah. But anyways, I know some of you guys wanted to see my magic deck, so let me go ahead and whip that out while we wait for the next game. Hold on here. So I'm just like all sweaty and grimy in here. All right, boys. So see, this is the deck here. So for any of you guys, see, I got a nice like Yawgmoth's Will. I'm sure you guys know that card, right? Got a little bit of Reanimate running in here. It's good stuff. Yes, Sergeant Fenn, that was a good fight. There was a lot more I could have done. I definitely played poorly that game. Like, I think I had the advantage on the main line. I should have just played conservatively and just used the Forsaken to kind of run things over. Okay, so let's see. Who does he want to play? Who do we want to play here? We could play... What do you guys want to see? Oh, sorry, what's going on? I know, I need to hydrate. So he's playing Bretonia, so... We could play... Let's play the Vampire Counts. I haven't played like a competitive build tonight, so let's go ahead and try it. So we're going to play the Red Duke. We're going to put him on the ground, like so. But we're gonna put a little bit of like a creative spin on it. We're going to put some creative spins. Yeah, for sure. So we're going to get these guys. We're actually going to get the Feasters in the Dark. Just give them a try. Let's see what happens. We're going to get Blood Knights. We're going to get the Dire Pack. We're going to get a Mortis Engine, of course. Very, very good stuff. And we're going to get an additional Dire Wolf. 2 Skeleton Spears in the flanks. We probably want some Cryptors in case he gets some spooky, scary, what are those things called? The Foot Squires. We probably don't want to get Vargeist because, again, Bretonia usually will have some sort of an Air Force. And if he gets any air units, it's just like an instant loss there. So probably maybe just 2 groups of Cryptors is fine. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So we'll Chevron up these guys. And all right, guys, so I'm going to listen to my lovely girlfriend and go get some water. I'm just going to start the game, and I'll be right back. So don't leave. Thank you, Anna. Appreciate it. All right, boys, it's time. I'm back. I actually got a biscotti instead. Yeah, some random dude comes in here and starts playing for me. That'd be really funny. All right, we're good. Hold on. So good. For any of you guys that live in the States, Trader Joe's, they make really, really good biscottis. Man, goodness, these are delicious. All right, that's looking good to me. We're gonna get the Duke and his pimp squad back here. We're gonna get these Dire Wolves over here, and the Feasters in the Dark. Actually, yeah, we'll put them over here up on the hill. They're actually stock. They have stock, so they're pretty good. So hopefully he like focuses on the Hounds, and the Feasters in the Dark can come around and get all thug life and stuff. I know I do have a really awesome girlfriend. Yeah, it's I'm very happy. I'm a very lucky man. All right. Yeah, you know, everyone says that I look like Benedict Cumberbatch, and then some people say I look like Ethan Hawke too, which is funny because I was eating in Chipotle yesterday. I was just, or like last week, I was just sitting there, and some dude just comes up to me and is like, "You look like Ethan Hawke," and just walked away from me. It was very weird. All right, so the Feasters in the Dark, we're gonna get them rolling dirty. We're gonna get these guys kind of coming over here, and honestly, I think we can do this. He does have some Royal Pegasus Knights, but the Blood Knights and the Red Duke should be able to handle them. He's gonna try and snipe the Mortis Engine for sure. Yeah, you can see like he's sending them after the Hounds, which is like a total waste. So the Hounds, we're just gonna like run them into the Shadow Realm and just kind of keep coming around with the Feasters. And they're not terribly fast though. That's the only problem. They're a little slow. So, but they should be like getting on top of his missiles like pretty quick here. So he's going after them. We might actually just pull them back to our main army and just like come back out here to intercept. And if he does like dive, we might be able to get them. I wish we did start with El Sif. That would be really nice. So we're actually going to go see if we can catch them with some of our heroic units. And if he keeps chasing, we might be able to get lucky here. I'm not sure. No, it looks like he's on top of it. So we're actually just going to put them in group 2. And so let's degroup them. And great. So we have a even bigger goon squad now. So we're just going to keep marching here, just kind of keep going down the pipe. And yeah, let's get these Graveguard and these other homies kind of engaged in the front line. And it looks like those are just standard men-at-arms. So these guys are going to take a bit of damage. We don't want them focusing the Mortis Engine, so we're going to get these guys out here to screen. And let's actually go and overpower his Cav Force right now. I'm pretty sure we can just do that easy. So cool. So the Red Duke and the homies are, we'll get the Mortis Engine kind of running up to the front line. We're going to get the Cryptors out there as well, and we're going to get these Spears over here. So yeah, he does have 2 Knights of the Realm, but honestly, I don't know what he's going to be able to do with those. So I would say Vampire Counts are probably my most competitive faction. Like I would say they're the ones I'm best with. So we're going to summon some zombies right on top of those guys, which is just going to be absolutely devastating. We do have 2 Cryptors coming, and now they're just trapped. Like they're just going to get their salad tossed like horribly. So we do have some Skeleton Spears. The Mortis Engine's taking a little more damage than I would like, so we might do a little bit of crossfire action. We're going to get the Feasters in the Dark in the back line here, and also probably use an Invocation to Heck over here. I would like to use it on the Mortis Engine, but you can see he's like detaching a lot of stuff. He's pretty much just going all in here, which is fine, but I think it's going to be a very, very rough proposition. So these Skeleton Spears, he's got some Peasant Mobs, some other dudes, and the Feasters in the Dark are about to feast hard. So we're going to kind of run them over onto these Peasant Bowmen and get this Mortis Engine going away from those arrows, which is going to be great. So we're going to summon another group of zombies right on top of this like big Peasant blob right here, which should be more than enough. And we'll also use Von Hells on the Blood Knights, which is really, really going to be helpful. So let's actually get these Skeletons over here. And the Feasters in the Dark are able to get on these Peasants and just do some serious work. So pretty cool getting to use those units, but you can see the Knights of the Realm just got trash canned. I just had so much over here. It's just, it's probably too much to handle. So let's go ahead and pull out here and just kind of run around and start like punishing his back line now that we've dealt with his Cav Force. Not really any substantial threats left. The Mortis Engine might die, but either way, it's really not like a huge deal. So we'll get these Cryptors. We probably don't want them fighting here, so we're just going to pull them out. And then what we'll do as we retreat is we'll just summon a group of zombies on top of these guys and just kind of abandon them, really. So we're going to come here and just collapse. We can actually probably get the Fey Enchantress, to be honest, but the Feasters in the Dark doing a great job over there. But yeah, the Cryptors and the Mortis Engine, we'll go ahead and pull them around the back here. And let's go ahead and just use Elsif on her. So she's not going to be able to get away, most likely. So we get her trapped. We're going to go ahead and summon some zombies right on top of her little horse. And then we're going to go ahead and use Invocation to Heck. I don't know. We don't even really have anything that beat up, but we'll go ahead and use it here in the front line. Just to hit, it'll hit our Blood Knights and some of our other units. And the Cryptors, we're going to pull them in and go after these the Grail Reliquae, which is going to be good. And also the big engine we can pull in as well. So the Feasters in the Dark actually did really good. Really, really good. Like, they got in there and did some solid damage, to say the least. So I was pretty happy with that. So looks like he does have some Knights coming back. So the Mortis Engine we're just going to pull in. We killed the Fey Enchantress, and honestly, the rest of his army should start to crumble at this point. So let's go ahead and just summon another group of zombies behind all these guys. The Cryptors, again, we probably want to get them going pretty balls deep on this Grail Reliquae over here, now that they finished off those Knights of the Realm. And yeah, we can cast this one. This might be a fun game to cast. It was pretty one-sided, though. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Because we got to use Feasters in the Dark, which I think people might appreciate. That's kind of a cool thing, right? So, yeah. GG, man. I don't know if there's anything else you can do at this point. Not sure what a cheesy dwarf build. Yeah, I mean, the cheese for the Dwarves is basically just like corner camping, I would say. Let's go ahead and give some additional AP here. Man, look at the losses. We took like 0 losses on those guys. That's pretty incredible. We'll go ahead and summon some, use an Invocation to Heck, and yeah, looks like that's it. So, Feasters. Man, I have so many games to cast, guys. Yeah. Who did you ask to do a best of 5? Layrid? What did you do to... I didn't do anything to Ninja Hun. I don't know. Does he not like me or something? I don't know. I thought he was... Yeah, I think he's good, right? I mean, I don't know anything about him, really. Man, that biscotti was good. I'm like pining to eat more of those things right now. That's brutal. Full Slayer build. All right, we got Rose Holman. Yeah, all Slayers is kind of cheesy for sure. Somewhat open field map on Carragdaron. Let's see, who do we want to play? I don't want to play vampires anymore. Like that build isn't fun to watch. It's just the competitive build, and it's just, you know, whatever. I really do like playing Chaos. I've been having a lot of fun playing them. We can do Dwarves. You guys want to see some Dawi? We can do some Dawi. Let's do that. So let's see who my opponent picks, and then we'll start picking our army. So, what do I have a poker face for? Ghouls, like all ghouls. Man, there's so many demands here, guys. Is he playing the Wood Elves, you think? I don't know. Oh, okay, so he's playing Dwarves. So okay, so if he wants to play Dwarves, what we'll do is we will play. Who do we want to play? Oh, guys, wait, hold on. Let me check something real quick. So, the black coach. What does it do? Magic damage? Yeah, it does. So we probably don't want to use that. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and play the Greenskins, and guys, it is time for some entertainment. So we're gonna get a Night Goblin War Boss, put him on his trusty squig. On top of that, we're also going to get a Night Goblin Shaman. Why not? We're gonna get Sneaky Stabbing. Although Sneaky Stabbing kind of sucks now. It's single target, so. But Itchy Nuisance is still really good. And what else do we want to get? Night Shroud. Oh my god, do you guys want to get the Night Shroud? Let's get the Night Shroud. It's Gobbo's time, guys. It's time for the lads. The lads are ready. We're going to get the Arachnoid Queen. We're going to get the Hammer of Gork. Let's just get like a Haggard Goblin like firing line with like those things. The Rusty Airs, we're gonna get some more Poison Archers. Oh my god, this is just the most Haggard army. I feel like I need some Goblin Big Bosses, right? Do I? Do I want a spider? Yeah, I feel like I do. Okay. So I got a bunch of these dudes. I got some missiles. I got Gork's hammers. I mean, what else do we want? Oh, that's right. I'm totally like missing out on some of the most important ones. So we want the Mangy Marauders, who are going to be solid. We could probably just get away with 2 missile units. And then, what else do we want to get? These guys don't have armor piercing, unfortunately. I do want some sort of cavalry, though. I got to be obnoxious. We'll get 2 Goblin Wolf Riders. All right, this should be fine. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. No, I'm going with the Haggard Goblin artilleries right now. Oh, he's playing Chaos? What? I thought he was Dwarves. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, what do we want to get? What do I want to change up here? Oh, he just dodged anyways. Oh, well. Sorry about that, guys. I guess he didn't want to play against the goblins. Maybe he knew. Maybe he knew the wrath was coming. He could hear the footsteps of the gobbos. Yeah. Are you entertained? I'm glad. I'm glad you're entertained, man. What do you want? What do you want, Tridello? All is lost? No, nothing's lost. I actually have to go over to Channel Fireball tonight and pick up my magic cards. Yeah, he actually dodged, unfortunately, guys. So we just kind of have to search and search and search and, you know, just do our thing, so. Yeah, we're having a good time, though. Oh, yeah, Gork and Mork are the way to go, for sure. Those guys are just straight up thug life. Yeah, so thanks again for tuning in tonight, guys. It's been a lot of fun. Maybe another game or two. We'll see, because we're coming up pretty close to the 4-hour mark. It's pretty balls deep, so. Oh, I know this guy. I played against him a few times. Really nice guy, at least from what I remember. Yeah, so how come I can't see what he's playing? Oh, I guess it's like lagging. So we'll just wait a second. 2 and Outriders challenge. So, seems to be lagging. Okay, he's loading in. See you later, Matt. Thanks for stopping by, man. Let me go ahead and type something to him. All right, cool. So we're playing against New Bretonia. So let's go ahead and try the Chaos build again and just be a little bit smarter about how we play. I think that's going to be the way to do it, guys, because we were super sloppy that other game and we deserve to just get stomped out. So this time I think we're going to try and play a little bit more, a little smarter. So let's go ahead and get some Chaos Warriors in the front line. We'll get those guys. We're going to get some Chaos Marauders for armor piercing. That should be good. And then I'm going to get some Forsaken, which should be good. And let's see, what else do I want to get? We can get these Dragon Ogre Shaggoth here. Or maybe do I want to get some Chaos Knights? That could be pretty fun as well. But the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is just so good at like sniping single targets. We could maybe get some Chaos Knights. That could be pretty fun. So let's get some with Lances, I guess. I don't know. I don't know like if that's like the best case. But we're going to get Lord of Shadows. We're going to put him on a mount here. And maybe we get... Yeah, the Mind Razor is decent. It gives a pretty big boost in damage. What does it give? Weapon damage plus armor piercing. That's a huge buff. The Withering would be pretty good too, but I think Pit of Shades is going to be solid. So he's probably going to get the Fey Enchantress. So the Chaos Knights with Lances could be pretty strong. I really do want to get some the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth though too, but then that's cutting into my army quite a bit. We need some Poison Hounds, I think. And let's see. We can actually afford Dragon Ogres too. So yeah, take care, Matt. See you, man. Hey. We'll be talking soon, I'm sure. If my hand doesn't hurt, we'll play some Overwatch later. We could cut maybe one group of Chaos Warriors. I feel like the Forsaken are just very, very good in this matchup. So, all right, so we got a little bit armor piercing. We got the Knights with Lances. And let's see. Darn. Yeah, the Dragon Ogres are a little strange. I don't know how I like them. I would really like to get the what's it called? So maybe we cut... Do we cut one of these Marauders? No, we cut a Forsaken, and then we get the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, which I think is just so essential. And then, so we have a pretty scary little goon squad here, and then we can get, oh, that's right, we need Aspiring Champion. So we'll get maybe just one in the front line should be fine, which will open up some resources for us here. So, all right, let's give it a try. Let's see how it goes. Can I play Prince Sigvald? Oh, man, I don't know about that. Yeah, Prince Sigvald's pretty janky, guys. He's just like some like Lord without armor piercing who runs around and just takes a beating. Hang on a sec. I'm going to put my big deck away. Here, just a moment. All right, guys, back in business. All right, so hopefully he's not watching, not stream sniping. Builds like this are very easy to counter if you stream snipe. Like that's the one issue, but it's funny because I remember like watching RTS streams back in the day and just seeing streamers complain about stream sniping, and I guess it's pretty real. I don't know if it's ever happened to me. I think once. Like I remember once picking an army that was just like so absurd, and the guy just had like the perfect counter to every unit. The audio screwed up, console gamer. Is it? What else for what else? Yeah, what else for Chaos is a little bit tricky. I prefer the Treeman Death Star if I'm playing against Chaos. Like I get Durthu and a bunch of Treekin and Lore of Life and then like use the Flock of Doom on the ball. I prefer that, but again, more competitive Wood Elf players would probably tell you the Glade Lord and then good micro is the way to win that. So yeah, it's an interesting deal there. So. Yeah, it is St. Patrick's Day, isn't it? Yeah, I don't hear any drunkards out in the streets, but I kind of live like off the beaten path, I suppose. Well, I'm in a city, but it's not near like the bars and all that stuff. So yeah, we're going, guys. So we'll see. I don't know. Chaos versus Bretonia. I'm trying to experiment, and it's good that I'm getting to play some good players and give it a try. So yeah, get some sleep, Anna. Lady Turin, I know she needs some rest. If you guys want to tell her it's time. It's time for her to slumber. So, Magneck Joe, we're coming up on the 4-hour mark, give or take. So, I mean, I honestly have no plans. Just, hanging out with you guys is as long as my body's fine with it, then I'll stream as long as I can. I wish I was my 19-year-old self in terms of my physical body, so I could continue to stream for like 8 hours. I would literally stream every single night for you guys if I could. Wins of Death is great, yeah. I mean, but it's a big gamble. If you miss it, you're pretty much, SOL. You're out of resources for the rest of the fight. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That is it Alright, mate. It should be a nice matchup right here. It's going to be fun, guys. We're facing off against, what was his name again? Something I'm not a fart, I think was his name. Yeah, get some sleep, Anna. Love you, darling. Soon. God, I cannot wait, guys, for the summer. In the summer, I'm going to be moving to Poland for a month or two, and however long I need to, and just doing a ton of YouTube, so. I know, Anna, how are you going to leave us? How old am I? I'm 28. I'm 28 years old, yeah. Yeah, sweet dream of garden hose. Oh, man, this chat is just devolving into pure chaos. Yeah, it's late over there, guys. It's late. She's trooping it out for us. Yeah. Moderating this chat. The chat's just going to devolve into chaos as soon as she leaves. There's people flipping tables, and I don't really have the capability or interest in moderating it, so we'll see what happens. All right, cool. So we got a little fancy line here. Chaos Marauders look really cool. They look really, really freaking cool. We're going to get those Aspiring Champs in the center there. We're going to get the Forsaken over in the wings, like always. Again, great unit. I'm not going to be sloppy this time. I'm gonna try and play it smart. But I do have Chaos Knights with Lances and a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. Like this, if I had this same Goon Squad the other game, I think I would have been able to kill his Cap Force. But here, you know, I only had the Shaggoth and the Hounds. I didn't have like a big dense group of Chaos Knights. So, oh, dude, yeah, YouTube's fun. But again, guys, like YouTube is okay. So right now, guys, like, do you guys want an? Oh, you want an Irish accent? All right, lads. It's time for a nice chaos matchup right here. Should be fun. You know, that's like my cheesy Irish accent. Or you can do the Australian one. You know? Yeah. What are you doing watching streams that early? Yeah. I'm just gonna like play and you guys are gonna wake up and I'm still gonna be streaming. What was I gonna say? I'm just like, my mind is like getting haggard and blanking. Moved to the Netherlands? Yeah, I did an Aussie accent. Yeah. All right, guys. So hopefully it works out. We have some armor piercing in the front line to help out with foot squires. They're going to do a pretty good job. I mean, they do have 35 move speed also, so they can do some outmaneuvering. But okay, this is really good. So my opponent has like really expensive flying units that will simply just get crushed by my Shaggoth and homeboys. So I just have to make sure that these Demogryph Knights don't get free range on my Forsaken. But what does he have? Questing Knights, the Fey Enchantress, and Grail Knights. I think we can win this. Although I don't want to make the same mistake as last game. So I'm going to play a little bit more conservative and just like hang high and tight to my front line and force my opponent to make the first move. So yeah, orcs, I wouldn't say orcs sound Australian. I think they sound more like Cockney, if you know, the UK kind of. That would just be my opinion. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm ever going to start a Twitch channel. Why not? I mean, streaming on YouTube for you guys is easier because you guys are already here on YouTube. And what's the advantage I get on Twitch, you know? Is there really any? Is there any? Take care, Carl. If you're leaving. Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay, so he's coming in pretty balls deep here. Do you guys see this? Man, look at him go here. He does not give a shit. He's going straight for the throat, that Fey Enchantress. Oh my goodness. Okay. So he comes in to snipe Kolek pretty aggressively, actually. So we're going to go ahead and get these Forsaken, fighting these guys, and Kolek's going to kind of keep running around here. We're going to get an overcasted sword right here on all these units, which is going to give us some heavy damage. So great. So we're going to turn around right now and jump here, and Kolek and the boys should be fine. So we're going to just continue to move our main force up, and maybe we just kind of park them right here. No, we can keep moving them. That's fine. But I think we're doing pretty good. We do have the overcasted Mind Razor, which is going to be pretty devastating. So let's keep chasing these Grail Knights, like no problem. He does charge in. We got a lot of kills there and took out like essentially an entire unit, a very expensive unit. So we'll get these Forsaken on these guys. We're going to kind of push in here and just form a bit of a Death Star, like so. And we'll get these guys kind of around the back. And good. So Kolek and the boys were able to just absolutely crush those Grail Knights. We'll get these Forsaken running up here. We'll posture up here. And so far, so good. So let's get these Chaos Warriors coming across this way and these guys on these Foot Squires right there. So, all right, cool. So now we just basically need to finish these guys off. We do have the Poison Hounds, so we should be able to really outmaneuver them. And we do get some Foot Squires. So we're going to pull back here. We don't want them fighting the Foot Squire. So let's go ahead and use the leadership buffs. The Shaggoth and the Hounds get a good engagement here. We're also going to use the Lord of the Storm. Oh, that's actually, yeah, we might as well engage there, so that's fine. So we do get a pretty good Lord of the Storm over there. I think it's going to hit some troops, and these Forsaken, we're going to continue to run around. We just have to basically make sure we don't lose Kolek. That's going to be one of the more important things. So I don't know if he's going to try and retreat right now. We'll probably save up a little bit of Winds of Magic and, you know, just keep Big Papa Kolek in here fighting. And the Chaos Knights are doing pretty well, but he does have those Royal Knights, those Royal Hippogriffs, so that's going to be pretty scary. But let's go ahead and charge in here. And once we have enough to overcast his Pit of Shades, do we? We do. So we're actually going to cast it right here, which will do some good AP, I think. Where can we cast that? We can't quite cast it here, which is pretty frustrating. So we do get some Forsaken in here who are going to help out quite a bit. And we're probably going to bring that other group because, again, this is like the pinnacle of the battle. And if we lose this, we probably just lose the game. So the Shaggoth, we want to just keep focusing on the Fey Enchantress, who's terrified. We're just going to kind of keep doing like small laps here. And we do have an overcasted blade here, the Mind Razor, which is just going to make our troops so much stronger than his. So we're losing the infantry battle a little bit, I think. It's hard to say. But we do have these Forsaken, so we're going to bring them up and around here. And the Chaos Knights and the Shaggoths are able to just absolutely do some work. So let's go ahead and just keep chasing the Fey Enchantress, see if we can get our paws on her. And these Forsaken will just collapse into the back of those foot squares. So the Hound should be able to catch her, honestly. Although I don't know if it's like worth chasing her. I don't know. It's probably not. So let's actually just go over here and just, you know, polish off the rest of our opponent's forces. Over here, it's good, but he does have a bit of a surround because he did have superior numbers, but the Forsaken here are doing a pretty good job. So as far as his cav and other units goes, he's pretty tattered, guys. He's pretty tattered. So it looks like he's coming in thinking he's going to get those Hounds for free. So what we'll probably do is send Kolek in the front line, put him in group 3, keep these guys fighting right here, and yeah, you can see he's going to have to like run away right here. So he does have some Grail Knights and other dudes kind of coming here, so maybe we can catch them. I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah, let's just posture up here. We're going to get Kolek here, and he should be able to start like triggering some terror routing and things like that. But our main line over there is having some serious problems, so we do a pretty good job of terror routing those guys right out of the gates. We're just going to posture up right here. Pretty well played by my opponent. I think it's going pretty well for us. We still do have a pretty healthy army. We have a very healthy Shaggoth here. We just need to make sure that Kolek doesn't get like, you know, his salad tossed here. So, all right, cool. So we're going to charge in here, just continue to terror out these guys. And yeah, let's go ahead and turn around on this Fey Enchantress right here. And we're going to get Kolek there. And she's going to take a ton of damage right out of the gates here. So let's go ahead and use the Lord of the Storm right there on that blob of Men-at-Arms. And we just need to keep kind of scurrying here. Let's go ahead and get these Forsaken. And as far as our Wizard goes, we do have this. So we're going to go ahead and use the blade on our Shaggoth, which should help quite a bit. And just keep Kolek kind of scurrying around. So far so good, guys. It's a pretty wild fight. It looks like the Fey Enchantress is able to escape. So let's go ahead and get our Wizard on her, see if he can do a little something, and also get Kolek on her as well. So still a pitched fight. He has a much better infantry corps than I do. But I think like as far as the mobile fight's going, I think we're winning. It's hard to tell though, really. This Shaggoth is doing a pretty good job fighting against these Royal Demogryph Knights. Demogryph Knights, that's pretty funny. Against the Royal whatever the hell they are. And we do have these Chaos Knights coming back in as well, who should help out quite a bit. And if Kolek can like kind of like do some damage to his Lord and, you know, escape somewhat unscathed, I think we'll be okay. So we do have her somewhat surrounded here. We're going to go ahead and get the Dragon Ogre. And I really wish that I had like a direct damage spell. And some of my Marauders, let's actually go ahead and loop them up and around and just continue to route off like more of his expensive units. I think that should be fine. So if we really want to kill the Fey Enchantress, so she shatters, which is great. So we'll go ahead and just kind of regroup back here. Let's go ahead and degroup everyone and just posture up back here and just a bit of a tactical retreat. So what we want to do is like pull these units far away from these. And it looks like, yeah, we do have these foot squires isolated. So let's actually turn and just punish them. So yeah, most of his expensive units are gone. And honestly, Kolek and the other Shaggoth, he's not going to be able to kill those. Like not at all with foot squires. They're going to have a really rough time. You can see he's like trying to reform his battle lines here, but it's just not going to work out. So right now there's not really a rush. We can just kind of go around and just start like stomping on everything. And you can see like all these units. I mean, I have Forsaken here. I have like some Chaos Knights. I'm not going to have enough for another like Winds of Magic ability, but you know, we should be okay. So let's go ahead and push in here. We'll go ahead and get Kolek and the Shaggoth fighting on the Grail Reliquae, or yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Like I just have too much tankiness left. As far as his lords, he does have some knights and other things coming back, but it's going to be really tricky at this point. So let's go ahead and check down here for some units that those guys held for quite some time over there, actually, which was pretty good. So we'll go ahead and use this, just make sure we're doing our thing. And the Grail Reliquae is now wavering from army losses. So yeah, that was a good game. So Chaos versus New Brett, right? I mean, it just shows the strength of the you know, the Chaos Knights and things like that. So as far as the build goes, pretty good. You know, we got some good value out of the Chaos Knights and the Shaggoth. We were able to really outclass these. The Royal Hippogriff Knights are a bit of an odd pick. I think if you had gotten the Royal Pegasus Knights with the Anti-Large and the Living Saints, I think we would have been in a lot more trouble, for sure. So it was, but the Questing Knights are good. They have armor piercing and can trade pretty well. So yeah, guys, man, quite a bit of battles. So we're doing our thing. Do we need more? I feel like I'm reaching my threshold here, you know? I'm reaching the end of the line, boys. I'm reaching the end of the line. You know what? Yeah, we should probably just call it a night. So, thank you guys for watching. That was a pretty balls deep stream actually. That was what, a 4-hour one. So I'll be streaming on Sunday again. So for any of you guys that just joined now or you missed the most of the stream, I'll be streaming Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sunday. So Sunday morning. So you guys please tune in. It was a great night. It was a lot of fun. Some good cockfights. I'm surprised my hand held up. So yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate all of your guys' support. Super fun as always. And a few things. One of my buddies, Italian Spartacus, go check him out. He has a new YouTube channel doing lore videos, and he's also going to do a video where he casts Warhammer sounding exactly like Gollum. He can speak and do the Gollum voice from Lord of the Rings like perfect. So if you guys don't want to miss that, yeah, you're welcome, Silver and Gold Investing, for sure. So check him out. It's funny stuff. And thanks again, guys. Appreciate all your support. And as always, more content coming soon.